Dear members of the media and the public, I welcome you.
Live from the heart of Atlanta, Georgia, and beyond, Hour 1 of the Von Haessler Doctrine begins right now. I am your lovable, huggable radio chat host, Eric Von Haessler. The other voices you hear are the Doctrinaires. Man of 1,000 voices, Tim Andrews. Lady of 184.7 characters, Autumn Fisher. The man behind the glass, George Clark. And the handsomest producer in all of producery, Jared Yamamoto.
Did you change the intro there? Was it alive from the heart of
It's alive!
Yeah, from
The
the heart
show
of it.
is alive!
I wasn't sure if it was live or alive.
It was. I kind of came from a different place, but I do believe it still started with the L.
Okay.
But it was the long L.
I like that.
It was a
Alive!
journeyman.
Like,
Alive! It was just more like alive from the heart of Atlanta, Georgia, which of course is what we now call Midhead. We got to get to that song a little bit later.
yes, we do.
You know, this is our last show before Thanksgiving. And so it's kind of in a weird way. It's not our Thanksgiving show, but it's our, we'll try to get a little, we'll let everybody know what we're thankful for. Why the hell not? If I can think of something. I've got till 7. I can think of something I'm thankful for.
You start jotting
I'll
notes
tell
down.
you what, I look around this room, I don't see nothing. I tell you what, you're not in this room, you don't count.
You can
I don't
see
mean
her.
I don't mean you don't count. You do count, but you don't count in that because you're not in this room.
Okay.
I didn't want to seem misogynistic or disrespectful in any way. I appreciate the ladies. Not the
Yeah,
way
too
you're.
much.
No, hey, not the way that you're
Too
thinking.
much.
I mean, their minds, their souls, all that they've done,
Their bodies
and their bodies,
boobs
especially when they're really
and
hot.
butts and,
And
really
everything
tight
they
pants.
bring to the Thanksgiving table.
Absolutely, with their traditions from passed down from mother to daughter over generations, and you get that wonderful, wonderful, gravy. Everybody acts like, well, it's our recipe. Yeah, okay, there's only so many ways to make gravy.
Yeah, what
I can think
gravy?
of one.
How much can you do to gravy?
Well, I don't know. I bet you there's a family that says like, grandma's gravy. You
I
can't
add
beat
more
it.
flour.
Be careful with. I'm glad you brought up gravy there, Eric, because I did just get a PSA from the TSA saying
Well,
that.
you got a PSA from the TSA.
Yes, I did.
And that
Does
rhymes
that
with
mean
trouble.
That means no. I think it
Yeah,
adds
what
up.
did they SAY?
It ends up being an STD for sure. I think.
Yes,
if you
it
get
does.
a PSA from a TSA, then you better go see your doctor.
Got to watch out here. Yeah, this public service announcement from the TSA says, remember, don't travel with gravy for the holidays, okay? Don't
Thank
do that.
you. Thank you. Wow. Do I ever have to change my travel plans?
So if you want to
What
bring
if I put it in a balloon and then I put it somewhere
What, in your
Yeah,
knapsack?
it starts.
safe?
I think I start with the mindset of like, well, how can I travel without gravy?
Exactly.
Isn't this like an accessory that everybody? What's next? Neck pillows have to be left home.
Put it in your neck pillow.
Put
Put the gravy in the
Oh.
neck pillow.
Yeah.
I have a Camelback filled with gravy.
So I guess people would. I guess
Eric,
it's
you don't know what
because
a Camelback is?
yeah, it's like when the lady her pants are too tight and you see the outline. Is that? No,
Nope,
that's a camel.
camel
front.
toe.
Yeah, that's toe.
Toe. Yeah.
Camelback is some kind of hump.
It's like a
thing.
water pouch.
See, I knew you didn't know because you went past it so fast.
Well, but I didn't acknowledge the humor because I didn't get the reference.
Yeah.
Is that what you're
You're
saying?
like,
Well, it's possible.
Yeah, I think when you don't know what it is, you're like, keep going.
Yeah, because otherwise we'll go circular, and I'll go, "What's that?" You just go, "Oh, you don't
True.
know what that is?" No,
Well,
I
maybe
don't know
some
what it
people
is.
don't know
Well,
also.
you're so old, you should know what it is. Well, I don't know what it is. Then we go round and round and round.
You know those things that people carry? It's a little backpack, and they have like a tube that goes up to their mouth, and they
Yeah.
drink water out of it, like when they're running.
Oh, okay.
They're
Or
great
soda.
they're great for festivals too because you keep
Because
out
you
of
need water. Because
at
you need a
all
lot of
times.
water.
Yes.
At festivals, that's all you're drinking is water.
You got to
And
have
So
that
you
water.
got to keep on. There's water
Yeah.
and beer
Stay
and
hy-
wine.
stay
So
hydrated.
It's very important to stay hydrated, and inebriated.
Yes.
And thank goodness we live in a place and a time where you can do both.
Got about finding that balance.
It's about finding the balance between health and death and enjoying some great music. That's the festival life. You got to find the balance because if you don't, your health is going to fail you. You won't see the band. And if you go too far in that direction, you'll actually die before the band takes the stage. So you do have to find that.
But you don't
place
want to die. You
between
wanna watch the
dehydrated-
band.
Die doing what you love.
Yeah, he loved it. He loved it. I tell you something, this Jared Yamamoto loved nothing more than having a panic attack that leads to death while watching his favorite EDM artist. So he may have gone young, but he went out doing
I
what he
enjoyed
loves.
Seven Lions a lot while going out.
I love when people say that. He went out doing what he loved. Yeah,
I know.
probably. They always said about Dale Earnhardt. Well, he was doing what he loved. Yeah, I don't know so much. If he would have had
Yeah,
a
like you're
choice.
skydiving and
Yeah.
your parachute doesn't open. Well,
Yeah,
he died
he was
doing what he
doing- no, he
loved. Like,
did.
I bet he didn't love that he loved skydiving.
Actually, he died terrified. I would imagine that last 10,000 feet were probably terrifying. So
Before he hits the ground, he's like, you know what? I love this.
before he hits the ground, he thinks, well, you know what? I should have taken up gin rummy or something a
For
little.
real. I wish I had a different hobby.
Something a little more grounded.
Yeah.
He loved breaking
Ooh,
his neck
get
and
it?
spine.
Oh,
Yes.
if he was going to break his neck and spine, if you could ask him if he was here, and he would tell you that he would love to do that while skydiving. His favorite thing. That's what I think. If your hobby is that dangerous, hey, what else? What's going on with the rest of your life? Like, why do you need to fill that breach? I
Well-
jump out of planes. I understand if you're in the military, there's a reason to jump out of planes.
It's a trauma response, right, Adam?
Yeah.
Well, I can give you some insight. A lot of people who have, okay, so it could either be a replacement for addiction, like instead of going down the avenue of drugs or alcohol or something, you've gone down this adrenaline route.
Okay.
And there's that. Or people who have had trauma, like capital T trauma in their lives, will sometimes, instead of again taking up drugs or alcohol to sort of numb things, they go to adrenaline. And that's how you get like test pilots and people who do like really scary, crazy things.
So you're saying that?
Oh, like those people that wear those like squirrel suits that jump
Yeah.
off of cliffs and
Yeah,
like float.
fly around.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I get what you're saying, but I find it hard to believe that like every test pilot has some sort of trauma they're reacting to. I mean,
But
John
it could be that
Glenn
they have
looked like a pretty
alcoholism.
John Glenn looked like a pretty ordinary, dull person, and he
that-
ended up being an
Just how they
astronaut.
people look don't tell you anything.
Well, he was in a career, he had a public career he ran for president. I mean, he was a very, very dull human being. Yet he
Oh, that doesn't
went
mean
into
that something
space
crazy
twice.
didn't happen, or that he has a family history of alcoholism or addiction, that instead of that being activated with drugs or alcohol, he instead went toward
You hear this,
adrenaline.
George? You hear what she's doing to a national hero, John Glenn?
I can't believe this.
Dragging him to the glass like this is just saying he must be responding to some sort of, boy, his parents, I'm glad they're not with us. If they heard that, they would say, hey, we did the best we could with John Glenn. He ended up being
I
the
think
first,
it's interesting that you're calling it that it's shaming someone or blaming anyone.
Yeah, well, it is. You're shaming
not.
his parents because you're saying that. Although you're really not. What you're saying is, way to
I
go,
know.
way to go, parents, with your trauma. You created a guy who was the first American to orbit the Earth.
Sure.
So
Instead of
we would-
someone who is like abusing drugs or abusing other people. So they probably did something
I
right.
think there's some points to what you say, but I think maybe there's you have an absolutism about it that is maybe a little too.
Oh,
much.
listen, I'm talking generally.
Yes.
Of course, but
So you don't mean John
there's-
Glenn specifically.
I never brought up John Glenn.
It's the Glenn,
Well,
it's the
that's what I
Glenn
thought
theory.
of. He lost to Walter Mondale and Gary Hart in the primary for the was that 84?
Yeah.
I believe it was. Yeah, 84.
I was
So
2
you don't think
years
that's not tough enough on the dude? He didn't even get out of the Democrat primary, and and here you come along. He's an American hero, and here this person from Baltimore comes along and says, "Oh, he was obviously avoiding alcoholism." I didn't
Not
see
avoiding,
Is there a
just-
chapter in the right stuff about it? They address that.
Have any of us
buried
read
that.
his biography?
Does he have one? No. I mean,
I would assume he has one.
Well, yeah. Well, yeah. I thought you meant autobiography, but yeah, I'm sure there's plenty of biographies out there. But they
Yeah.
don't know. They're not going to let you know. John Glenn died before this period of time where opening up about everything about your life was not a thing.
Right.
I mean,
It was a
Sammy Davis.
shameful thing.
Sammy
Don't
Davis
talk about that.
Jr. had a wild life, and his biographies are pretty boring. I mean, his autobiography is boring. So, like, people gussy it up. So I don't know that we're going to find out about John Glenn's parents putting their cigarettes out on his arm as he was a child.
No one
And
said
then,
that.
well, that's what you're implying. I think that you're
don't
saying
think I
is
implied that at
there
all.
was there was an Uncle Freddie Glenn that maybe was a little handsy or something. Well,
That's
you're
a
implying.
rocket, young man.
Yeah.
You're going to go to the moon.
I'll tell you
I'm
what,
gonna send you to the moon.
he never went to them.
He died in 2016.
Yeah,
So he was around when people were whining.
yeah, I guess, but he was at the end of it. He went up to the space station once because
Did he? I know he went in the space
They went up
shuttle.
being the older, took him to the space station. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
What did he do up
Maybe
there?
Just
Smoke a doobie.
Did what old people do.
Yeah.
Pass gas.
Look out the window.
Pass gas. Look out the
Where's
window.
the tang?
Complain about how things aren't as good as they used to be. Yeah. Where's the tang?
Yeah, he just starts rifling through all of the cupboards that are up in there.
But when he said "Where's the tang," he meant a bit different astronaut.
She left.
Oh, yeah.
Thing that was going on in the '60s.
I'm a lady astronaut. Also just called an astronaut.
No.
From AI guys.
There were no lady astronauts back in the day.
Sean Glenn did
It
not.
was a man's duty.
He did not go to the space station, guys, but he
Oh,
did
just
fly on the space shuttle.
On the space shuttle, right?
Oh, Eric. Now who's wrong?
Well, I could just shut down the show now.
He got the
dare you.
Presidential Medal of Freedom.
He's certainly-
Besmirch the name of John Glenn.
Obama, did you give him the Presidential Medal of Freedom?
I did.
Yeah.
Put
What
it
do you-
around his neck and gave him a kiss on the back.
What do you think of this lady who's saying that the only reason he did all the things he did was because he was responding to some sort of horrible childhood trauma?
I think a lot of times people start talking about that okey doke, and a girl like what's her name? April,
Autumn.
Amber. She's
Close.
one of those millennials who they think too much about it. You know?
Uh-huh.
He's a guy that would buckle down,
That's right.
and,
Get the job done.
aim for the stars.
Get the job done.
That's right. Like me.
A real hero.
Mm-hmm.
Don't listen to Autumn, ladies and gentlemen. John Glenn
I don't
is
listen
a
to anyone.
true.
Obama. I
era.
thought things were different with you.
Yeah, you're good at pretending out there, putting on a show.
I'm like the rest of the men. Tired of hearing it.
Well, he's
How about your daughters? Don't you want them to be able to express themselves and like
they're out
know
having
things
fun.
and teach
Yeah, they
people?
can express themselves to their boyfriends. Yeah, you don't have to
Future
listen to that,
husbands,
right?
boyfriends, whatever.
he's
They can express themselves to the dishes.
No. We have a
Yeah, we have help.
housekeeper.
You have help. For
Oh,
that.
that's true.
You got a chef, right?
Well, not anymore.
Well-
you know anybody looking for a chef job? Must know how to swim.
Was he fully nude when they found him, or is that just stuff I'm hearing? Because, it's one of those things where they wonder why these conspiracy theories start. But I would say to the legacy media, it starts because you refuse to cover a story.
I told him it was fine.
Obviously,
Yeah, people fill in the blanks.
yeah, if the chef for Donald Trump at Mar-a-Lago was found, if this is true, nude, I don't know whether he was found nude or not, in shallow water dead at Mar-a-Lago, I got a feeling that people who never watch the news ever would know about that story. It would be so big. But the legacy media just decides, no, Obama's a good guy. He said nothing happened, so it's a one-day story. We move on. Well, I would say the legacy media is always, looking down their nose at the podcast world and calling everybody conspiracy theorists. Maybe if you thoroughly covered stories, there wouldn't be those holes. Like Autumn says, people fill in the gaps. It's like, this is a pretty odd thing. The guy was younger, and I don't know. They say he couldn't swim, but I heard it was shallow waters. George, did you look it up?
Yeah, it says official statements and police reports have not conclusively confirmed that he was naked, but there was mention in some reports and subsequent discussions about clothing being found separately from his body,
All right,
which
so
led to speculation.
Okay, well, he could have gone for a nude swim. People do that, right?
A little skinny dip.
I mean, I don't know how. It's like
I mean, if you're swimming, there's usually other clothes nearby that aren't on your person, so it
Right.
doesn't necessarily mean he's naked.
right, he could be wearing swimming pants, swimming shorts,
A swimsuit.
swimsuit.
Do
Yeah, you know me.
Swim trunks.
I wear swim pants because I'm a gentleman. Don't want to.
tucks.
I don't believe it's proper to show your knees to the
Put on
world.
the whole diver suit.
Yes, exactly, and a
it's
belt.
cold water.
Three-piece tuxedo.
Meanwhile, like this story, it's funny you bring that up. How the chef, how he just kind of disappeared.
Yeah.
When you type in,
Well, he died. He didn't just disappear. I mean, the story.
The story
disappeared.
disappeared, right? When you type in
Yeah. I can't answer that.
the Obama, like just put in Obama in news right now, the Our Oceans reviews come up. And
Oh.
the first story, Guardian, it says, Our Oceans review. Barack Obama's nature show might be the most beautiful thing you see all year.
And I'm sure he was. He's the reason. The cinema. He didn't just walk into a recording studio one afternoon and just go, "Hello, the oceans. There's the ocean."
Here's the ocean. Don't
It's
put
a-
your cigarette butts in it. Whatever.
What this is supposed to be
Where's
like?
my check?
Is he supposed to be the new David Attenborough?
I guess so, yeah.
So that's a crab. That over there is an orca, also known as a killer whale.
Great film from the 1970s.
Enjoy it. Yeah, that's right. Richard Harris and Bo Derek.
You know,
She was hot.
yeah, do we have the trailer for that? Do we have the...
You know what? I can dig that up here. Let me see if I can
The
find it.
trailer
Hey,
for Orca?
No, for
his-
the oceans. And it's like even in the trailer, you don't hear him that much.
No, it's like all like sounds.
So is it meant to be like, does it look beautiful in the trailer? I haven't seen it.
Yeah, it looks good.
Good cinematography there, Obama. Good work.
I did all the, I got a close-up of the blowhole of the dolphin.
Yeah. That
Porpoise.
doesn't happen very often. Be careful. They get to...
Our oceans.
Our ocean.
Stop for a second.
Always the slow song.
Just as the audio, just from the audio, I haven't seen anything. It's a Carnival Cruise ad.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I can just see it. Just that stupid. Oh, here's the kind of music that you only enjoy when you're watching something like this. You'd never think to look it up on Spotify. You know?
Our oceans. The world will never be the same once you've seen it from below.
Whoa.
Once you're tied to a cinder block and looking at the sunlight
That's
as
what
it disappears
saying.
while you sink.
That's what I'm saying. I guess the legacy media would get back to me and say, yeah, but Donald Trump's a bad guy, so we would look at a murder at Mar-a-Lago. We would look into that, an unexpected death in Mar-a-Lago. But Obama is...
I want to hear Trump's ocean thing.
This is the ocean. A lot of fish are in it. There's a lot of them. I mean, like in things that aren't fish.
beautiful. Gotta have that
Beautiful.
beautiful.
From the Chippewa
The beautiful ocean where the fish live with the mammals. And
of the
they-
big lake they call.
They got octopuses. Is it
Chigumi.
octopi or I don't know.
Oh,
whatever.
you're singing a song about a shipwreck. He's talking about the oceans.
It is sad.
Well, boats they crash.
They do.
They
Never
sink.
gives up her dead.
That's right. Gordon Lightfoot, how you love him. The ship sank in the great ocean known as Lake Gitchigumi.
Kichigumi.
I don't know which one that is. Is that Huron?
I
Lake
think
Huron?
it's... I don't know.
Superior.
Oh, is it? So he's
The
giving-
king of the lakes.
He's... I think that would be superior if I'm going by names.
Yeah, the greatest of the Great Lakes. There's a lot of them. There's 5 or 6.
What makes him so great? I got conjunctivitis in Lake Ontario.
They're
Once
deep.
didn't seem that great to me.
The Great Lakes, where there's
Was that your sequel to the oceans?
whitefish and cod,
Pretty soon, isn't it?
salmon,
At some point, he works himself down to streams.
streams, where you can find a crayfish, or if you live in the south,
creek
crawdad.
Crawdad.
Creeks or
Crawdad.
cricks.
All right.
Minnows.
Before we take our first break, I think we should just go ahead and get the word of the day.
Word of the day.
Alliaceous.
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 This is basically referring to onions, I believe. It's an adjective relating to or denoting plants of a group that comprises the onions and other alliums. So I guess the onion. I don't see. Talk about learning. I don't. Huh?
Leaks?
Yeah, probably leaks.
I don't know what else besides the onion is in the alliums, but this is a category.
It's a category.
And if
Okay, got
something
it.
is alliaceous,
Alliaceous.
I guess it's it's like onion-like something. It's in the
Has layers.
It's in the It's in the family of the onions. Okay, that's where you got some alliaceous nonsense going on. Now the host has to figure out a way before 7:00. I really wanted to challenge myself on this, our last show before Thanksgiving, somehow use that word
Alliaceous.
in a natural and organic way before 7 p.m.
Now, did we decide that we're going to share the story next week, or are we going to
Yeah.
share the story today?
Yeah, because I'm not going to be here Monday after the so there will be no word of the day on Monday. So next week we'll only have 4 words of the day. We have 2 from this week, so we'll just have 1 more word at the end of the week next week for Autumn's continuing saga of the man and his servant.
Yeah, his manservant.
His man and his man. It's turning into kind of a pretty erotic affair, as I recall.
Not a sci-fi.
Oh yeah. Oh okay. I guess in my
Yeah, there was
mind.
an orb
I
that turned
turned
out
it-
to be,
Yeah, I
be a
thought
portal.
that was a sex toy. Did I take it wrong? I didn't get
Are
it
you
right.
looking for it to turn into a?
Possible.
There's got a point on it?
Possible. You know, it's. I mean, well, you can
just an orb.
You can sit on anything, right?
Well,
Well,
with
As long as
practice.
it's clean. You know, just walk into it like you know,
An orb shop.
no, you don't want to walk into like a garage full of old car parts and
No.
just sit on anything.
No.
it's-
You could, but it wouldn't
You
be good.
could,
on
but
it.
you'd probably end up with some sort of.
Be painful sitting on the muffler.
You think so?
I think so.
It's not as bad as you think.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not as.
There's some natural places to sit.
I was told, somebody give me $100 to do it, and I did it.
That's
$100, that's it?
No, it doesn't matter because they ran away. They just laughed at me. They pointed at me.
Hey, look at
they
the
laughed
muffler.
at me. They picked up my
That's
clothes.
Muffler Boy.
They picked up my clothes and they ran away. And for the rest of the school year, I was referred to as Muffler Boy. It was not the best moment of my life, but I like to think that it built character. It built character. And now I have no trouble around mufflers whatsoever. I've
Yeah.
worked through it.
Weirdly, for Christmas, your mom got you a muffler ornament for the tree, right?
Yeah. And she's like, that was the proof. It didn't trigger me. I'm over it. You know what?
That's how
Just
you
own
do
it.
it.
One day I just looked at myself, just own it. You're Muffler Boy. Just own it. Walk around. That's your brand.
Yeah, it's like people when they, get into their 30s and they start to be into one thing. Like, she loves hippos.
Yeah.
Everything she has is hippos.
Yeah, it's annoying.
I don't think you
Your
want to be
thing is
hippo girl.
mufflers.
And what you're talking about is an annoying thing. It happened in my family.
What
So
was-
my sister was into clowns. My mother was into owls. One of my older brothers, his made sense because he was a really good waiter. And so he was into penguins. Kind of makes sense because you're wearing. But still, I just felt like everybody in my family, after whichever one of those three was the first to adopt something,
Right.
just decided, well, I have to adopt something too. And I remember being like 15 or 16 years old and thinking, well, everybody else has adopted something. I need something. And then thankfully, I was too lazy to come up with something. And a couple of years later, I was saying, well, I don't need anything. But I think that happens a lot. Or people are
does.
like, like one person in the family collects one thing. Well, I
Yeah.
better start collecting bottle
Yeah, you
caps.
see, like,
I
a lot of
collect Pepsi paraphernalia.
You see pineapples in houses. Oh, the roosters in the South. That's a big one, too. Where people have roosters all through their house.
Yeah. That's because
Live ones?
Well, that's because
No, like rooster,
No,
like decor.
You must have a bunch of Beatles stuff, I'd imagine.
I do have that, but I don't know that I call it a hobby.
right, yeah,
it's
it's not-
kind of a hobby. It might be a
No,
hobby.
these people, it's not their hobby. It just
Yeah.
becomes like their identity, and
Yeah.
then nobody can get them gifts without that being
Well, that's the
present.
problem. See, everybody knows. Get Eric something about the Beatles. Get Eric something about Shakespeare. It's okay, It means it's the thought that counts, right? That's the way I
My
look
thing
at
is
it.
money.
Yeah, I like money. I collect money.
It's the new
Cash.
thing.
Collect money.
We can talk about that. I saw a story about that where people are saying, it's just give money for a gift. I think I agree.
With tons of great options to fit every household, choosing Scana Energy as my family's natural gas provider was as easy as pie. Which brings me to a much harder choice. Which of Mama Bear's homemade pies should I try? Pumpkin, pecan, or freshly baked sweet potato? Might have to try a bite of each and then decide. Sign up with Scana today and save up to $100. Call 877-GO-SCANA or visit scanaenergy.com/warm for details. Limited time offer. Terms and conditions apply.
The following is a paid commercial announcement.
Americans love using their credit cards, the most secure and hassle-free way to pay. But D.C. politicians want to change that with the Durbin-Marshall credit card bill. This bill lets corporate megastores pick how your credit card is processed, allowing them to use untested payment networks that jeopardize your data security and rewards. Corporate megastores will make more money, and you pay the price. Tell Congress to guard your card, because Americans lose when politicians choose. Learn more at guardyourcard.com. Paid for by the Electronic Payments Coalition.
Hey, it's Coach Mark Richt here. Everyone knows defense wins championships. And if you're not using EMC Security to defend your home and family, you need to step up your game. They're who I use for home security and cameras, and you should too. I've scouted them all, and there's no better choice. With EMC Security's no contract and local service, they are a clear number one. So give them a call or visit them online at emcsecurity.com. That's emcsecurity.com.
Are the effects of diabetes, prostate cancer, hypertension, or high cholesterol robbing you of your ability to perform in the bedroom? Choice Men's Health can help you eliminate ED and get your bedroom performance back in just one visit. Choice Men's Health offers breakthrough treatments for ED and performance issues in the bedroom to help you regain your confidence and give you back the intimacy with your partner. Call Choice Men's Health right now to make an appointment and find out how you can eliminate ED on the first visit. Popular name brand pills like Viagra and Cialis don't work for everyone and can have serious side effects. Choice Men's Health custom medications work immediately, even if you have a medical history or think you're too old to perform like you used to. Choice Men's Health can help you have a fulfilling sex life again. Call Choice Men's Health today at 404-400-1170. That's 404-400-1170. Once again, that's 404-400-1170.
Shane Company is your go-to destination for high-quality fine jewelry gifts. Come find beautiful gifts at competitive prices, from dream engagement rings to tennis bracelets, engravable charms, and more. All in stock and ready to give. Shane Company, your friend and jeweler.
Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios.
News,
weather,
traffic.
95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 3:30, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News sponsored by Vincent Financial. Our top story: a peace deal is imminent to pause one Middle East war.
CBS News special report. Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu says his cabinet has approved a ceasefire with Hezbollah and is urging ministers in the full cabinet to approve the deal within hours. It sets the stage for an end to nearly 14 months of fighting linked to the ongoing war in the Gaza Strip. Reporter Linda Gradstein from Jerusalem.
According to the emerging deal, Hezbollah will move its remaining forces north of the Litani River, and Israeli troops will gradually withdraw from South Lebanon. They will be replaced by 5,000 Lebanese army troops.
Correspondent Charlie Daggett.
That immediate is immediate, right? This is going to be the end of hostilities, and that's the most important thing.
President Biden is expected to announce at some point this afternoon that the U.S. helped secure the ceasefire. This halt does not address the war in Gaza. President-elect Donald Trump has vowed to bring peace to the Middle East, but neither he nor Netanyahu have proposed a post-war solution for the Palestinian territory. CBS News special report. I'm Matt Piper.
A reward is offered to help catch a bank robber in Atlanta.
Thankfully, we were able to partner with United Bank to get the $25,000 reward to try and apprehend and get information on this suspect.
Sergeant Travis Williams with the Atlanta Police Crime Stoppers Unit says the robber stabbed a bank employee during a robbery last week at the United Community Bank on Caroline Street in Northeast Atlanta. We have posted the suspect's photo at WSBRadio.com. The Metro Atlanta Better Business Bureau has a warning about the company Beauty Supply Institute.
People have invested a lot of money into this company's services. They've invested anywhere from $2,500 to $87,000.
The BBB's Taylor Hicks says complaints allege issues related to contract fulfillment, refund requests, and poor customer service. There have been 24 complaints so far, most in the last year. It is 3:32 and time for live team coverage of traffic and weather in the 24-hour traffic center. Now, here is Ashley Fresca.
Good afternoon, Bill. Good afternoon, everyone. It's getting crowded downtown, 75, 85 southbound through Midtown, almost down to I-20 northbound. You're tapping the brakes all the way up from 166 Langford Parkway. If you're headed to Hartsfield-Jackson International to catch a flight, TSA wait times are down, so that's good news. And perhaps folks traveling that way using 285 southbound. The crowd on the west side begins around South Atlanta Road, heavy all the way down to I-20. I'm Ashley Frasca, 95.5 WSB.
This is WSB meteorologist Christina Edwards. The clouds moving out today. Temperatures holding steady in the low 60s. Breezy through the afternoon. Wind gusts as high as 20 miles per hour. And cooling down for tonight. Lows in the low 40s. Tomorrow, partly cloudy, high 65. Thursday morning, rain showers. Afternoon, cloud cover, high 64.
Right now, 63 in Norcross, 61 in Hiram, 63 in College Park. More news at 4 o'clock. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Turkey, stuffing, and $100?
Now that's a happy Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving Day is Turkey Day payday.
Listen every hour between 9 a.m. and 7 p.m. for the keyword.
You could win a $100 gift card to Publix, where shopping is a pleasure.
And you'll have the entire hour to enter the keyword
on the WSB app
or WSBRadio.com.
From the station that's thankful for you.
95.5 WSB. Details at WSBRadio.com.
Skip the hassle and sell your home with the strongest cash offer this fall. The Guaranteed Offer from Mark Spain Real Estate is the easiest way to sell your home. Hi, it's Chris Chandler. With the Guaranteed Offer, you can skip the uncertainty and sell your home fast for all cash in as little as 21 days. There are no showings, no open houses, no costly repairs, just cash in hand and a stress-free sale. Listener Ryan said, Mark Spain Real Estate exceeded our expectations by helping us achieve significantly over our asking price. We received much more than we ever anticipated. We cannot recommend Mark Spain Real Estate enough. Mark Spain Real Estate's been serving families for nearly 30 years and has helped over 58,000 satisfied clients. You can trust the top real estate team in the U.S. to sell your home fast and for maximum profit. Their guaranteed offer gives you the peace of mind that your home will be sold when you need it to be sold. Go to markspain.com and find out what your guaranteed offer would be. That's markspain.com and start packing.
The legendary Eastman Gun Shows are this weekend at the Gwinnett Fairgrounds in Lawrenceville. Bring your friends and family, rain or shine. Saturday 9 to 5, Sunday 10 to 4. We have everything for the lovers of the right to bear arms. Eastman Gun Shows, proud supporters of the Second Amendment.
Is shopping for health coverage confusing? Georgia's got you covered. Georgia Access is our state's program for all residents to find quality, affordable health insurance. At georgiaaccess.gov, you can explore a variety of plan options. You may even qualify for no-cost coverage. Open enrollment is happening now. Visit georgiaaccess.gov today. Georgia Access. Health insurance. The Georgia way.
The following is a paid commercial announcement.
When is the last time you paid less but got more in return? It happens every day if you or a loved one has Medicare Advantage. $0 copays and an average of $2,500 less out-of-pocket annually, but more benefits like dental, hearing, and vision. More prevention and screenings to keep people healthy. More care for less money. No wonder 33 million seniors choose Medicare Advantage. Visit MedicareAdvantageMajority.org to learn more. Paid for by Medicare Advantage Majority.
City of Hope. We're more than just a top-ranked cancer hospital. For over 100 years, we've been making breakthroughs, pushing the limits of what's possible, targeting cancer at the molecular level, pioneering treatments used worldwide. At City of Hope, your entire cancer-fighting team is bound together by a single mission: to cure your cancer. And now City of Hope is closer than ever, providing patients in Metro Atlanta the cancer care they deserve. Learn more at cityofhope.org.
Hey, it's Ashley Frasca from the traffic team. And you know, when I report traffic every morning, I hear from people that are jammed up. They are bumper to bumper, and there's not enough room to move on the Atlanta roads. You know that. So let me ask you, is the storage at your business like that? Do you feel like you've outgrown your space? Shipping Containers for You has the perfect solution. Shipping Containers for You has 40-foot and 20-foot containers that can be delivered to you within days. Go to shippingcontainersforyou.com. Find the shipping container that you need for your home or business and have it delivered within days.
I was remiss yesterday because we do have a Thanksgiving song from Tim and the AIs, or whatever his AI band is called. The AI Tims. The AI Tims. I'm trying to work your name into it. Artificial Timelligence. Nah, that doesn't work. Just Tim and the AIs.
That's not so bad.
Timelligence?
I like artificial Timelligence.
I just think as a band, though, I think it's
East German Kraftwerk like band.
It is. I think Tim and the AIs.
Well, with
better.
AI, you've got Andrews there in the beginning.
Oh yeah,
A.
Andrews Intelligence.
There we go.
And we'll do it like a one of those '70s bands, the Andrews Intelligence Corporation, something along those lines. Now here's the thing: I didn't play this yesterday. Sack full of oranges. I'm kind of Tim tells me that this song is only about gifting some delicious oranges to loved ones on Thanksgiving. But I got to tell you, I'm sensing some other deeper, kind of like darker thing going on. And you just say, no, this is just about gifting some oranges, right?
Yeah, you remember Bing Crosby, the crooner?
Yeah.
He used to give out oranges to his family members.
Okay,
He'd put them in a sack and go,
here
you go.
But I heard another story about those sacks of oranges. So listen, Tim, this is the Tim of the Tim and the AIs. So I got to tell you, he says there's nothing dark or nefarious about this. It's just about, the wonderful act of gifting oranges to your family members on Thanksgiving. So let's go.
When you finish with the turkey and your kids are acting jerky and your nagging wife just won't get off your back, and when your hair begins to bristle, you can give a little whistle while you pour a bunch of oranges in a sack. Just give the open end a twist and wrap it around your wrist. Then clench it in your fist. Everyone will get the gist. A sack of oranges keeps the family in line. Trust me, I have done it 86 times. Throw away the carrot and use the stick
to hold the bag.
'Cause a sack of oranges always does the trick.
I was going to ask about that.
When you're watching the bears and lions,
Carrots break.
and your sister-in-law is crying, and your daughter won't shut up about Donald Trump. And when your teeth they start a-grinding, you can finish your unwinding after that sack of oranges hits someone in the rump.
See,
right there. They
Just
tripped.
give the open end a twist and wrap it around your wrist.
This sounds menacing.
Then clench it
No,
in your
you
fist.
so you don't drop it.
Everyone will get the gist. A sack of oranges keeps the family in line. Trust me, I have done it 99 times.
How many? There's only 80 in the first part.
Throw away the carrot and use the stick. 'Cause a sack of oranges always does the trick. A holiday tip that you can use when to be quiet they refuse.
See?
And it doesn't leave a bruise.
Right there.
A sack of oranges always does the trick.
There's the mentioning of hiding bruises in there.
No,
which
it,
is
it
like-
doesn't leave one while you're chewing it.
Oh, I see.
Because some foods will do that if
And
you bite them
also,
too hard.
a bruised orange kind of stinks. You don't want
Right.
that.
How
So-
did he go from 87 to 99 so quickly? in one
Prolific.
swing?
Yeah, he's
Prolific.
yeah.
He's,
He had a whole bunch of family members over, and he had a lot of
Oh.
sacks of oranges.
Is there a place where people could download that if they believe Tim Andrews' idea that this is just a happy holiday song without us talking over it?
There
Is
will be.
There will be.
Yes.
Okay. Well, it's still a couple days before Thanksgiving. We'll get it out there.
Everyone should sing it at the table after grace.
It's yeah.
It's a little snappy number.
It is a snappy number, but it's like 2.5 minutes long.
I wish
People-
I had been around to record that one.
Well, you look, Bing. You were around to terrorize your family with a sack full of oranges.
Oh, no,
You're
they
just gonna
loved
have-
them.
you're
They
just gonna
loved them.
have to- All right, I believe it's time for us to do what we call this.
This is interesting.
Or
No thanks.
very simple, not rules, just an explanation. This Jared Yamamoto is going to toss headlines at me. I will respond with either
This is interesting.
or.
No thanks.
Are you up to speed? If you're not, I'm sorry.
I don't get it.
Show's a little over your head. You're just gonna have to kind of sit back and relax and let us guide you around by your nose.
Okay. From the United Kingdom's Daily Mail, Apple has released their top podcast for 2024, and you might be shocked what the number one podcast.
Shocked. Hold on a second. Don't just throw it out there. We have listeners who are in traffic. We don't want people to be shocked.
A lot of people expect
Having heart, not attacks, but they call
palpitations.
it palpitations, or what they call a heart event.
So it seems to me that you're interested, yes? Oh!
This is interesting.
Well, I just want to see if I'm shocked or not. What's shocking? Who's at the top?
At the top.
Todd Bridges? That would
No.
be shocking if you found
That
out
would
that
be.
Todd Bridges had the number one podcast in America.
Especially since he doesn't have one.
Yeah, at all. And even he might have one.
No, you
Just
can
don't
watch
know
him
about-
play video games all day on X.
Oh, is he good?
I don't know. I don't watch people play video games. But he's on there
Is he fully clothed?
most of the time.
Yeah, he's in his 50s now anyway. I'm not interested.
Still got a good body.
Yeah, well, he's always a good-looking kid,
Oh, yeah.
Good-looking kids don't necessarily grow up to be good-looking adults.
He did.
He did. Well, good for him.
Number one podcast. Are you ready for this?
I'm ready for it.
The New York Times, The Daily, is
Oh,
Apple's top podcast, followed by
get
Crime
outta
Junkie, and then third.
The
following-
Daily?
Yes.
Why are you telling me this is BS? This is BS.
Followed by third,
Thank
Joe Rogan
you,
Experience.
Apple, for your subservience to the machine. All of a sudden, we're going to find out that people's favorite podcast is actually from the New York Times. See, folks, it only took a little bit of time, but the legacy media is the best. And given time, people will naturally gravitate over to, away from conspiracy theories and this nonsense about questioning government, which is so un-American, and gravitate back to legacy media. I find that difficult to believe. Is there a Wordle hint in there? Maybe if there's a Wordle hint.
Maybe. I think realistically, the reason why Rogan wouldn't be number one on Apple is because he has housed his main service is Spotify. So Spotify is going to promote him more.
And YouTube.
I would say that right now it's even more YouTube.
Yes. So I think
for him. But let's be fair here. Going back a couple of years when everybody acknowledged that Joe Rogan was the biggest podcaster in the world, I would imagine he was showing up number one in everything. Now, I don't know
I'm sure
that.
He was.
I don't know that. So
I'll confirm those numbers here in a minute. But I think that
because it may be that people just go find him in different places. I would like to know, George Clark, I want to know who has more listeners, downloads per week from any sources. The New York Times, what is it?
The Daily.
Oh, wow. The New York Times.
I don't think we have that information. I don't think you can have it. They don't have information about how many downloads podcasts get.
Well, no, that's not true. Like the Netflix streamers, they're very secret.
Some companies do make it
Joe
public.
Rogan, it's known something like 14 million a week.
He makes it public.
Okay.
Not all companies
He's
make
number
it public.
one when I just Googled it and I used their AI. He's number one when you combine all the platforms.
Of course.
Which makes sense.
Of course. So this is just people who use Apple
Correct.
as their way to get to podcasts, which I don't think that they're one of the top ones.
Yeah.
But I don't think they're at the very top. Doesn't Spotify do more podcasting?
Spotify has become a lot
YouTube is
cleaner.
Everything. When you get lazy like me, just get your stuff on YouTube and I'll see it.
Apple is, here's a breakdown. YouTube is the preferred platform, 33%, Spotify 24%, and Apple 12%.
Okay, so they're at the top and the bottom.
Yes.
Which,
And I
by
like
the
to
way,
be there.
can be fun.
It can.
Keep an open mind,
Don't
people.
you want to congratulate the New York Times, the Daily? I mean, that's quite a feat.
Quite,
No,
yeah.
bravo.
And how
bravo.
creative. Let's call it the Daily.
We've discovered that Donald J. Trump.
Yes. Is it like I want to, you know what? And also, George Clark, after you're done with that and all the 900 other things that you have to do, I would like you to find a clip from today's New York Times, The Daily, so we can get an idea of just what makes it so wonderful. Now, you said Rogan was in third place. What was in second? Let me guess. Middle-aged women who love to hear stories about serial killers.
Yeah, Crime Junkie.
Oh, my goodness.
Crime Junkie.
Some kind of weird sickness going
Crime
on.
Junkie has lost its appeal for me because once
you,
I found
you have a penis.
Well, yes, that, and then also once I realized that they're not in the same room and that they would edit the other girls, the dumb girl quote, her responses in.
I've never heard it, so I don't
when you
know
listen
what
to
what it is.
there's one girl that's always the investigator into whatever the crime is, and the other girl is just a reactor. So she's like, "Wow, that's like Autumn there. That's insane." And then once I realized they're not in the same room, I'm like, "Yeah, that's just like that."
Well, wait a minute. Autumn isn't in the same room. Are you saying this isn't legitimate?
Well, I'm saying that they don't do it live, so they edit her responses in after
so
the
she's just
show.
why? How much does she get paid to go? Hey, wow.
I don't think it's I don't think as much as the investigator.
See,
but
this
she
is why
gets
Joe
paid a
Rogan
lot.
is the best because he does that himself. He both hosts and he says, "Wow."
Turkey, stuffing, and $100?
Now that's a happy Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving Day is Turkey Day payday.
Listen every hour between 9 a.m. and 7 p.m. for the keyword.
You could win a $100 gift card to Publix, where shopping is a pleasure.
And you'll have the entire hour to enter the keyword.
On the WSB app.
Or WSBRadio.com.
From the station that's thankful for you.
95.5 WSB. Details at WSBRadio.com.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate today at carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K. Your car can be picked up as soon as the next day. Receive a tax deduction and vacation voucher.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate.
At Humana,
Our Medicare Advantage plans give you coverage and care you can count on, along with guided support to help you feel your best. Our licensed sales agents are ready to help you understand your options and choose a Medicare Advantage plan. You'll feel confident because you have plan options that fit your needs. You could have a plan with a $0 premium and even personalized care from a wide network of doctors, or all-in-one plans that may include medical and prescription coverage, as well as routine dental, vision, and hearing. When it comes to the benefits and support you need, Humana has Medicare Advantage plans made for your well-being and your wallet. Learn more at gethumana.com. Humana, a more human way to healthcare. Humana is a Medicare Advantage HMO and PPO organization with a Medicare contract. Enrollment in any Humana plan depends on contract renewal.
November 29th is Blue Box Friday at D. Geller & Son Jewelers. It's our best sale of the year. Every beautiful piece of jewelry in a blue box is 20% off. Buy 2 pieces and get 40% off both. Buy 3 or more, get 60% off everything. You'll find everything from classic diamond hoops to unique gemstone necklaces to diamond wedding bands. D. Geller & Son has been Atlanta's holiday tradition since 1939. This Blue Box Friday, let us show you why with incredible jewelry at unbeatable prices in Atlanta, Kennesaw, and Sandy Springs. Learn more at dgeller.com.
Post Malone presents the Big Ass Stadium Tour. 9-time Diamond certified and 16-time Grammy Award nominated phenomenon, Post Malone. His biggest headline tour, live at Mercedes-Benz Stadium May 11th. Global superstar, Post Malone, with Jelly Roll and special guest Sierra Farrell. Get tickets now at livenation.com.
MSC Cruises Black Friday sale is here. For a limited time, book now with up to 40% off cruises, drinks and Wi-Fi included, plus up to $500 onboard credit. Sail to the turquoise waters of the Bahamas with stops at our private island, Ocean Key MSC Marine Reserve, or experience the beauty of the Caribbean and more destinations. MSC Cruises, for a greater beauty. To book, visit msccruises.com or contact your travel advisor. Restrictions apply. Ships registered in Panama and Malta.
Men, if you're suffering from ED or PE, Priority Men's Medical Center will get your love life back in just one visit. Their painless, breakthrough medical treatments eliminate ED and PE. Here's a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Have Viagra or Cialis let you down? Priority Men's Medical Center offers the most effective treatments that eliminate ED and PE, with men lasting longer than ever. 98% of patients see instant results on their first visit.
Priority Men's Medical Center's breakthrough treatments will restore your love life regardless of age or medical history. Your consultation and first treatment are free. Plus, you'll see instant results in the office. Plus, qualified patients will have their testosterone checked free. Call 404-885-8885. 404-885-8885. To regain your love life in just one visit, call now. 404-885-8885.
All right, George has done some research. While the Apple is saying that Joe Rogan is third.
That's right.
It's not really wrong. They're talking about their platform.
Yes.
So it's the truth. It's just the way the story is put out there. It's like, hey, just when you thought Rogan was a kingmaker, look out. He's got the third. No, it's just on the Apple platform. George Clark looked at it, and what were the numbers you found?
Yeah, so it's 20 million per episode of JRE, and then 4 to 5 million for every day of the daily.
Okay, now I think that for the most part, Rogan puts out 3 a week.
That sounds
so. That would be 60 million downloads.
And the daily,
obviously, a lot of it with both of these, kind of the same people.
Yeah,
every one. He's not getting a new one, so it's not 60 million different people. So it's 20. But let's go per week. If he puts out 3 a week, that's 60 million downloads. If they put out 5 a week, it says the daily, but I imagine they mean week daily,
right?
Not Saturday and Sunday. I could be wrong, but let's assume it's weekdays, and that's 5. So that's like 60 million to 25 million. And I'm not real great at math, but I think the one with 60 million would be the one who has more.
Well,
or even if you broke it down to each episode, the one with 4 or 5 million is not competing with the one with 20 million.
Perhaps Apple Podcasts is the bellwether for the future
of
America.
It could be.
The daily podcast.
It could be. So what? And then it was kind of strange. They try to link his popularity to Trump, but he's been popular since he started this podcast, Wasn't Obama president when he started the podcast?
It was a long time ago. I was in high school when it started.
He's been popular through Republicans, Democrats, in power, out of power, all of that. So it's not really explained by that. Also, how long is the day? You have a little bit of the daily?
Yeah, so it seems to be 30 minutes exactly.
George Clark
day.
said that this sounds exactly the way you would think it would sound.
Wow.
I'm guessing. I'm guessing NPR like. We're not the kind of people who fall for conspiracy theories. We always speak in measured tones. That's why you can trust us.
Now that Matt Gaetz has withdrawn from consideration as Attorney General, Donald Trump's most controversial cabinet pick is his selection of Pete Hegseth as Secretary of Defense.
You know what? There's something very strange. I feel like that guy is hitting on me.
Oh, he is.
Take your pants off while we listen.
Pete Hegseth. Here's the other thing. Now, I know you're all going to be surprised by the fact that here at the New York Times, we don't like Pete Hegseth. This probably comes as a shocker to you. We don't like the tattoo on his chest that proclaims him to be
Templar
a Christian warrior.
Although deep down, the host might actually like that tattoo.
That's a possibility. He can make it wiggle and move. Quite...
We know deep down he has to pretend like he doesn't like it, but...
So, that's... by the way, if Pete Hegseth makes it to the nominating floor, if he had, with hearings, it will be the first time a nominee is questioned about a tattoo, I believe, because that's going to come up. It's because it's a little, I think it's worth a question or two. I mean, do you think the U.S. military is a Christian fighting force? Before what's he up for? Defense?
Yep.
Yeah, I think you should ask that question. I'm usually not one to ask somebody about their tattoos in government hearings, but if he's going to be Secretary of Defense, I think So, do you consider the United States military a personal Christian force?
Yes, I do.
Okay, well, question asked. Question answered.
Plan to start a new crusade.
Yeah. It's like most of us don't think of the Crusades as the good old days, but maybe, I suppose. The Templar Knights. Maybe he's just really into those Dan Brown books.
Yeah.
Maybe the people at the Daily are right. Maybe they're onto something. Maybe we should be more suspicious and question.
I'm trying to tell you is, I ain't a fan of that tattoo. I mean, you can have any kind of tattoo you want, and that's fine. Tattoo you, as the Rolling Stones once proclaimed. But for Secretary of Defense, I want to ask questions. Are we fighting for America, or are we fighting to create more Christianity around the world? It's a good question for the next Secretary of Defense.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
Billy, your gas light's on. We need to stop and fill up.
No way, Jen. Gas around here is too expensive. We can make it a little further.
Billy, listen to your big sister. You don't need to drive all over searching for the lowest gas prices. Do what I do and use Upside.
Upside?
Do you live under a rock, Billy? Upside is the hottest cashback app out there. It's free to download, and you get real cash back for every gallon of gas you buy. I use it all the time, and I've already made around $200.
You can make that kind of cash back just for buying the gas you have to buy anyway?
Yes, I'm looking at the Upside app now, and there's a gas station at the next exit offering 25 cents per gallon cash back.
Okay, I'm stopping to download Upside and fill up my tank. Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code RADIO to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, to PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code RADIO for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code RADIO for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Are the effects of diabetes, prostate cancer, hypertension, or high cholesterol robbing you of your ability to perform in the bedroom? Choice Men's Health can help you eliminate ED and get your bedroom performance back in just one visit. Choice Men's Health offers breakthrough treatments for ED and performance issues in the bedroom to help you regain your confidence and give you back the intimacy with your partner. Call Choice Men's Health right now to make an appointment and find out how you can eliminate ED on the first visit. Popular name brand pills like Viagra and Cialis don't work for everyone and can have serious side effects. Choice Men's Health custom medications work immediately, even if you have a medical history or think you're too old to perform like you used to. Choice Men's Health can help you have a fulfilling sex life again. Call Choice Men's Health today at 404-400-1170. That's 404-400-1170. Once again, that's 404-400-1170.
Protect your turf from termites. Call Breda Pest Management. They handle bugs and critters. And Breda is proud to sponsor Scott Slade's Georgia every Thursday on Atlanta's Morning News.
Breda, no need to be afraid of bugs.
WSB Atlanta, WSBB FM, and HD1 Doraville. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk. News, weather,
traffic. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 4 o'clock, I'm Bill Caiaccio, news sponsored by Georgia Spa Company. Our top local story, it's happening now. Holiday travel in full swing at the world's busiest airport. WSB's Steve Summers reports live from Hartsfield-Jackson Airport, where he's talking to travelers this afternoon.
Yeah, Bill, this is a hopping place. Controlled chaos here at the North Terminal at the Atlanta Airport. A few passengers I talked to today, both coming and going, told me about their experience. Here's what they had to say.
Everything is on time. There was nothing that I had an issue with.
Orlando wasn't too bad. It was more crowded than usual. I found, obviously, that getting in here was a different story. Atlanta's always busy.
We didn't have any bad experiences. We had great people sitting around us. We had great flight attendants, and we had 140-mile-an-hour tailwind.
A tailwind, of course, always good in life as it is in flying. That last fellow there from Seattle, so he really got a boost. TSA lines, they're short. About a 10-minute wait right now. We'll have more on what's going on here at the airport coming up the next hour. Reporting live, Steve Summers from the Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport. 95.5 WSB.
Right now, it is 61 degrees in Atlanta. When does the rain return? Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta's most accurate and dependable forecast coming up. A ceasefire deal to end one conflict in the Middle East.
CBS News special report. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's office says his security cabinet has approved a ceasefire deal with Hezbollah to go into effect in about 5 hours. President Biden says the United States helped broker the ceasefire deal, along with France and other allies.
Just spoke with the Prime Minister of Israel and Lebanon. I'm pleased to announce that their governments have accepted the United States proposal to end the devastating conflict between Israel and Hezbollah.
Biden calls the deal good news, but notes Israel's war with Hamas is still ongoing.
So now Hamas has a choice to make. Their only way out is to release the hostages, including American citizens, which they hold.
Reporter Linda Gradstein in Jerusalem.
Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said that if Hezbollah violates the ceasefire, Israel will have backing from the U.S. to respond.
In Israel, the hostilities have killed at least 82 soldiers and 47 civilians. CBS News special report. I'm Matt Piper.
Atlanta police hope new reward money will help them catch a bank robber.
A $25,000 reward is now being offered in a stabbing and attempted robbery at the United Community Bank on Caroline Street in Northeast Atlanta last Wednesday. The suspect went behind the counter demanding cash. When he was told there was no money, he stabbed the employee in the stomach. Sergeant Travis Williams with Crime Stoppers has a description of the suspect.
Described as a black male, probably between 5'9" to 5'11", looks to be in his late to early 30s.
If you see the suspect, don't approach him. Call police. Sabrina Cupid, 95.5 WSB.
And we posted a picture of the suspect at WSBRadio.com. Atlanta police investigating after a man is shot and killed under a bridge on Glen Street in southwest Atlanta today. The victim was confronted by another man who shot him multiple times before leaving the scene. Homicide detectives are now working to learn more about what led up to that shooting. The man accused of shooting at SWAT officers from a balcony at the Four Seasons Hotel in Midtown Atlanta last month is granted bond by a Fulton County judge. 70-year-old retired ophthalmologist Jay Berger has been held at the Fulton County Jail since the October 29th shooting. Bond set today at $101,000. Berger's lawyer says his client was suffering a mental health crisis during the hours-long standoff with Atlanta police. One officer was injured when he was struck in the face by a bullet fragment. Two single moms in Clayton County have a lot to be thankful for this Thanksgiving as they get the keys to their brand new homes.
It's real. It's real.
Through happy tears, mother of three Tawanda jingles the keys to the Habitat for Humanity home she helped build from the ground up. She was stunned to walk in and find every room kitted out by Warwick Dunn's Home for the Holidays.
It's 100% a blessing from someone else. We had no idea.
My mom's dream was to own her own home, and she never had that opportunity.
This is Dunn's 234th such house.
It never gets old.
In Hampton, Veronica Waters, 95.5 WSB.
The Hawks are fined $100,000 by the NBA for holding Trae Young out of a recent game. It's a violation of the league's player participation policy. Young missed Atlanta's matchup with the Celtics November 12th with an Achilles tendonitis problem. He returned for the next game 3 days later against the Wizards. And after an investigation, the NBA determined Young could have actually played in that game in Boston. It is now 4:04, and the Von Hessler Doctrine continues in less than 2 minutes. Right now, live team coverage of traffic and weather. And Triple Team Traffic starts with Ashley Frasca.
How's this for holiday volume up through Henry County? About 19 miles of slow traffic on and off the brake pedal. Or 14, rather. 14, that's a little bit better. Headed up from exit 205 on 75 north all the way to Jodico Road, and then jammed in both directions on the downtown connector as you make your way through the heart of the city, 75, 85 north and south. With an eye on the ride, headed home into the northwest in the Coolray Carrier Traffic Center, it's Sydney Darden.
Yeah, and the volume still, we're seeing that over in Cobb County, specifically 75 northbound around North Marietta, South Marietta Parkway. That 120 loop is going to be where you're mostly on the brakes. Once you pass that near Barrett Parkway, you do kind of brake free, but once you get to that 75 split, be ready at those brake pedals again. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
I'm WSB meteorologist Christina Upwards. Fair skies tonight as temperatures fall into the low 40s for tomorrow morning. Tomorrow afternoon, partly cloudy, high 65. Morning rain showers on Thursday. A few showers may linger through the afternoon, high 64.
Right now, 62 in Decatur, 59 in Villa Rica, and 64 in Sewanee. More news at 4:30. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Hour 2 of the Von Hessler Doctrine begins right now. Very quickly before we get to English Nick. Sad to say, according to CBS News, world's oldest man, John Tenniswood, dies in England at the age of 112.
Old Tenniswood?
Old Tenniswood. You know what I've found? It's probably seems great to get acknowledged to be the oldest man in the world, or the oldest woman in the world, or the oldest person in the world. But what I have found, because I've been doing this show for a long time, it's not a title that you hold on to for very long. There aren't a lot of people, hey, there he is, 15th year in a row, oldest man. Once you get that title, certain death is right around the corner. That's what I found.
The Grim Reaper is waiting.
The Grim Reaper, is some sort of deal at a coffee house, and he had to wait in line, and you just, for some reason, looked over. The Grim Reaper does that sometimes. Like Santa Claus, I believe in December, checks his list. He checks it twice. And you go, oh, yeah, that's right.
Tenniswood's on it twice.
Tenniswood. I was supposed to get him in April. Okay. All right. We
well,
can't.
I'll take the CPAP machine back.
Yeah, looks like you don't need it, old John. So, rest in peace. And now we have another. Because, this guy was only the world's oldest man since April. When the Venezuelan, 114 years old. That's got to hurt. Not only were you the only man alive, the oldest man alive for just a few months, but the guy who died before you was 2 years older than you.
Who's the next person?
Does it say? Born in the same. Hey, by the way, this guy was born in the same year the Titanic sunk.
Wow.
Thank you. See, I don't have to pay him for that. Like on that daily by New York Times, they pay somebody to say, wow. But I get this comes.
Jared was genuinely.
What?
He was genuinely.
I mean,
when
you think
wait a
about
minute. Somebody else is trying for the job. But go ahead, young lady.
Whoa. How old is she?
She's a sexy young 24-year-old.
Yeah, the best is with
Wow.
with crime
gross.
the Crime Junkie podcast. They edit in the female host. There's like a smart host that's the investigator, and then the second host is the one that comes in there and they edit her reactions, and she asks really dumb questions about the case. Like, really? How could that have happened? And then
Okay, but why?
Yeah, see, that's it. Yeah, exactly. That's it.
And some people come in and say, that's not a good edit. And then somebody else comes in and goes, it's a bunch of middle-aged women listening. Hey, don't worry about the quality.
Hey.
Just get it out. Just get it out there.
I'm saying wow.
Wow.
Middle-aged women are
You never
savvy
wondered
sometimes.
why middle-aged women are so into serial killer stories? There's a sickness going on here.
Yeah.
This is your idea of your life is too boring? You want to constantly hear about other women, kind of like you, who are murdered? Like, I don't get it.
There's some interest there. You're right.
I will tell you this. They don't tell me who the next guy is, but the world's oldest living woman is 116. She lives in Japan.
She's still alive?
Well, she wouldn't be the world's oldest woman if she wasn't still alive.
116.
106.
There she is.
Jared Yamamoto's great.
Wow. She's so disappointed in me.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah. It's
You
not my
sold
fault
out.
that I'm here. It's not my
Yeah,
fault.
you
I was
sold
just
out.
born here.
You went with the enemy.
With a name like Yamamoto.
WSB. Oh, she doesn't like WSB.
She listens.
She doesn't like the Von Hessler doctrine.
Well, when you put it like that, okay, that's.
Itadakimasu.
I'm sorry I didn't pick the background that you wanted, great-great-great-grandma. Sorry.
Why you get? Show some respect. She's the oldest
Well, she's
woman in the
coming
world.
into my
Why are you
background.
getting snippy? She's the oldest woman in the world. Show
Give her-
some respect.
Give her an arigato. Say
Jaridu.
arigato.
Mr. Robot.
That's the easiest
All
word.
right,
Thank
before
you.
we get canceled, let's do this.
These are real words.
That's what I'm afraid of.
The Japanese embassy is
Yes,
monitoring this show.
The real words is something that the embassy is like, we will remove our ambassadors to the United States of America.
Okay, I don't know enough Japanese to be able to say anything bad.
You
They
never
just say
know.
like, hello, thank you, you're welcome, good morning.
And I am legally Japanese, so I find it to be just
Are
fine.
you legally Japanese?
you?
I am legally Japanese.
Ooh,
legally.
maybe we're related.
Okay.
What's up, George Takei? What's up, buddy?
Hit me up on Blue Sky.
I hear
You're still
it.
posting on X, though. What's going on?
Oh,
Well,
how
I
come
like
that?
to troll the right wingers.
Yes.
They're evil. The orange dictator.
Yeah, the blue sky. I don't know. Everything I read says it's going to be an ex-killer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not working.
Well, before we know it, there'll be nothing left but just blue ski. All right, English Nick, get off your phone.
Sorry.
We're doing stuff here.
A friend with
He's
a very
looking at Blue
urgent request.
Man, people are always on their phones.
People got stuff to do, man.
That's right. You're here to pip some toodles, so let's get
I
to
am. Meghan Markle's back.
it. Good.
She's breaking
Did- what-
silence.
did she
after
go away?
Well, not really.
She was silent? I don't remember her being silent.
Yeah, not really. This headline from the Irish Star.
The Irish Star.
The Irish Star.
Bono?
No, it's just it's the Irish version of
Meghan and
the
Harry.
British Star.
Okay.
Which can have some risque stuff between the pages. from
Well,
time to
you know
time.
the Irish.
The Star is the
Always
part.
drunk, I hear.
Well, they like green stuff. I've heard too.
Yeah.
Page 6, Mrs. Potato.
And their favorite Ultimate Fighter has been in the news recently
Yeah,
too.
these things are like
Shut up over there.
Conor McGregor and his ways.
Yep.
Meghan Markle breaks silence after reports of separation from Harry.
What?
All right. Now, this story I read, she doesn't say anything, so I don't know how she
Not
breaks her
really.
silence.
And they're saying it's more of a professional separation. Like,
Yeah,
they're doing events separately. You know.
See, that's the thing about this story. She never says that there. I didn't realize that there was trouble in the marriage.
No.
And then they're acting in this story like, well, they're showing up separately for business ventures. But are they? The question: are they still? Are they still?
Yeah, they're busy people.
No,
right?
I mean, are they getting it on?
Yeah.
No.
And
Because that's what would tell you whether or not a
mentally-
couple. Excuse me.
Mentally,
Yeah.
there's a lot that we are working on to, reconnect and build a bridge between the two of us, professionally and personally.
Do you think he's realizing what an idiot he married?
They have a lot to unpack, Eric.
Yes, I've got a lot to
We have
unpack,
a,
Eric.
we have a lot to unpack, Eric.
Lots.
In this
Well,
picture,
lots.
the picture they leave within this article, it looks like she's unpacked it all and he's still thinking about it.
Yeah, he looks
'Cause
miserable.
she looks happy as a clown.
8 years of regret.
And he just,
Without him, she's that lady in that show Suits.
yeah.
Right. I mean, like
Or the briefcase girl.
Right. Yeah, but I mean, even worse.
She tried to distance herself from
We're,
that, didn't she?
we're talking B-, C+ level, maybe.
Maybe.
Like the third or fourth rung reality show. Without him by her side, she's that lady from that show Suits.
I
Can't
miss
really
William.
call it a royal stamp of approval, can
Excuse
you?
me, I miss William.
You probably miss your
I
whole
think-
family. Your
I think
dad's dying of cancer.
I do miss my
Oh.
father.
Your
Sure, let me talk to
sister-in-law's got cancer of some
Well,
kind.
she's got through it, I guess.
They say. I don't know.
Treatment's over.
They say.
Well, anyway, I just,
They say.
Time
You
for
know,
a break. Time for a break, I think.
So you're going to do a little separation?
The separation, see other people.
There's a lot of separating that needs to happen, and we're going to go through that separation together.
Yeah,
Harry, do you ever just tell her to
I'd love to.
pipe down?
I'd love to, but I'm a gentleman.
Okay, all right. So.
Are you trying to tell me to pipe down? Is that what
No,
you're
I
saying?
didn't. I didn't make the mistake of marrying.
Darling,
It
pipe
sounds
down.
like. Excuse me.
My wife's not up to things like she's not doesn't have ulterior motives in our relationship. So
I have the ulterior motive of making this successful.
Yes, right. I told her to read the room. You saw the election results. Nobody cares.
Yeah,
about you and
it's
your
stupid
crusades for nothing. Buy our jam.
This is why.
Let her have it, Harry.
What? He's finally standing up.
Yeah.
My father's jam is superior to yours.
Oh, that's where it started.
Wow.
That's
Well,
where it started.
I think you're talking crazy because I know privately and separately you have said the opposite. So.
You know, you can take that strawberry jar there and jam it.
I got a feeling.
Wow.
I've got a feeling.
You like my jam. You seem to really like my jam.
No,
Well,
not
if you
really.
don't- that
I
turns
replace
out-
it with my father's.
I think she's talking about a different kind of jam.
I'm talking about a
She's-
different jam. Remember that time you were
Fish?
She was talking
No.
about. She was talking about. I think withholding sex from you if you don't.
no.
No?
I'm talking
I
about a
took it
very
wrong?
specific
she's alluding
jam.
no, she's alluding to something that never happened.
It
sounds like
just
there's
because you
trouble
don't
here.
remember it happening doesn't mean it didn't happen here.
Okay,
Did
so
you give me a roofie then?
No.
It's time for you to turn and walk away.
I am. That's
Jam.
what I'm doing. Yes.
Because she's got a boy and she's got a girl, and that's the lineage.
got her
She's
children,
got what she
got the
wants. The money's going to be there.
Back to the
So,
whores for me.
Yeah, back to the globe-trotting playboy you once were. Remember when he was a delightful globe-trotting playboy?
Dressed up like an SS officer.
Well,
Yeah,
that was one
yeah.
Halloween, yeah.
Yeah. That's when you knew which kid was king material and which wasn't. They both walked out for that Halloween party. Harry was dressed as an SS officer, and as I recall, William was dressed as a big cat.
That's all you needed to know right there.
Which one is king material? I
think Harry's going to have a good second half. I believe in him.
Really? You think he's going to come back?
I think he's going to have a good second half.
That's right.
I believe in you, buddy.
Like the Panthers?
I'll
They
get
still
my-
lost. Ashley Frasca says I-20 is troublesome.
Starting to get a little crowded in DeKalb County on the East Freeway, headed out on I-20 eastbound, slow in spots leaving 285, trying to get out to Panola Road, and the westbound delays into that Sunshine. They persist in from Evans Mill. And then as you're making your way home through Lithia Springs, I-20 westbound, the worst of that is before and after Thornton Road. Looking at I-285 in the Coolray Carrier Traffic Center, Veronica Rouse.
And right now, maybe some new trouble, maybe just sunshine. 285 westbound, the inner loop right around Riverdale Road, exit 60 causing for delays. The rest of 285, overall not so bad, but you are still on and off the brakes. 285 east and southbound as you leave Peachtree Boulevard, so Doraville area over to Highway 78 in Clarkston. Same story, on and off the brakes. 285 west and southbound, leaving Roswell Road down to I-20 on the west side. This report brought to you by Whole Foods Market. Save on staples at Whole Foods Market. Get 25% off. $63.5 by Whole Foods Market. Market select baking essentials with Prime through November 28th while supplies last. Shop in store or online. Terms apply. Triple Team Traffic 95.5 WSB.
Georgia is headed to the SEC Championship game next week in Atlanta.
It's a great honor to be able to play in the SEC Championship game.
But first, the Bulldogs face rival Georgia Tech Friday night on Dooley Field.
That's what they call it, man. It's clean old-fashioned hate.
Pre-game coverage starts Friday at 3:30, only on your home of the Dogs, 95.5 WSB. Brought to you in part by Hoffman Financial Group, official partner of the Georgia Bulldogs.
We weren't planning on selling our home, but our family's needs changed. I'm Caitlin, and selling our home with a guaranteed offer from Marks Bain Real Estate was the best decision we made for our family. With over 11,000 five-star reviews, I had peace of mind knowing I could trust Marks Bain Real Estate to sell our home fast and for more than we were asking. If you're preparing to move, check out Marks Bain Real Estate's guaranteed offer. Go to marksbain.com and see what their guaranteed offer would be on your home. There's no obligation. That's marksbain.com and start packing.
Fall, lots of fun, festivals, football, and full roads. With all of these activities and distractions, pack your patience and take your time. Hey, it's Smiler Mark McKay. We all know accidents happen, and if a distracted driver hits you this fall, call my trusted team at John Foy & Associates, the Strong Arm. They specialize specialize in personal injury law with a winning track record taking on big insurance companies. There is zero cost until they win your case. Call 24/7 for your free case evaluation. JohnFoy.com.
Are the effects of diabetes, prostate cancer, hypertension, or high cholesterol robbing you of your ability to perform in the bedroom? Choice Men's Health can help you eliminate ED and get your bedroom performance back in just one visit. Choice Men's Health offers breakthrough treatments for ED and performance issues in the bedroom to help you regain your confidence and give you back the intimacy with your partner. Call Choice Men's Health right now to make an appointment and find out how you can eliminate ED on the first visit. Popular name brand pills like Viagra and Cialis don't work for everyone and can have serious side effects. Choice Men's Health custom medications work immediately, even if you have a medical history or think you're too old to perform like you used to. Choice Men's Health can help you have a fulfilling sex life again. Call Choice Men's Health today at 404-400-1170. That's 404-400-1170. Once again, that's 404-400-1170.
Mike Rowe here with a quick question. Have you noticed mold, mildew, bowing walls, or water in your basement? I hope not, but if you have, your basement is losing the war against groundwater. That's where AquaGuard comes in, a groundworks company. They can honestly assess your situation and create a plan to waterproof your basement and stabilize your walls. Schedule your free inspection at aquaguard.net/row.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
Hey, it's Mark Aram here with an amazing way to make this a stress-free holiday season. Heat and serve traditional feasts from my friends at Publix. Order now and make your holiday gathering one to remember. Check out the turkey dinner. It includes a fully cooked turkey, old-fashioned cornbread dressing, delicious home-style Yukon Gold mashed potatoes, cranberry orange relish, marshmallow delight, and no Thanksgiving is complete without delicious home-style gravy. Just make sure you order these items in advance. Publix, where shopping is a pleasure.
If you have unfiled taxes or are in debt to the IRS, this is important news. Did you know the IRS has programs specifically designed to help people struggling with tax debt? Powerful tax assistance programs that can save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution firm, A-rated by the Better Business Bureau. Their award-winning team of tax attorneys and licensed professionals have resolved over $1 billion of tax debt for their clients. One call to Optima can start the process, helping to end your worries about wage garnishment, asset seizure, and other IRS actions. Make sure you're getting the best options to solve your tax problems. Call the experts at Optima today for a free confidential consultation.
Call 800-926-0155. 800-926-0155. 800-926-0155.
Optima Tax Relief. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
All right, English Nick, you have to do the story about the English grannies.
This is wonderful.
They call it Granbia, right? Granbia.
So it's in Gambia.
Yeah.
And these older British ladies and European ladies are going there. They have money.
Yeah. They're in their 60s, 70s.
Yeah, they're going there to find love or whatever with these younger men from Gambia.
And they're really poor. So they'll have sex with these older British ladies.
Or even a relationship or even get married.
Well, yeah, because they're taken care of because they're super poor. And I think Gambia is a very poor country.
They gotta have Viagra, right?
Huh?
They have to be taking Viagra, though, right?
No, listen.
No, it's the they're going with younger men.
You know what? A proctologist once said to me.
I don't think so.
A proctologist once said to me, because his father was a proctologist, right?
Yeah.
And he said his dad taught him, there's $100 bills up there. Go get them. So I think this is kind of the same sort of thing. You just, in your mind, you're just sort of like, hey, this means that I'm not going to starve. So
and
that
also,
in and of itself is erotic. Yes?
Just from watching 90 Day Fiancé.
Yeah.
So my limited experience from that has been that there are some cultures that say, I can do this with anybody because I'm a man. You know what I mean? Like it proves how masculine I am.
Yeah,
right?
but I think it has
hey,
more to do.
the lady is the lady, and I'm going to get that lady no matter what.
I think it has more to do with wanting to eat. And the hierarchy of needs.
I don't think that the sex organ of a man and then the need to eat
Well, yeah.
I don't know.
No. You could be taken care of. We know about this. Goes the other way all the time.
Yeah, these are basically sugar mamas, right?
Right. Yeah, they can come in. They can take care of you. I mean, if you want to marry them, you're just like, okay, I don't have to worry about starving for the rest of my life, or if not starving, just being very poor. Besides, I wanted Autumn to be one of these British grannies. That's what
I know.
Mother, are you going to Gambia again?
There's her son.
I'm going to Gambia.
Why are you always going to
get me a young
Gambia?
man. Because I'm going to get me a young man.
Oh, so you're going to fit all about Father, who's over there on the mantle.
Yeah, father doesn't do it for me anymore, does he?
He's dead. He's ashes. Now, how could he?
She needs somebody to make the tea.
I'm still a woman, flesh and blood.
So why do you got to go all the way to Gambia? You could go
Well,
to a
because
pub.
they're young and virile.
What's wrong with Jonathan, who lives down at the pub?
He's too old. He's too old.
And Jonathan, I watched him grow up, didn't I?
Some of these guys, they grow up on the beach and they're really fit. Like they work out. They look
nice
great.
muscles. They've got nice bodies.
Yeah, they're like.
They can take care of me in my old age. You know, I can't get up the stairs as well as I used to.
Well, I come over and make you dinner.
They're
Yeah,
like.
right, but well, you're not going to roger me in the back.
Mother!
Oh,
Mother, that's
my
disgusting.
Well, listen, I told you, I'm still alive.
You're not going to be for long if you keep going to Gambia.
She must be taking those Hims or hers, right? She must be taking one of those supplements.
No, I don't need a supplement. I'm still, like I said, I'm a lady. Still alive.
Right, I've heard enough.
I want to live the rest of my life.
I've heard enough, Mother.
All those.
I spent years raising you lot.
Whatever
and
you want
now-
to do is fine. I just don't want to hear about it.
Well, what's embarrassing is
Well,
when
you
you got
asked, didn't you? I didn't bring it up.
when son and mother go to the bar together. Oftentimes,
I don't
she
go to
pulls.
the pub
she-
with
Bar? You
she-
mean the pub?
Well, yeah, the pub. Excuse me. She often pulls better than you do, which that's what
I'm
you're
not
jealous
married.
of.
Yeah, these young blokes.
I'm not
these
trying to pull.
14-year-olds around here.
Now here, hold on. Let's not get it twisted. They're going to Gambia because they can't get young people in England to go to have sex with them.
Jonathan's in
Right,
his 50s.
Jared.
Huh?
Jonathan's in his 50s. He's younger than Mother.
Well, that's
These
she's
young
looking.
50-year-olds, they haven't got what I need, do they?
She
And
wa-
they're just as old as, I mean, they're not as old as me,
Oh,
but they've
right.
also got
Whatever,
their own
Mother,
problems. They've
whatever.
got, listen, they've got children who are running
Right.
about. I'm
Yes.
not there to take care of them. We
That's
don't
right.
want that. And then also,
What if
like
you
I
get
said,
pregnant?
I've got to get mine in sometime. You
That's
know,
right,
just
that's
because
right.
I'm 87.
All of these guys, they look like those two gym rats that helped Jussie Smollett pull off his kind of thing. It's like, hey, they probably
Well,
did
they
that
look
for the
strong
same
enough to
reason,
me.
right?
They've got strong backs.
Good strong back. They help you move you got to move the couch around or something.
They can move me around the couch if they like.
Are we done with you, English?
You're done with
Are
me
you
today,
leaving
yes.
us?
I am today.
Well, this is the last time I'll see you before Thanksgiving. Have a happy Thanksgiving.
You too.
Ashley Frasca is watching Downtown for you.
Getting worse trying to head south into the city. 75 southbound backed up before Howell Mill, and 85 south delays begin just before Georgia 400 and stop and go the entire way. Connector south through Midtown down to I-20. Northbound, you see volume increasing before University Avenue. And my math was bad on the last one. 14 miles. How about that? 14 miles of slow traffic. That's still pretty rough through Henry County. The worst of that, making your way 75 north up from Highway 16 to Jodico Road. Checking the northeast in the Coolray Carrier Traffic Center at Sydney Darden.
Yeah, it's a similar situation, a really rough ride all directions on Spaghetti Junction. But once you get off on 95 northbound, it's going to be some pretty rough brake tapping around Jimmy Carter Boulevard, past that and on into the Pleasant Hill area. And it continues once you get to that 316-85 split all up into Sewanee. This report is sponsored by Georgia Department of Behavioral Health and Developmental Disabilities. Don't take chances. If a drug didn't come from a pharmacy, don't take it until you test it, because fentanyl can be hiding anywhere. Brought to you by the Georgia Department of Behavioral Health and Developmental Disabilities. Triple Team Traffic 95.5 WSB.
Men, if you're suffering from ED or PE, Priority Men's Medical Center will get your love life back in just one visit. Their painless breakthrough medical treatments eliminate ED and PE. Here's a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Have Viagra or Cialis let you down? Priority Men's Medical Center offers the most effective treatments that eliminate ED and PE, with men lasting longer than ever. 98% of patients see instant results on their first visit.
Priority Men's Medical Center's breakthrough treatments will restore your love life regardless of age or medical history. Your consultation and first treatment are free. Plus, you'll see instant results in the office. Plus, qualified patients will have their testosterone checked free. Call 404-885-8885. 404-885-8885. To regain your love life in just one visit, call now. 404-885-8885.
Owning a home means a lot of tough decisions, like who can I trust with the comfort of my family? Hey, it's Jared Yamamoto from the Von Hessler Doctrine for Guardian Home Experts. You know me, I'm an Atlanta guy, born and raised, but I'm not going to use a company just because my parents did or because I heard their name a lot. Heating, cooling, and plumbing options and pricing can be really complicated. So I did my research and I chose local, family-owned Guardian Home Experts. Over 5,000 five-star reviews, affordable options, high-quality work, and impeccable customer service. Get a new system with Guardian and Daikin to get up to a $1,450 instant rebate and 0% interest for up to 60 months. That's as low as $99 a month to own, not lease. Plus, Guardian offers a meet or beat price match guarantee up to $500. Details online. And here's my favorite part.
Call 470 experts. Guardian Home Experts.
It's my favorite time of year. I love spending time with family, enjoying delicious, nutritious food and bread. That's right, real bread, not that enriched stuff you see on the grocery shelves. This is Sue from Bread Beckers in Woodstock with Sue's Healthy Minute. My family and I were blown away from the health benefits of making real bread from freshly milled whole grains. After more than 30 years in business, we are more than a kitchen store. We are a real food store where you can get everything you need to make real bread for your family. Come to the Bread Beckers store in Woodstock this holiday season. We offer a complete line of grains, beans, sweeteners, and other whole foods, and check out our top-of-the-line kitchen equipment, including grain mills, pressure cookers, freeze dryers, and more. Our infused olive oils and vinegars are a huge hit. Our knowledgeable and friendly staff will help you find the perfect gift. Visit breadbeckers.com or our Bread Beckers store in Woodstock.
Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios.
News,
weather,
traffic.
95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's news and talk.
At 4:30, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News sponsored by Hoffman Financial Group. Our top story, one conflict in the Middle East is coming to an end.
CBS News special report. President Biden says the U.S. helped secure a ceasefire deal in Lebanon, which would end fighting between Israel and Iran-backed militant group Hezbollah within hours. And Biden says he'll work on more talks.
In my remaining time in office, I'll work tirelessly to advance this vision for an integrated, secure, and prosperous region, all of which strengthens America's national security.
His announcement came just as Israel's cabinet approved the ceasefire after the urging from Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. The ceasefire does not apply to the ongoing fighting between Israel and Hamas, as CBS's Charlie D'Agata reports.
There is an opportunity here because, quite frankly, the world is growing weary of that fight in Gaza and tens of thousands of people killed there, the increasing humanitarian crisis. Now we will see that this one conflict has been put to the side. Maybe more focus will be on a sort of diplomatic solution to what's happening inside Gaza.
CBS News special report, I'm Matt Piper.
61 degrees in Atlanta. Will it be a rainy Thanksgiving? Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta's most accurate and dependable forecast coming up. A $25,000 reward is offered by Crime Stoppers to help catch a bank robber in Atlanta. We posted his photo at WSBRadio.com.
First and foremost, if you see the suspect, call 911. Don't approach. Give us a call if you have information of the whereabouts of the suspect.
Sergeant Travis Williams with the Atlanta Police Crime Stoppers Unit says the robber stabbed a bank employee during an attempted robbery last week at the United Community Bank on Caroline Street in Northeast Atlanta. Cobb Police need your help as they investigate a deadly pedestrian accident.
25-year-old Comfort Nakingany was struck and killed early Tuesday morning near Anderson Mill Road and Austell Road. Shanice Barner, Public Information Officer, Cobb County Police, says the woman was walking against the light and struck by a driver in a Toyota Highlander.
Tragically, 2 additional vehicles subsequently struck the pedestrian. They left the scene without stopping.
Barner says police are searching for those 2 additional drivers. Anyone with information is asked to call Cobb County Police. Daphne Young, 95.5 WSB.
A shaken baby murder case out of Gwinnett County goes to the Georgia Supreme Court. It'll hear the appeal of a man convicted in 2003 of shaking his 2-month-old son to death. The state's high court will review a September 25th order signed by a Superior Court judge denying Daniel Smith's request for a new trial. Medical experts say Smith was wrongly convicted. They testified earlier this year the boy died from natural causes due to seizures and a premature birth. It's a big getaway day at the world's busiest airport with 2 days until Thanksgiving. WSB Steve Summers is talking to travelers at Hartsfield-Jackson Airport this afternoon.
We didn't have any bad experiences. We had great people sitting around us. We had great flight attendants, and we had 140-mile-an-hour tailwind.
So far, there are a limited number of flight delays and cancellations across the country, with most of them in the West. A massive federal loan to help Rivian restart construction on its Georgia facility is welcome news to state leaders.
U.S. Senator John Ossoff says the infusion of nearly $6 billion in federal money was critical for the project.
To ensure that not just we avoid wasting potentially billions of dollars of Georgia taxpayer dollars, but also that we're in position to get this plant up and running and to create and support thousands of jobs here in the state of Georgia.
In a statement, Governor Kemp's office says they will continue to support the company to help them achieve their goals and fulfill their commitment of creating, quote, good-paying jobs for hardworking Georgians. Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's Shaky Knees Music Festival is moving locations and dates for next year's event. The festival will be held at Piedmont Park rather than Central Park, September 19th through the 21st. Those used to be the dates for Music Midtown, which was canceled last year. The lineup for this year's Shaky Knees Festival has not yet been announced. It is 4:34 and time for live team coverage of traffic and weather, and triple team traffic starts with Ashley Frasca.
Trip time's already up to about half an hour, if not a little more. 7585 southbound from Atlantic Station and 17th Street all the way down to 166 Langford Parkway. Northbound, not much better as you try to make your way up and clear Freedom Parkway. And then we've got a little bit of slow traffic in Sandy Springs on 400 northbound, trying to make your way up from Abernathy. And again, passing Windward Parkway, updating the ride, circling the city in the Coolray Carrier Traffic Center. Veronica Rell.
Well, your heaviest delays are over on the east side. 285 east and southbound packed in from Peachtree Boulevard, headed out to Highway 78. And then just on and off the brakes, 285 westbound and southbound, that outer loop as you leave Sandy Springs, Georgia 400 and head down to I-20 on the west side of town. Triple team traffic, 95.5 WSB.
This is WSB meteorologist Christina Upwards. Fair skies and chilly for tonight as temperatures fall into the low 40s. Tomorrow, partly cloudy, high 65. Rain showers return on Thursday morning. A lingering rain shower possible in the afternoon, high 64.
Right now, 57 in Woodstock, 65 in Conyers, and 60 in Doraville. More news at 5 o'clock. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Do you know the secret to losing fat permanently? Hi, I'm Dr. Taylor from Be the Younger You Atlanta. And I know the secret. Our anti-aging program makes it easy to lose weight, regain your health, and for many of our patients, reduce or even come off their medications. All without drugs, surgery, prepackaged meals, or injections. No counting points or calories. And you feel great while losing it because if you're doing it the right way, you should feel great.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, it's Shelley Winter. Man, Thanksgiving is right around the corner. Christmas is right after that, and then it's New Year's. We're going into the season where you will put on the holiday weight. So before the holidays come, go to BeTheYoungerYouATL.com right now and schedule a free consultation so you can see how well this program works.
Call us now to schedule your free consultation and take advantage of our 20% off fall special. Call 770-415-3000 or go to BeTheYoungerYouATL.com. That's BeTheYoungerYouATL.com.
MSC Cruises Black Friday sale is here. For a limited time, book now with up to 40% off cruises, drinks and Wi-Fi included, plus up to $500 onboard credit. Sail to the turquoise waters of the Bahamas with stops at our private island, Ocean Key MSC Marine Reserve, or experience the beauty of the Caribbean and more destinations. MSC Cruises, for a greater beauty. To book, visit msccruises.com or contact your travel advisor. Restrictions apply. Ships registered in Panama and Malta.
If you have COPD, here are some reasons to go see your pulmonologist again. 1. Those flare-ups you keep having, they have the chance to cause permanent lung damage. 2. We now know a certain type of inflammation can cause flare-ups for some people. And 3.
When can I see Grandma?
Need more reasons? Visit www.livewithcopd.com.
Kind of snatched defeat from the jaws of victory there at the end. I don't know if you noticed. But,
I did.
I was trying to give you an uplifting speech.
It worked.
Okay, good. Don't call me over the holidays, though. You're on your own.
Okay.
Call me, if you need a friend.
I'll have less mac and cheese than normal.
Yeah. You know what you could do if you wanted to not always be thinking about these sort of health issues and stuff?
Be stoned all the time?
Well, that's one way of doing it. The other way of doing it is that you just get really, really super great with your diet. Makes you feel good. You know, like if you're going to have a panic attack, right? It's very difficult to have a panic attack if this is a thought that you have in your head. I've got a belly full of spinach. I've got a belly full of navy beans and broccoli. I'm not going to die.
What's wrong with
that?
navy
Would make me
beans
want to
and-
die. A
No.
belly full of spinach and navy beans.
Navy beans are yummy.
These were
What are
these
navy
were
beans? What is that?
They're,
You get 'em in the Navy.
Listen, obviously you do not cherish our armed forces.
Apparently not. I'm an Army beans guy.
Well, the Navy gets the gravy and the Army gets the beans, according to legend.
I don't know why they're called navy beans. It's kind of bean that comes up. But my point is, if you're one of these people who is a slight hypochondriac or whatever, it's not clinical, but you're always this and that. I don't know. Then just eat very well, and then you'll at least have that in your mind. Like, oh no, I've been running every day and I eat well. That doesn't mean you're not going to die. What I was telling Tim Andrews was, and this is true for anybody, the odds of you dying today are very slim. That's true for every day, including the day you die. So, not exactly sure how to take that, but most days that you think you're going to die, you don't. And then one day, you do. So, you just got to play the math, right? The odds are this is one of those days where you don't.
Right.
Eventually, it'll be a day that you do.
That's why you enjoy the ride.
Enjoy the ride.
Hold on to the safety bar if you need to, but enjoy the ride.
Yeah, just panic a little, but keep going. That's what I'm saying.
Push through it.
Push through it. I at least met my wife, who got me over a lot of my panic attacks. Because we were only together for like 3 or 4 months. And I was having all kinds of panic attacks when I was in my 20s. And I was like curled up on the floor of the bathroom, freaking out. And she walked in and said, "Get up, you idiot." And I went, okay. Because I figure somebody else has a better clue that you're dying than you do.
Yeah.
Like they see you every day. If you were on the doorstep of death, you probably look different to them, and they would freak out. That's why when you go to an emergency room with a panic attack, really, when you walk in and you think you're dying, and you go up there and you say, "I need to see somebody," and they say, "Okay, we'll get with you. Why don't you go ahead and have a seat over there?" If that's the response, just leave and go home.
Yeah,
because they know what it looks like to see people who are dying walking
they'll
in.
pull you right in if you're dying. Believe me.
So if they
I've
say,
seen it.
if they say, "I can't," okay, have a seat over there. That's all you need to know. Just get in your car, drive back home. You're not dying.
Here's your clipboard. Fill this out.
Of course, there was that one time. Remember, like 6, 7, 8 years ago? I think it was Philadelphia. They had that security cam footage of that woman just dying in the emergency room. She was sat there for like 2 or 3 hours, and she just fell off her chair.
Oh.
That was not a great emergency room. Nobody recognized that she was dying. But usually they can. They know what dying people look like. So don't, because what panic attacks cost $2,000. You go to an emergency room, they give you some kind of sugar pill, they placate you or whatever. And then they had that admonishing thing at the end, like, probably shouldn't be using the emergency room this way. Hey, I thought I was dying. I'm not a doctor. You're the doctor. You're the expert. I thought I was dying. Sure, maybe I smoked 10 joints before that. I didn't think the two had anything in common.
Take this Xanax and go home.
Matter of fact, just take Xanax every day.
Yes.
Thanksgiving travel is cranking up. Will the weather cooperate? Asks AP. That's short for the Associated Press. That's a bunch of press people who have an association with one another.
Yeah, they share content.
So it's turning out I got to fly on Friday.
You're going to be fine.
Flying. No, I'm not saying I'm flying to Buffalo. So they're saying like there's going to be a crappy old storm. The most travelers in the history of the world. I picked the right weekend to travel, that's for sure.
Well, at least when you're at the Bills game on Sunday, is it going to snow there? Does it look like it's
there's a chance to be snow. Right now, it's looking like it's going to snow during the day, and by night there'll be snow all around. But I don't think it's going to be snowing during the game.
No lake effect
changes. Well, the lake effect will happen during the day, But I'm just hoping that the same 49ers team shows up that showed up Sunday again. I can't remember who beat them up. Was it the Green Bay?
Yes,
Who
it was the Packers.
I mean, they don't have their quarterback. I'm saying, you know, I say that Brock Purdy. You know what? Look, dude, that team needs you. You don't need to be hurrying back. What are they, like 5-6 or something?
5-6?
Yeah, wait till next season.
Yeah, you're not going to win the Super Bowl this year. There's no read. Don't run. Hey, you got a hurt shoulder. That cold weather in Buffalo. You don't want any part of that. You know what? Don't even get on the plane. I'm traveling to see the Buffalo Bills. I would love to see them go up against a team that we are almost certain to beat. Okay, I don't need Brock Purdy coming back proving something. So I just want to say this, and this is not because I want the Bills to win. This is because I care about people and I care about Brock Purdy. Dude, I think you need another week. That's all I'm saying.
I think Christian McCaffrey ought to take a day off too.
He since he's come back, he might as well have taken a day off.
Hmm.
He has not been nearly as effective as the guy that was there when he wasn't there, whatever that guy's name was. So he might be toast.
Mason. Mason is the backup.
Christian McCaffrey might be toast.
You think?
Well,
I thought he had a good game.
No, he's averaging like 2.5 yards since he got back. So he look, he had a lot of injuries when he was fantastic, and he may just had the last one.
Well,
I don't know.
Autumn was telling me ever since San Francisco lost Brandon Ayuk, it's been really bad for them.
Well, Autumn is a big
Ever
Ayuk.
since they lost Brandon Ayuk, it's been.
Yeah. Actually, Brandon Ayuk was playing pretty poorly before he went down.
Yeah, but
they're getting all that money, right? That's what Autumn told me.
After McAfee.
Yeah, after McAfee, he invented that antivirus software and then went into football.
Remember McAfee?
And then he started a podcast.
He does it all.
Yeah.
But I think he may be harmed. So, nothing against it. Nothing is worse than traveling, going through TSA, busy holiday weekend, and then you go all the way and it's freezing in the stadium and your team loses. Nobody wants that to happen. So I say to this Brock Purdy, hey, take care. That franchise needs you. So take care of yourself. Don't even come to Buffalo.
Can I make the same request because I'll be going to the Falcons game on Sunday? I'd like to see Justin Herbert just not make the plane ride.
You know what I'd like to see? I'd like to see the entire Falcons team show up.
It'd be nice.
That would be nice.
It would be nice, yeah. Considering
What is going on with them? I don't even understand.
The defensive schemes don't make sense, and I brought this up 3 times here on the show, but it's been bad penalties in crucial moments. So
That's
third downs have become
lots of penalties.
Third and 2 and through a 3rd and 7 is huge, and then when it happens on defense, you give first downs on 3rd down. That's not good.
Don't you think that's coaching?
Yeah,
I think a lot of penalties. That's usually coaching.
I think eventually what's going to happen with all the talent the Falcons have on defense, they're probably going to have to switch play calling duties back to Raheem Morris.
Oh, really?
That's what they're going to have to. I think.
Well, that's why he got the job, because he's a defensive mind.
Yeah, Coach Lake has been the defensive coordinator and calling all the plays.
Come on, Coach Lake, get it together.
Yeah, I think that's the issue there.
Hey, McCaffrey might return to practice tomorrow. Not McCaffrey, but Purdy.
No, they're saying, well, he threw a little bit yesterday. I'm following this. He threw a little bit yesterday, but then he was sore again, so he took the day off and he's come back tomorrow. I'm just saying, look, man, another week. I'm worried about him, and I'm worried about the 49ers, and I think they need to be thinking about the future. And the future is you don't want him coming back too soon. And I want Buffalo just to win so that the whole damn traveling nightmare becomes worth it.
You should go out there since you've been a Bills fan your whole life. And I
think
that,
40 years, since 1980.
Okay, so basically your full life. What you need to do is you need to dedicate some time ahead of the game to shovel out the stadium. That's what you need to do, to give back to your Bills.
Yeah, I'm doing all right. I don't need that $20 an hour.
You don't pay. It's volunteer.
Oh, I thought
it was controversial.
Oh, no, they give you food, though, right? Well, we have a volunteer for the Buffalo. You volunteered, right? What did they do?
Yeah, last time Josh Allen came out, and he kind of helped us do it, too. And,
They didn't feed you, or was that what the hell?
Well, he gave us the pretzels that was left over from last week.
Okay, well, that's good. That's pretty good.
Yeah, and then I got a beer.
All right, well, that's not bad.
Labatt's.
Free?
Yeah.
Bingo.
Nice, right?
Right.
Go Bells.
That's called winning the lottery right there.
Yeah.
Go Bells.
Go Bells.
Ashley Frasca says 75 is bad in Cobb County.
It's really starting to pack in from Delk Road as you travel 75 northbound, and the sunshine's becoming a factor, especially getting through the Kennesaw area, trying to head to 92 in Ackworth. Southbound, very slow, beginning below Canton Road. You're on and off the brakes the entire way down to I-285. We just flew over a smoking tractor trailer on the East Freeway. Not a tourist attraction yet, but it's I-20 eastbound before Panola Road. It was already a slow ride leaving I-285. And you got a crowd through Lithia Springs beginning around Six Flags. headed home into Douglasville, I-20 westbound. Updating the south side ride in the Coolray Carrier Traffic Center, Sydney Darden.
Yeah, that holiday traffic really showing itself. It's a slow ride from Locust Grove 75 northbound all the way almost to Stockbridge. We did get reports of a crash 75 northbound at Jodica Road that's off to the right, but still not doing you any favors, and you're going to be looking at a lot of volume until you hit that 675-75 split into the city. This report is sponsored by Disney's Moana 2. Traffic is never fun, but what is fun? Moana and Maui teaming up for an all-new epic adventure that you can only see on the big screen as soon as possible. Disney's Moana 2 in theaters everywhere on Wednesday. Get your tickets now. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Turkey, stuffing, and $100?
Now that's a happy Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving Day is Turkey Day payday.
Listen every hour between 9 a.m. and 7 p.m. for the keyword.
You could win a $100 gift card to Publix, where shopping is a pleasure.
And you'll have the entire hour to enter the keyword
on the WSB app
or WSBRadio.com.
From the station that's thankful for you.
95.5 WSB. Details at WSBRadio.com.
Hey, it's Mark Aram here with an amazing way to make this a stress-free holiday season. Heat and serve traditional feasts from my friends at Publix. Order now and make your holiday gathering one to remember. Check out the turkey dinner. It includes a fully cooked turkey, old-fashioned cornbread dressing, delicious home-style Yukon Gold mashed potatoes, cranberry orange relish, marshmallow delight, and no Thanksgiving is complete without delicious home-style gravy. Just make sure you order these items in advance. Publix, where shopping is a pleasure.
Are the effects of diabetes, prostate cancer, hypertension, or high cholesterol robbing you of your ability to perform in the bedroom? Choice Men's Health can help you eliminate ED and get your bedroom performance back in just one visit. Choice Men's Health offers breakthrough treatments for ED and performance issues in the bedroom to help you regain your confidence and give you back the intimacy with your partner. Call Choice Men's Health right now to make an appointment and find out how you can eliminate ED on the first visit. Popular name brand pills like Viagra and Cialis don't work for everyone and can have serious side effects. Choice Men's Health custom medications work immediately, even if you have a medical history or think you're too old to perform like you used to. Choice Men's Health can help you have a fulfilling sex life again. Call Choice Men's Health today at 404-400-1170. That's 404-400-1170. Once again, that's 404-400-1170.
Norwegian Cruise Line's Black Friday sale is here. Get ready to lock in the year's best deal with 50% off all cruises, NCL's all-new More at Sea package, and $250 free with Cruise First. You'll enjoy unlimited open bar, specialty dining, and more. Visit ncl.com, call your travel advisor, or 1-888-NCL-CRUISE. Offer ends soon. Norwegian Cruise Line ships registry the Bahamas and USA. Restrictions apply.
Scott Slade here to talk to you about your health, and I think it's real important to talk about what is most likely to kill you. Heart disease is the #1 killer of Americans, and the older we get, the more prevalent it is. But you can reduce your risk. Eat right, don't smoke, exercise, and be informed about what's going on in your own body. Like lots of potentially serious health problems, if you catch heart disease early, you vastly increase your chances of living a longer life. And that's where virtual imaging comes in. Virtual imaging scans take less than 10 minutes and screen with 98% accuracy for heart disease. Other scans, including brain and full body, are available too. Virtual imaging is locally owned and operated in Atlanta for over 15 years, so they can make you this terrific offer. A complimentary heart scan for you and your spouse with a few minimum requirements. So don't put this off. I've done it. Call Virtual Imaging today for your free heart scan. 770-678-SCAN. That's 770-678-7226. Or visit their website at virtualimagingatl.com.
If you have unfiled taxes or are in debt to the IRS, this is important news. Did you know the IRS has programs specifically designed to help people struggling with tax debt? Powerful tax assistance programs that can save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution firm, A-rated by the Better Business Bureau. Their award-winning team of tax attorneys and licensed professionals have resolved over $1 billion of tax debt for their their clients. One call to Optima can start the process, helping to end your worries about wage garnishment, asset seizure, and other IRS actions. Make sure you're getting the best options to solve your tax problems. Call the experts at Optima today for a free confidential consultation.
Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
There's a lot of hubbub stories about how damaging these tariffs are going to be that Trump is promising. You know, yesterday, I believe it was yesterday on Truth Social, he said that he is going to enact new tariffs on Mexico, Canada, and China on day one of his presidency in retaliation for what he says is an influx of crime and illegal immigration from those nations. And this is from Wall Street Journal. And they kind of break down, you know, the different levies and all that and, you know, the impact. And a lot of people saying it's going to hurt us because obviously it raises the price. And what I just want to put out there about this whole tariff thing and anything before January 20th when we find out exactly what this new term of the Trump presidency is going to look like is let's at least, rather than just responding to every new idea for a tariff and how terrible that idea can be, I think what's important here is to actually assess it from the point of view of why Trump's doing it and what his gamble is. In reality, it is correct. The tariffs are not, as a libertarian type of thinker, I've never been for tariffs. They do raise prices, at least in the short term. And because the tariffs are paid by the go-betweens, and then they pass the price along down the line, and that ends up being upping the price at the end of the day. And you can be for this, you can be against it, you can make good argument for it, you can make a good argument against it. What I'm arguing for right now is that we argue what it is, rather than going each tariff one on one. Trump's belief is that the American market of 330 million potential customers is so important to the economies of other countries around the world, Canada, Mexico, China, that he believes, a lot of times he's not doing this stuff as pure economics. He believes that you can leverage the 330 million potential customers in America as a way to solve other problems between nations. And like I say, it's a gamble, but that's his gamble. You want my 330 million potential customers. And it might be a little tough for a couple of months, but we're bigger than you, our economy is better than yours, and we can outlast you. Now, you can be for that, you can be against it, you can make a good argument for it, you can make a good argument against it. But whether you're for it or against it, at least you'll be arguing about what's really going on, as opposed to the way this drip, oh, a new tariff, and this is the downside. Either his gamble is correct, and other countries need our market, and they will bend because of that, or he's wrong. And can we at least just start talking about what's really going on? That would be nice. Ashley Frasca is watching the Downtown Drive.
We are flying over Midtown Atlanta right now, and it is packed in on 7585 northbound, beginning at 166 Langford Parkway. It'll take about 35 minutes to make your way up to 17th Street, but it does start to break loose around the Varsity. 85 south is slow for as far as I can see back to North Druid Hills, and 75 south, you're on the brakes as you approach the Howell Mill and Northside Drive exit. Updating the ride into the northeast is the Coolray Carrier Traffic Center. Veronica Rell.
Well, right now you're on and off the brakes. 85 northbound, leaving Spaghetti Junction, 285 to about around Indian Trail Road. A few brake lights again. 85 northbound approaching 985. Georgia 400 northbound. You're dealing with delays through Sandy Springs, but not that much. Just some delays as you leave 285, and delays again as you leave Windward Parkway over in Alpharetta. Traffic brought to you by Publix. Let Publix make the holiday stress-free with the Publix holiday meals. Just heat and serve for a traditional feast. Advanced ordering required. Publix, where shopping is a pleasure. Triple Team Traffic 95.5 WSB.
New investigations break on Channel 2 Action News. We get problems solved, plain and simple. Every day we follow the facts.
Started digging, only to find...
Getting you the answers you need now.
We have live. Team 2 comes.
Channel 2 never stops advocating for you.
An investigation regarding your tax dollars.
We're more than just Atlanta's news.
A warning for consumers regarding...
We've got your back all over North Georgia. See what's new, live, every day at 4, 5, and 6 on Channel 2 Action News.
You've heard these investment strategies for years. Buy low, sell high. Don't pay more in taxes than you have to. Don't put all of your eggs in one basket. Tune in to Financial Symphony, Sunday at 2 p.m. to hear Mark discuss why some investors are losing big money not following these common sense principles.
Men, if you're suffering from ED or PE, Priority Men's Medical Center will get your love life back in just one visit. Their painless, breakthrough medical treatments eliminate ED and PE. Here's a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Have Viagra or Cialis let you down? Priority Men's Medical Center offers the most effective treatments that eliminate ED and PE, with men lasting longer than ever. 98% of patients see instant results on their first visit.
Priority Men's Medical Center's breakthrough treatments will restore your love life regardless of age or medical history. Your consultation and first treatment are free. Plus, you'll see instant results in the office. Plus, qualified patients will have their testosterone checked free. Call 404-885-8885. 404-885-8885. To regain your love life in just one visit, call now. 404-885-8885.
Owning a home means a lot of tough decisions, like who can I trust with the comfort of my family? Hey, it's Jared Yamamoto from the Von Haessler Doctrine for Guardian Home Experts. You know me, I'm an Atlanta guy, born and raised, but I'm not going to use a company just because my parents did or because I heard their name a lot. Heating, cooling, and plumbing options and pricing can be really complicated. So I did my research and I chose local, family-owned Guardian Home Experts. Over 5,000 five-star reviews, affordable options, high-quality work, and impeccable customer service. Get a new system with Guardian and Daikin to get up to a $1,450 instant rebate and 0% interest for up to 60 months. That's as low as $99 a month to own, not lease. Plus, Guardian offers a meet or beat price match guarantee up to $500. Details online. And here's my favorite part.
Call 470 experts. Guardian Home Experts.
WSB Atlanta, WSBB FM, and HD1 Doraville. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's news and talk. News, weather,
traffic.
95.5 WSB, Atlanta's news and talk.
At 5 o'clock, I'm Bill Caiaccio with our top local story. It is the busiest time of the year at the world's busiest airport. WSB Steve Summers reports live from Hartsfield-Jackson this hour, where holiday travel is in full swing.
Yeah, it certainly is, Bill. I'm at the North Terminal, where airline check-in counters and TSA checkpoints are moving pretty quickly right now, though I have noticed an uptick in the past hour as people get off of work and take these evening flights. I talked to some passengers about their holiday travel experience today. Here's what they had to say.
It's good. Yeah, you do it.
And now you just have to wait for your luggage.
Yeah, that's probably the thing that's taking the longest. I was a little fretful. I never went to bed last night, and we had to be at the leave for the airport at like 4.
Everything was fine. We got to Philadelphia with no traffic or anything. We were through TSA within 20 minutes. 20 minutes. TSA wait times here at the Atlanta Airport North Terminal, 2 to 11 minutes. Reporting live, I'm Steve Summers at Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport. Steve Summers, 95.5 WSB.
60 degrees in Atlanta. When is the next round of rain arriving, and how cold does it get after the rain moves out? Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast coming up. A deal to end one conflict in the Middle East.
CBS News special report. President Biden announces that the U.S. helped secure a ceasefire deal in Lebanon to end fighting between Hezbollah and Israel.
I applaud the crazy decision made by the leaders of Lebanon and Israel to end the violence. It reminds us that peace is possible.
Correspondent Scott McFarland says the deal was made possible with an ally.
The White House has made this a priority over the past few days, weeks, and months. In fact, President Biden had a call with the French president on Friday to talk about these negotiations, which the White House has credited the French with being part of.
Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu via interpreter with this warning.
If Hezbollah breaks the agreement and tries to arm itself, we will attack.
Netanyahu says a truce would also permit Israel to redirect its efforts back to Gaza, where it has been at war with Hezbollah ally Hamas since October of last year. CBS News Special Report. I'm Matt Piper.
A $25,000 reward from Metro Atlanta Crime Stoppers to help catch a bank robber.
Police say the suspect walked into the United Community Bank on Caroline Street in Northeast Atlanta last Wednesday, went around the counter and demanded money.
The victim had told this suspect, "Hey, I don't have any money." That set the suspect off. He produced a knife and unfortunately stabbed the victim.
Sergeant Travis Williams with Crime Stoppers says the victim survived. Police releasing a picture of the suspect. Anybody with information being asked to call Crime Stoppers or Atlanta Police. Sabrina Cupid, 95.5 WSB.
And we posted a picture of that suspect at WSBRadio.com. The man accused of shooting at SWAT officers from a balcony at the Four Seasons Hotel in Midtown Atlanta last month is granted bond by a Fulton County judge. 70-year-old retired ophthalmologist Jay Berger has been held at the Fulton County Jail since the October 29th shooting. Bond set today at $101,000. Berger's lawyer says his client was suffering a mental health crisis during the hours-long standoff with Atlanta police. One officer was injured when he was struck in the face by a bullet fragment. It is an extra special holiday for two Clayton County single moms who are now first-time homeowners.
I've never had my own room. I've always shared it with my daughter for 14 years.
Certified medical assistant Tawanda tells me she's been through everything under the sun.
This is the first time it feels like I'm going to be stable.
The family was stunned to walk into their Habitat for Humanity home completely furnished by Warwick Dunn Charities.
To walk into this is mind-blowing. Like, I told my daughter to pinch me.
Dunn tells me this is his 234th house, and this never gets old.
You're seeing their reactions, their emotions, and that's what really gets me. They're actually excited. At the same time, they're thankful.
In Hampton, Veronica Waters, 95.5 WSB.
It is now 5:04. The Von Hessler Doctrine continues in less than 2 minutes. Right now, it is live team coverage of traffic and weather. And triple team traffic starts with Ashley Frasca.
Certainly a crowded ride across the north side perimeter, 285 westbound, beginning around Ashford, Dunwoody, getting in and through the Cobb Cloverleaf, and you stay on the brakes, 285 south all the way down to Hollowell Parkway. We're flying over Marietta, where I see the slow traffic beginning past the South Loop, headed 75 north, waves the volume all the way up to Ackworth, and the southbound ride, it is jammed all the way from Canton Road, Highway 5, ramping onto 285 there near the ballpark. Checking I-75 on the south side, it's Sydney Darden.
Ashley, it's like you said, jammed, like the Thanksgiving turkey we're all probably going to be eating this week on 75 northbound near that 120 loop on up towards Kennesaw. You're going to stay on those brakes, especially once you get to that 575-75 split. And from there, it is going to be a pretty rough ride, 75 northbound all the way past Kennesaw into the Ackworth area. Triple team traffic, 95.5 WSB.
And now Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast, sponsored by Shoemate, the official heating of winter. Here's meteorologist Christina Edwards.
Fair skies this evening as cool air continues to move into the metro region. Lows tonight in the low 40s. Tomorrow, partly cloudy, high 65. Mild on Thursday morning with temperatures in the upper 50s, low 60s as rain showers move in. An isolated rain shower possible for Thursday afternoon, then turning chilly by Friday morning. Lows in the mid 30s. Cold despite the sunshine on Friday. Highs in the upper 40s to low 50s, dropping down to the upper 20s, low 30s on Saturday morning. Saturday afternoon, high 49. Sunday, even colder with lows in the mid 30s.
Right now, 60 in Johns Creek, 57 in Austell, and 61 in Stockbridge. More news at 5:30. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Hour 3 of the Von Hessler Doctrine begins right now.
Was that a spank that you just did?
Goodness. That was lame. That was lame. Everything is consensual, I can assure you. She's consented to receive $10,000.
Pineapple! Oh, I said pineapple.
Yeah, that means...
I said pineapple.
I thought that meant you want more.
No, it means
get
no,
mixed
it's the
up on
opposite.
No, I thought apple.
I said pineapple.
I thought apple meant
It
stop.
used to be pineapple used to be the one that keep going, but now it's not. I told you that.
Well, look, the rules have already been set.
She's very thankful.
All right. You know what? I'm vamping a little bit because I saw in the video as we came in, this Greg Russ was shoving food in his mouth. So I didn't want to go to him real quickly because I wanted to give him time to, well, not digest, but at least, swallow the food. Let's do this.
He's a misanthrope. He has a dark heart, and he needs a good psychiatrist. New York. It's Greg Russ with stories from Studio B1.
Tuesday edition.
That's right. And the last edition of we have Shelley Winter will be in tomorrow, right?
That's correct.
And then Thursday we have a best of. Greg, how are you doing?
Pretty good. I forget that now that I'm joining on video, you can see me eating Cheez-Its.
Yeah, well, a lot of people don't. Look, people are different, but most people who are about to go live on a show, they don't start eating Cheez-Its. But you, my friend,
I'm hungry.
Are an
Blood
original.
sugar was low.
Oh, okay, listen, don't say blood sugar's low. Tim's paranoid about his blood pressure. So it's not
anything about blood.
It's not having
How
a
so?
big.
What's wrong with your blood pressure,
Not
Tim?
that he had a white coat phenomenon. You ever have that?
Yeah, every time I go to the doctor's office, my blood pressure skyrockets.
Yeah, that's what happens. A lot of times because you're on the spot. And so I've been, in one day, I have been, had my blood pressure checked. And at one, it was through the roof. And then on the other one, the person said to me, "You have perfect blood pressure."
Wow.
And that was on the same day. But I do, from time to time, I do suffer from what they call the white lab coat or lab coat paranoia or something. It makes you just kind of nervous, and you end up spiking. You'll be fine.
We'll see.
I've seen. Look,
Get an at-home machine. They're not that expensive. Then you test it at home when you're not worried about
Every 10 minutes?
Sure.
Or
That makes you feel better.
You could just have a diet and exercise regimen that in the back of your mind, you're being as healthy as you can.
Sure.
I know that's a crazy one.
What was the reading at the doctor?
140 over 80.
That's not even that high. It's not good.
Yeah, that's
but it's
not high.
It's within the lab coat, whatever it's called, reaction.
Yeah, did you have
Get
it
up to
with-
180.
What?
Go ahead.
Did they take it at the beginning of the appointment?
Yeah,
Like
the
when you walked
assistant
in?
took it.
Right, and so you need to. So next time, say, let's take this at the end and see what it looks like.
Okay. I don't like
Because you only have one data point.
That's the device they use to get your blood pressure. The
sphygmomanometer.
No, that's the thing they look up your wahootie.
Well, when they do, I don't like that. I don't like when they squeeze
Oh, the
your
cuff?
Yeah, I don't like it at all.
Sphygmomanometer.
Are you? What are you, a child?
Is this your word of the day?
No, I'm just.
It's ruined now.
Well, I didn't know.
You know what?
Sphygmomanometer.
Stick it in the story anyway.
Sphygmomanometer.
That sounds like something you have to clean thoroughly when you're done.
I like to put it on something else.
140 over whatever is no concern.
You're fine.
I know better than telling someone not to worry. I know that's not going to help, but
Yeah.
it really that's what mine used to be at when it was normal, and now I take 5 milligrams of some blood pressure medication. and
You're
it's
on
down.
blood pressure medication. Interesting.
Yeah, it runs
Does it
in the
run in your
family.
family? Okay, well that's the way. Nothing runs in my family.
Maybe I
Except
shouldn't
for-
have had pizza for breakfast. I don't know.
Well, it's a possibility you could turn your life around just
Yeah,
a
has
little
nothing
bit.
to do with it.
Just a little bit. Hey,
Blood
do you have
pressure
that?
is mostly genetics.
Do you have the word of the year story, Greg? I wanted to push that to you because I want to make sure that we do the word of the year story. And did we send that to? Oh, we didn't send it.
We were coming on the air at the time. I was
Okay.
going to send him in the next break.
Oh, okay. Well, so
It's
we don't-
demure, by the way.
Demure. And I
That's the
think-
word of the year?
Well,
Yeah,
I
found it.
I feel like Autumn Fisher's going to know more about this word than I do because
I
it's
do.
a social media phenomenon,
all over
and I
TikTok.
believe it's about people who are I think it's an ironic thing from the kids. I think it's people who no one would ever think of as demure. This is the new way you do it. You see, you show up on camera and you just tell the world that you are.
Hold on,
something
does it even
that you're
count?
not.
Does it even count because it's dictionary.com saying demure is the word of the year, and dictionary.com's just doing it for publicity.
Well, of course they are.
When I think of dictionary, I don't think of dictionary.com.
Okay.
That aside, go ahead.
Yes, I agree
Fill
with
us in.
because
What's
to
it
me
about?
this does seem to me like Old Man on the Dance Floor, where a dictionary is like, we got to stay relevant. So an influencer called herself demure, and now that's the word of the year. Autumn, your commentary?
Yes. That is what happened. They went on and they were just on a break from work and they were in their car talking to themselves and they were like, you see how I have my makeup done today? Very demure, very mindful. And it was really just, she didn't look crazy. She just had makeup on and she looked beautiful. And it wasn't like a wild face. It was a normal face. And then people just caught on to that because they liked the idea of being like very demure. See how I, put coffee in my thing and I don't spill any? Very demure, very mindful.
But it sounds like some sort of irony is involved here.
It's not. It's not.
But then it's grown adults talking to each other like 8-year-olds.
No,
Oh, yeah.
it's for
Are we
fun.
gonna- are we
It's
gonna
just
do
to
it?
have fun with each other.
Do a
It's
tea
somebody
party?
who
Could-
phrased something in a way that people like that's not normally the way something's
Yeah.
phrased or said, and then they ran with it. They had to
But
make it their
shouldn't
own.
the word of the year be the word we're all using that we weren't using so much last year?
I mean,
Yes,
people are
that's
definitely
what
using
is
it.
happening.
People are using it a ton.
No, here's the deal. Social media is not real life. The fact that it's happening on social media means that in a very small niche part of the world, people are saying demure. But you know where I'm not hearing it? Anywhere else.
I hear people in conversations using demure.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, so people
Well,
are
You're
definitely-
not having conversations with strange people out in the world.
Yeah, you going to Ethiopia? You having those conversations? They
Yeah.
seem
Yes.
demure.
So it's- yeah.
They have lots of
They have a whole different dictionary.
So hold on. So you have friends that are not only followers, but like today, immediate. Somebody's saying a word within 2 weeks. We're saying the word.
Demure was that big. Yeah, and to
This is privileged. You're both privileged. Talking about a word being the word of the year because people in your sphere use it.
Yeah, it's a bad thing. I agree.
What happened? What happened with demure is Autumn's 100% right about this. It started as a kind of a fun trend to use that word because it was a unique word, but then after about a week and a half, 2 weeks, it turned into people being ironic, using the word, using the...
Wasn't
so
it
demure.
involved with the election at some point as well?
Because there were people that were mocking it later on, but when it initially started, it had a nice place where it began.
Yeah, I just think it's silly. But okay, I'm
But
not
yeah,
saying
but you think a lot of
I'm not
people
saying-
definitely use it in normal
I'm not saying it's
conversation.
the end of the world. What I'm saying is, in 5 weeks, social media will decide something else, and are we supposed to just jump on that and have fun?
Absolutely not. It's that's the thing. It's almost like, okay, so the dictionary.com saying it's the word of the year is like the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame saying that Janet Jackson is the
Right.
rock and roll whatever.
The old
Like,
man
that's-
on the dance floor.
But Boston's
Sure.
not allowed in.
Don't
oh my
get me
God,
going.
Don't get him started.
Tom Schultz, the work he did on that album. All right, go ahead.
Yeah. So it's like, yeah, I think you're responding. You should be responding, at least I think, you should be responding more to dictionary.com, joining the conversation when they are the old man on the dance floor. Get out of here, dictionary.com.
And I agree with that. But I don't know how to say this nicely because I love everybody. And when you meet people, they're wonderful and whatever shape they are, it doesn't have anything to do with it. But I do have to point out that the person who is the poster person for this does not seem all that demure to me. That's why I thought it was ironic.
Well, that's
Like she
coming
could
from
just go, I'm demure and screw you. I've decided it. I said it. That's what I thought it was coming from. Because there's so
No.
much of that where everybody's beautiful. No, everybody isn't. As somebody who isn't, like, I still want for there to be an ideal, even though I've never been considered like, oh, he's one of the best looking guys I've ever seen. It doesn't trigger me to hear that, and I still want to live in a world where there is an ideal beauty, even though
But this
I'm
isn't
not
about demure
it.
isn't beauty.
No, I understand that, but it's about movement and how you
No, it's
carry
about
yourself.
modesty.
Well, it's also about how you carry yourself, your demeanor, your, and so if you're demure, you're probably not on TikTok telling people that you're demure. That might be the first sign that you're not demure, is that you have to broadcast to the world that you are. It's like when people refer to themselves as being cool. No, that's not. Other people say that about you after you leave the room.
I'm an empath.
You should not ever call yourself demure. Other people may characterize you as that. That's my point. You know I'm a stickler for the words, but you're right. It is dictionary.com that is the offender here.
Yeah, get out of here.
Because in
Let
reality...
let us have a little fun and say we're demure and just whatever.
When
Who
will-
cares? It's a breeze that's blowing through our lives.
Yeah, I
You
mean,
know,
it
it's
was a
fine.
nice change up from the Hawk Tuah girl. Okay, let's
Well,
we
see,
went from
that's
her
my
to
point.
Demure.
shifting
And there's
from
something
one thing
next.
to another.
I just want everybody to know that thing that you'll be saying
was not
7
there.
weeks from now, I was saying it before you. That's whatever it is, whatever that hot thing or contest or word is, I was there way before you.
Hawk Demure.
Hawk Demure. Ashley, yes, I
I'm
gotta
gonna
go to
push for
traffic.
chump. I know you have to go chump. I'm campaigning for chump to be word of the year next year.
I know you like the word chump.
I
You
really
better
do.
get started though. You gotta have to start your own TikTok. You gotta become an influencer.
Hey,
You gotta
guys.
stop.
Very chump.
Gotta stop with the Cheez-Its before broadcast.
No, eat
There's
the
a lot of
Cheez-Its on your
things.
TikTok.
Eating the
Oh.
Cheez-Its on the radio is very chump.
It certainly is. Ashley Frasca says 285. Not looking good.
DOT reporting a brand new crash on the west side, 285 south at Camp Creek Parkway. Careful, that could be blocking the left lane. A few delays behind it, but it's really stacked in trying to get through Spaghetti Junction, rolling out of Dunwoody and Doraville on 285 eastbound. Brake lights begin as you approach Peachtree Boulevard. very heavy all the way down to Memorial Drive. And you take it out to the East Freeway, you're seeing that volume still past an earlier smoking tractor-trailer headed I-20 eastbound, sluggish out to Panola Road. Updating the downtown ride, it's Veronica Harrell.
And it's definitely slow downtown. Connector northbound, 75, 85 northbound. Your brake lights start around Langford, 166. Elsewhere, 75 southbound. That slows packing in before Howe Mill Road. And 85 southbound, you're looking at delays stretching back to Georgia 400. And this report brought to you by Disney's Mona 2. Traffic is never fun. What is fun is Mona and Maui teaming up for an all-new epic adventure that you can only see on the biggest screen possible. Disney's Mona 2 in theaters everywhere Wednesday. Get your tickets now. Triple Team Traffic 95.5 WSB.
Turkey, stuffing, and $100?
Now that's a happy Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving Day is Turkey Day payday.
Listen every hour between 9 a.m. and 7 p.m. for the keyword.
You could win a $100 gift card to Publix, where shopping is a pleasure.
And you'll have the entire hour to enter the keyword
On the WSB app.
or WSBRadio.com.
From the station that's thankful for you.
95.5 WSB. Details at WSBRadio.com.
I'm here with Chris Hoffman, the founder of Hoffman Financial Group and host of Money Unleashed. Chris, with all the things we're reading, seeing, and living through these days, from rate cuts, election season, and now a new administration, now seems like a great time to make sure we have that comprehensive plan in place. You know, the one that covers all our financial bases.
There are occasions throughout the year where I feel like it's critical for people to engage their financial lives and get the information that they deserve from a financial advisory team. And this is one of those times, to be quite frank. So we ask that you call us if you have a minimum of $500,000 in your full portfolio. But we're going to do away with that minimum so that those folks can have an equal opportunity to understand what's in their portfolio as well. Now, you have to have some money, right? I can't help you to build your wealth at work, right? But I sure can help, I believe, with your 401k, IRA management. There's probably 2 or 3 things that'll surprise you that you may want to take action on. So the next 10 people that call in, we'll work up either a portfolio x-ray, or if you feel like you need a full retirement plan, go to unleashyourmoney.com, click on portfolio x-ray, or click on full retirement plan. We think you'll be impressed enough, and we want you to become a client. There's no question about it. We believe that we are a very competent fiduciary advisory team, and we want to offer that to our listeners. Let Hoffman Financial Group actually show you how we perform, and I believe we perform at the pinnacle of this industry.
Call the Hoffman Financial Group at 404-737-3858, 404-737-3858, or online at unleashyourmoney.com. Investment advisory services offered through Brookstone Wealth Advisors, a registered investment advisor. Insurance and annuities offered through Hoffman Financial Group Incorporated, Georgia Insurance License number 163546.
This holiday season, give gifts worth giving. Visit Tara Fine Jewelry Company, where I've been doing business for over 25 years. You'll find Swiss watch brands like Rolex, Tudor, and Tag Heuer just 3 miles from the Mall of Georgia in Buford. Tara Fine Jewelry Company.
Make the most of your holidays with the Kroger app. You can enjoy over $600 in digital coupons every week. Get access to low prices and earn fuel points to save up to $1 off per gallon at the pump. The Kroger app makes it easy to save this holiday season. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Savings may vary by state. Fuel restrictions apply.
Save big on 12 packs of Coca-Cola, Pepsi, or Canada Dry. Select varieties or buy 2, get 3 free with your card. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Skip the hassle and sell your home with the strongest cash offer this fall. The guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate's the easiest way to sell your home. It's Eric Erickson here. There are no showings, no open houses, no costly repairs. Go to markspain.com, get a guaranteed offer on your home today, and start packing.
Are the effects of diabetes, prostate cancer, hypertension, or high cholesterol robbing you of your ability to perform in the bedroom? Choice Men's Health can help you eliminate ED and get your bedroom performance back in just one visit. Choice Men's Health offers breakthrough treatments for ED and performance issues in the bedroom to help you regain your confidence and give you back the intimacy with your partner. Call Choice Men's Health right now to make an appointment and find out how you can eliminate ED on the first visit. Popular name brand pills like Viagra and Cialis don't work for everyone and can have serious side effects. Choice Men's Health custom medications work immediately, even if you have a medical history or think you're too old to perform like you used to. Choice Men's Health can help you have a fulfilling sex life again. Call Choice Men's Health today at 404-400-1170. That's 404-400-1170. Once again, that's 404-400-1170.
All right, Greg Russ is with us.
I am.
He's a misanthrope.
I
That's
am.
what they say.
I'm an empath. As I said before when you were talking
Are
about
you an
people.
empath?
Well, I think anyone who says they're an empath, to me, empathy is something you show through action. You don't call yourself empathetic. I'm
too empathetic, I think. I was thinking about this again today. I allow other people's problems to weigh me down. I don't know if that's a good thing. I think there's got to be some way to categorize things where you care and you wish
Whose
people
problem?
the best. Anybody.
General problem? Specific people's
General,
problems?
just anybody that I know or that that I'm around, and you become aware that people are having this problem or that problem, whether it's health or their kids or whatever. And
Not enough money.
Not enough money. I tend to take it all on myself, and it's like each of us has enough of our own problems that you got to get through life without that breaking you. And I think I am a bit of an empath, but I'm a lazy empath. Does that count?
You feel it, but you don't do anything to fix
I
it.
don't take any actions. No, I just
That makes
feel
sense.
bad.
I will agree with that.
I just feel bad for other people.
That's a trauma response.
Everything I do apparently is. It's okay. Here's a trauma response in the business sense. The Telegraph, that's an English paper, right? Says, death of mistletoe. Work parties ditch Christmas tradition over abuse fears. Apparently, people don't get kissed under the mistletoe anymore. It used to be a big thing in public.
Yeah, you'd hang it up at the office party.
Yeah, and you get to kiss that girl.
Yeah,
never
whether
otherwise.
she likes it or not.
No. I was thinking that she, maybe
Come here, Sandy.
Maybe she's had a couple of drinks and she likes a little more than she normally would.
Let's go to the copy room.
So, when I was reading this, I wanted to be a traditionalist who's like, are all the old traditions gone? But maybe this one was kind of.
Yeah.
I never even came across this. I've heard of it. I know about it. But I can't.
It's an invasive vine that's in the tops of trees.
Yeah,
it's really
I have it in
difficult to
my
get.
trees.
Yeah. Huh?
I have it in our trees.
Yeah, apparently it was revered because, in medieval times and whenever, the fact that it stayed green all year long made it revered, and it became part of the Yule log, and then got transferred over into
That's where
Christmas.
you usually hang it.
On the Yule log?
Mhm.
That's nice. Get a good kiss.
Yeah. Right into the old Yule log.
A log that's on fire above.
Yeah, come a little closer. It's Christmas time.
Lean in.
Everything's fine. So, I don't know. I've kissed people under the mistletoe, but never at work. There've been mistletoe at private parties and things like that that I've been at, but I've never. It's probably
You can always kiss someone on the cheek that you're actually friends with.
Yeah, it was probably never a good idea to have something like this in an office party.
No.
Well, in the 50s.
Well, the boss would hang out there.
Come here, honey.
Yeah,
Kiss my ass.
who's not going to kiss the boss?
Right.
Right,
Kiss
because
their ass.
I
Not
don't know.
literally.
Oh, you're saying figuratively.
Yeah, the boss stands there. And
Yeah, you're
comes up.
sucking up to them when you kiss them under the mistletoe.
I put it all over the typing pool.
They used to have typing pools.
Yes, they did.
They were all really good-looking young ladies.
Yep.
Up on floor 5, I believe. You would go up there and just.
Hey, Diane, you could use to lose about 10 pounds.
Seems to me that a lot of Christmas parties, a lot of companies are ditching Christmas parties altogether.
Yeah, ours is January 15th.
Yeah, I will not attend the January holiday, fiesta themed.
It's like doing a wedding on a Wednesday. You get
Yeah.
it for much cheaper, the venue, whatever it may be.
No, I think it's more like they just don't want to get involved in the whole holiday.
Yep.
Is it Christmas? Is it
That
this? Is
too.
it that?
You're right.
Oh, it's a January party. Why don't they call it New Year party?
Right.
Oh, no, there's 12 days of Christmas. You're technically
No,
right.
I don't know. What's the date?
You'd be getting close.
The
I think
12th day of Christmas, I think, is like the 2nd of January or
Check.
something. Well,
We'll check it out.
Or the 1st. I don't care. We've run out we don't have any more music? We've run
can
out
get some.
completely?
Can't afford anymore.
I don't feel right. I don't. Hey, you guys, go ahead. Do that Don't Worry, Be Happy song. Ashley Frasca says the South Side is getting thick.
And now southbound. Looks like new trouble getting into Locust Grove on 75 northbound, a mile or two before Bill Gardner Parkway. That's exit 212. Before that happened, it was already taking close to an hour to make your way 75 north all the way up to 675 in Stockbridge. Southbound getting a lot slower, too. Out-of-town travel delays begin before Highway 138 all the way through Stockbridge to McDonough. Finally breaks loose around Highway 2081. And just found new trouble incoming as a crash on 400 northbound in the left lane. Actually, police are pulling away around Highway 20 and a stall in the left lane, 285 south at Camp Creek Parkway. Checking up on the northeast ride in the Coolray Carrier Traffic Center at Sydney Dart.
Really jammed up on Spaghetti Junction in pretty much all directions, particularly I-85 northbound from even before you get on to Spaghetti Junction. Once you get off, it's a really rough ride up near the Jimmy Carter Boulevard area, and it stays that way past Pleasant Hill. Now, once you get to that 85-316 split, 85 northbound is still a really, really rough ride into Suwannee. 316, though, just a little bit of like brake tapping that does break apart around Sugarloaf Parkway. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Planning to propose this holiday? Shane Company is ready to help you find your dream engagement ring. We handpick the most beautiful diamonds and colorful gemstones in all shapes and sizes. So when you walk in the door, you can trust your rock is in stock. At Shane Company, we've always sourced directly, cut out the middleman, and pass the savings on to you. We work with your budget, not against it. We'll also protect your ring for life with our free unmatched lifetime warranty. Come see us at shaneco.com and in-store. Shane Company, your friend and jeweler.
Hey football fans, we're in the heart of the season and the race for the playoffs is on. Hi, I'm Mitch Lyons, former Atlanta Falcon and Pittsburgh Steeler, and now best-selling author and featured in a new Hollywood documentary called The Retirement Deception. I want you to be able to watch this film at no cost because I believe America needs to know the truth about retirement. Retirement doesn't have to be complicated. In football, the basics, blocking and tackling, are what win games. In retirement, protection and income are the keys to your success. This film shows you exactly how to create more income and protect you from the chaos and unnecessary fees of Wall Street. Call today to get your free streaming code to watch The Retirement Deception. If you'd like, schedule a 10-minute call with one of our all-pro retirement specialists. There's nothing to buy, just a brief chat to see if what we do might be a fit for you. I think you would agree, 30 to 40 years of saving for retirement is probably worth a call to make sure you've done all that you can to protect and ensure a successful retirement. Call today to get your free streaming code at 888-471-3896. That's 888-471-3896. Again, 888-471-3896. Mitch Lyons Wealth, your best game plan to protect, grow, and win retirement.
Men, if you're suffering from ED or PE, Priority Men's Medical Center will get your love life back in just one visit. Their painless breakthrough medical treatments eliminate ED and PE. Here's a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Have Viagra or Cialis let you down? Priority Men's Medical Center offers the most effective treatments that eliminate ED and PE, with men lasting longer than ever. 98% of patients see instant results on their first visit.
Priority Men's Medical Center's breakthrough treatments will restore your love life regardless of age or medical history. Your consultation and first treatment are free. Plus, you'll see instant results in the office. Plus, qualified patients will have their testosterone checked free. Call 404-885-8885. 404-885-8885. To regain your love life in just one visit, call now. 404-885-8885.
Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios.
News,
weather,
traffic.
95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 5:30, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News sponsored by D. Geller and Son Jewelers. Our top story: a ceasefire deal to end fighting between Israel and Hezbollah. President Biden makes the announcement from the White House.
Under the deal reached today, effective at 4 a.m. tomorrow local time, the fighting across the Lebanese-Israeli border will end. Will end. This is designed to be a permanent cessation of hostilities.
The president says the United States helped broker the deal along with France and other allies. CBS News contributor Robert Berger in Jerusalem explains what this means for the separate war with Hamas in Gaza.
They had Hezbollah fighting for them basically from the northern border, from Lebanon. And then they had Iran has even launched direct attacks on Israel with ballistic missiles. I think Hamas's strategy was, let's turn this into a regional a war. Well, that now is off the table.
Israel and Hezbollah have been fighting in Lebanon since the Hamas attack on Israel in October of 2023. It is 59 degrees in Atlanta. First rain, then the cold arrives. Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast coming up. A reward is offered to help catch a bank robber in Atlanta.
Thankfully, we were able to partner with United Bank to get the $25,000 reward to try and apprehend and get information on this suspect.
Sergeant Travis Williams with the Atlanta Police Crime Stoppers Unit says the robber stabbed a bank employee during a robbery last week at the United Community Bank on Caroline Street in Northeast Atlanta. We've posted the suspect's photo at WSBRadio.com. A Lithia Springs woman is struck and killed while crossing a busy road in Cobb County.
Cobb County police say 25-year-old Comfort Nkankany was within the crosswalk while walking against the light near Anderson Mill Road and Austell Road when she was hit by a driver in a Toyota Highlander.
The pedestrian entered the vehicle's path, and despite the driver's attempt to avoid the collision, the front of the vehicle struck the pedestrian.
Shanice Barner, public information officer, says 2 other drivers also struck the woman early Tuesday morning, but those drivers did not stop. Anyone with information is asked to call Cobb County Police. Daphne Young, 95.5 WSB.
It is a big getaway day at the world's busiest airport with 2 days until Thanksgiving. WSB's Steve Summers is talking to travelers at Hartsfield-Jackson Airport this afternoon.
Everything was fine. We got to Philadelphia with no traffic or anything. We went through TSA within 20 minutes.
Most airlines say things are running smoothly so far. Most of the delays and cancellations are out west. A new loan agreement with Rivian to restart construction on its plant in East Georgia is welcome news to state leaders.
Calling the project vital, U.S. Senator John Ossoff says the nearly $6 billion federal loan was critical to the future of the manufacturing plant.
Had we not taken these steps, there was a real risk that this vital project for Georgia's future might not have restarted, might not have entered production.
A spokesman for Governor Kemp says they will continue to work with the electric vehicle maker to help them achieve their goals and fulfill their commitment of creating good-paying jobs for hardworking Georgians. Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
The Metro Atlanta Better Business Bureau has a warning about the company Beauty Supply Institute.
People have invested a lot of money into this company's services. They've invested anywhere from $2,500 to $87,000.
The BBB's Taylor Hicks says complaints allege issues related to contract fulfillment, refund requests, and poor customer service. There have been 24 complaints so far, most in the last year. Early voting ends tomorrow for the December 3rd runoff elections in Fulton County. Some voters will head back to the polls for the City of Atlanta District 3 at-large council seat and City of East Point Ward B at-large races. There are 7 early voting locations in Fulton County, and we posted a list at WSBRadio.com. It is now 5:34 and time for live team coverage of traffic and weather. And Triple Team Traffic starts now with Ashley Frasca.
We found out that the stall in Locust Grove is blocking a center lane 75 northbound before Bill Gardner Parkway, exit 212, so slow on the approach to that, and then heavy on the brakes with holiday volume the entire way up to Stockbridge, almost to Hudson Bridge, Eagles Landing. Still on a stall in the left lane, 285 south at Camp Creek Parkway, waves the volume coming out of the Vinings area, and it is crowded on the connector north, headed up from University Avenue all the way into Midtown. 85 south and 400 jam in before their merge as you travel south. Checking the northwest in the Coolray Carrier Traffic Center, Veronica Gorell.
And on and off those brakes, you will be 75 northbound as you leave the 120 loops and make your way over to Chastain over in Kennesaw. 575 northbound, going to call it sluggish, making your way from Barrett Parkway, trying to get over into Woodstock. Moving over to Georgia 400 northbound, dealing with brake lights through Sandy Springs and again through Alpharetta around Windward Parkway. And a crash just moved off to the right, 400 northbound at State Route 20. Still, you're dealing with a little bit of brake lights through the Cumming area. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Now Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast with meteorologist Christina Edwards.
Fair skies this evening as cool air continues to move into the metro region. Lows tonight in the low 40s. Tomorrow, partly cloudy, high 65. Mild on Thursday morning with temperatures in the upper 50s, low 60s as rain showers move in. An isolated rain shower possible for Thursday afternoon, then turning chilly by Friday morning. Lows in the mid 30s. Cold despite the sunshine on Friday. Highs in the upper 40s 40s to low 50s, dropping down to the upper 20s, low 30s on Saturday morning. Saturday afternoon, high 49. Sunday, even colder with lows in the mid-30s.
Right now, 58 in Tucker, 60 in Jonesboro, 63 in Brazelton. More news at 6 o'clock. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Christmas, the time of year to show the special person in your life how much they truly mean to you. My friends at Tara Fine Jewelry have put together a Christmas collection the likes of which you've never seen. This is Scott Slade. If you're looking for a fine jeweler and a personalized shopping experience, you'll find extraordinary jewelry paired with 5-star customer service at Tara Fine Jewelry Company. And the owners are on site every day. Tara Fine Jewelry Company in Beaufort has been my family jeweler for over 35 years. Make them yours this Christmas.
The wreck was bad, but dealing with insurance can be even worse. Hey, it's Smiler Mark McKay for John Foy & Associates, the strong arm. When it comes to traffic accidents, I've seen it all, and nothing surprises me. But when it comes to how insurance companies treat accident victims, I'm shocked. If you've been injured, don't try to take on the insurance companies alone. You need an experienced, winning team. You need the strong arm to fight for you. Pay nothing up front and get your free case evaluation at johnfoy.com.
New investigations break on Channel 2 Action News. We get problems solved, plain and simple. Every day we follow the facts.
Started digging, only to find...
Getting you the answers you need now.
We have live. Team 2 coverage.
Channel 2 never stops, advocating for you.
An investigation regarding your tax dollars.
We're more than just Atlanta's news.
A warning for consumers regarding...
We've got your back, all over North Georgia. See what's new, live, every day at 4, 5, and 6 on Channel 2 Action News.
Hey, it's Mark Aram here with an amazing way to make this a stress-free holiday season. Heat and serve traditional feasts from my friends at Publix. Order now and make your holiday gathering one to remember. Check out the turkey dinner. It includes a fully cooked turkey, old-fashioned cornbread dressing, delicious home-style Yukon Gold mashed potatoes, cranberry orange relish, marshmallow delight, and no Thanksgiving is complete without delicious home-style gravy. Just make sure you order these items in advance. Publix, where shopping is a pleasure.
Just got my email, my inbox. Something from History Facts. What did people eat for dinner in the 1920s?
Dirt.
It's not so different from now, the 1920s. This is what they have. Baked ham. Chicken a la king. That one needs to make a comeback. I like chicken a la king. Stuffed celery. No thanks.
What do they stuff it with?
Yeah,
maybe cream cheese?
So it was a big deal with hors d'oeuvres. What did you have there? Stuffed celery filled with cream cheese, mixed with toppings such as tuna, lobster, crab, or, more commonly, olives and pimentos.
The lobster sounds solid, but...
Waldorf salad. Big one. People love the hotel. They love the salad. Pineapple upside-down cake.
Yum.
Icebox cake. You can't get that anymore. We don't have ice boxes.
I think the ice box is the freezer.
No, the ice box was the refrigerator back then.
The refrigerator.
Because the ice
would bring the block of ice.
Was this for Thanksgiving or for just every night?
No, it's just like, what were they eating back then? Not so different.
Meatloaf.
You had a lot of meatloaf.
Jell-O big? I thought Jell-O was big in the 20s.
You know, the gelatins did not make it here, but I would imagine that they would be quite big because at the end of the 20s, as we know, there was a collapse in the economy, and I would think Jell-O would be a very economical way to make the kids happy.
The grossest
Gelatin.
things ever from the 60s and 70s you can find online are these awful recipes made with Jell-O, with like ham in the Jell-O.
Oh, I know. Yes.
Yeah, and olives and stuff in there. It's really
I don't
gross.
like olives. I don't know.
No, I don't like olives.
I do,
either.
but
They're
not in
disgusting.
food. I like to eat
You don't
them.
like suspended meats? Gelatin just floating there, cubed ham.
Just hanging in time somewhere. Yeah, that's when I guess we're spoiled. We think we've had a bad economy here and there, but it's never gotten so bad that we thought about putting the ham in the Jell-O.
Yeah, if you're not eating a suspended meat, you're doing okay.
Suspended meat. I just like it as an album. I got to get a band just so I can call the album Suspended Meat. It's a lot to do. Thanks a lot, Greg Russ.
I've got a good idea for the album cover. We'll discuss it online. I'll give you some proofs of concept.
Andy Warhol's dead, so we got to come up with something new. All right, Mr. Greg Russ, you got another story from Studio B1 for us?
I do have a story about billionaires and how they're going to live for a very long time, and there's nothing you can do about it. They're going to...
At least we get to die, though. It's not like we have to be around with them all the time. We get to die, so we're the lucky ones.
This is true. People like Jeff Bezos and Peter Thiel and Sam Altman, who's only 39.
Can these
Thiel's
people
57 and Bezos is 60. They're pumping a lot of money into regenerative medicine.
For themselves.
For themselves, ultimately. So they could just take pills and they can keep their cells from aging, and they'll watch us as we die, and they'll sit there and live, an extra 20, 30, 40, 50 years.
Yeah, it's good for the planet that all the money stay in the same hands.
Sure.
Over multi-generations. It's really good.
Like it used to be.
Yeah, let's go back to the future. Thank you. So, I think that a lot of this is just a waste of their time and their money. So I guess it's nothing to really worry about. They're not going to learn. They're not going to crack that. They're not going to crack the ultimate life hack. Living
Even
forever.
if you do crack it, let's say Bezos cracks it, but it takes another 20 years. He's 80 at that point.
Yeah, you just say preserved at 80.
Yeah, you just stay right there.
He'll have an avatar to put his brain into, and then he can walk around that young body.
He's got that weirdo wife.
He'll get a new one by then.
You think so?
Oh, yeah.
She keeps rejuvenating she keeps going backward in time.
Nah, not everything.
Well, talking about suspended meats, I think that's where she is. She just kind of exists.
Kind of hanging there in some sort of gelatin.
Yeah, you can't really place
her
an
body
age
is
on
gelatin.
it.
Yeah, suspended lips.
I find her to be one of the strangest looking human beings I've ever seen in my life. I've never seen her in reality, but just in photos and stuff, when you see them walking around, boy, the Bezos couple, they just think that we're it, man. We're happening. And here's the thing. We're aware of it. We're aware that you want to be us.
They think they're the hottest, too. Like, I bet when they, get it on.
Oh,
they, record it. And they're like, wow, babe, yes.
Nothing like us.
I think his ex-wife was more attractive
Of course she was. She looked like a human
She's just
being.
a normal lady.
Yeah.
She looked like a human being.
Yeah.
He buys into his own legend. Any of these people buy into their own legend. In their minds, there's a need for them in this world.
Yeah,
And
well,
that's why
Steve
they
Jobs
need to live forever.
People need to go back and look at that Steve Jobs commencement speech. I can't remember if it was I think it was Stanford or something like that. It was after he had initially gotten sick and he was kind of in a remission. And one of the things he talks about is how death is very important to progress. If people don't die, then the same people for hundreds of years would be the leaders, the people with the money, and it would just become a dictatorship everywhere. Everything would be just whoever had been around. They've been alive 300 years, and so he makes a great case. Now, he didn't want to go at 55 or 56 when he went.
Especially not the way he went.
Yeah.
Pancreatic cancer.
Yeah.
Awful.
Although he staved it off longer than most people do, but I think he died at the right time. I have to be honest with you, because I know a lot about that guy. He was a weirdo, but he was an idealist, and he was creating these products thinking that this was his idea. If we can get computers to do the dirty work, the grunt work, that will open up people, free their minds. Everybody becomes an artist. You have time to think and create and whatever. Remember, Steve Jobs died, I'm pretty sure, before the first emoji appeared. You can look that up. Or maybe they were there, but now,
what about reactions to
now
texts?
Now it's a big deal. We've got new emojis. I'm telling you, if Steve Jobs was around, he would not be like, that's what we're leading with.
Well, did he live to the first iPhone? Did he live to the first iPhone?
Yeah, he presented it. One more thing.
Then he was around when they were around.
But they were a part of it.
Right.
The idea was, you could text with this. But now they make a big deal. We've got a whole new group of emojis coming in there. And the fact that they have gone that far as a company in sort of like pop, whatever the kids want, and also Steve Jobs would recognize that these kids are addicted to scrolling and all of this kind of stuff. And that's why I say it may sound cruel, but I think for him, he died at the right time. He had introduced the iPhone. He knew that it was changing the world. The iPad had come along, and then he makes his exit before it all turns into, just a lot of can I say masturbatory devices that people use and don't do anything.
He'd have to really work through some issues, I assume, like Oppenheimer creating the atomic bomb.
Yeah.
If he's looking back on things that really did have a negative impact on humanity.
Yeah, and so he doesn't have to worry about that. Oppenheimer lived long enough to know that the Cold War and everything that came out of it. Steve Jobs. Yes,
he died a week before the emoji came out.
Oh wow!
On iPhone.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Wow.
He died October 5th, 2011. The first emoji came out with iOS 5 on October 12th.
All right,
So they
new
didn't have
conspiracy theory. They killed him.
Yeah.
The emojis killed him.
Big emoji killed him.
He's like, I don't want that crap on my platform.
You can go back and find him on Nightline in 79 or 80. And he's a little bit nervous because he hasn't done television all that much. And he tells this story about how what the bicycle did for a village. The fact that you could get to the next village, and it freed up people in the village to start becoming to think about more abstract things and stuff. That's what he was in it for. He wasn't in it so that we can keep teenagers scrolling forever and sell them in game. What are those
in-game
things?
apps.
Yeah, that's not what he was in it for. So I think he died at the right time.
In-app purchases.
In-app purchases.
And in the latest update, I was surprised at how little changed within the actual phone itself. Now you just have more reaction emojis when you respond to text messages. That's like the biggest.
But that's what people
update
want.
with it.
That's what people want, and that's not what Steve Jobs was about.
I don't want it.
Well, yeah, but if you're 15, you're excited. Oh, now I can do the.
Now I can do a blue heart.
Oh yeah, that's important. We don't want to leave the blue heart out.
Sad.
Blue. My heart is blue.
How naive, though. I'm gonna free people so they can be
it's
creative
ideal.
and thoughtful. But instead, what happened? They just pursue fame.
Yeah, that's all they do. Believe me, humanity lets all of us down, but it really would have let Steve Jobs down. So rest in peace, Steve. You left the earth at the right time. Ashley Frasca says there's new trouble on 85 northbound in Duluth.
We're approaching it right now in the Skycopter, and you jam on the brakes 85 northbound from 316. It looks like a stall. That's what's reported. The right lane just past Old Peachtree. Southbound, not a bad ride getting into Norcross. As you're making your way out of Dunwoody, the brake lights greet you on 285 eastbound, beginning past Ashford. Dunwoody slow all the way on the inner loop. 285 east and southbound finally starts to get a little bit better the closer you get to Covington Highway. What's up with the downtown ride, Sydney Darden?
Oh, it's pretty rough, particularly if you're coming from the Sandy Springs area. 400 southbound onto I-85 is going to be nonstop brake tapping until it merges with 75, and you're going to stay that way through Midtown past the Grady Curve onto I-20. This report is sponsored by the Center for Plastic Surgery at Metroderm Atlanta. Metroderm Center for Plastic Surgery specializes in facial rejuvenation, rhinoplasty, and procedures for the body. Book your consultation now at centerforplasticsurgeryatlanta.com. Triple Team Traffic 95.5 WSB.
Turkey, stuffing, and $100.
Now that's a happy Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving Day is Turkey Day payday.
Listen every hour between 9 a.m. and 7 p.m. for the keyword.
You could win a $100 gift card to Publix, where shopping is a pleasure.
And you'll have the entire hour to enter the keyword
On the WSB app.
or WSBRadio.com.
From the station that's thankful for you.
95.5 WSB. Details at WSBRadio.com.
Skip the hassle and sell your home with the strongest cash offer this fall. The guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate is the easiest way to sell your home. It's Eric Erickson, and with the guaranteed offer, you can skip the uncertainty, sell your home fast for all cash in as little as 21 days. Mark Spain Real Estate's been serving families for nearly 30 years and has helped over 58,000 satisfied clients. Trust the top real estate team in the U.S. to sell your home fast and for maximum profit. Go to markspain.com and find out what your guaranteed offer would be and start packing.
I'm here with Chris Hoffman, the founder of Hoffman Financial Group, to discuss one of the biggest blind spots that people face when saving for retirement, and it's a head-scratcher. Chris, how do so many people not know what they're invested in?
That's the biggest flaw that everybody runs into. They think they know what equities they have, they think they know what bonds they have, but they really don't know how those mutual funds or how those index funds are performing in conjunction with one another. So, I would liken this to a big pot of soup, and we're just throwing all the ingredients in the refrigerator in this thing. It's not very good. It's just a mishmash of stuff. And sometimes you like the way it tastes. Sometimes you don't. And when you don't know why. You don't know if you got too much chicken in there or too much vegetables in there or what's going on. And I ask every caller that comes in for an initial consultation, do you know how your portfolio is broken down? And they say, well, I've got, 20 or so options in my 401k, and I just picked 2 of them or 3 of them. I thought I needed some international. I thought I needed some U.S. equities. I thought I needed some bonds. And they're just guessing. So you have to absolutely know what you're invested in, and that's where we will run the 401k portfolio x-ray for you. because that'll break it down. If you're not proficient at investing and don't understand this world, we will walk you through it. Not knowing what you're invested in is a big hindrance to growing and protecting your money. We will run a portfolio X-ray for you and educate you on exactly what's in your portfolio.
Set up a time to get your complimentary portfolio X-ray today. Call the Hoffman Financial Group at 404-737-3858. That's 404-737-3858, or book online at unleashyourmoney.com. Investment advisory services offered through Brookstone Wealth Advisors, a registered investment advisor. Insurance and annuities offered through Hoffman Financial Group Incorporated, Georgia Insurance License number 163546.
This is Scott Slade with a message from Georgia Power about Hurricane Helene, the most destructive hurricane in the company's 140-year history. Over 20,000 personnel responded to over 1,000 miles of downed power lines, over 8,300 poles broken. They essentially had to rebuild large areas instead of simply reconnecting. And Georgia Power's commitment to total restoration continues with account assistance for affected customers and substantial donations to relief efforts. To learn more, visit georgiapower.com/Helene.
City of Hope. We're more than just a top-ranked cancer hospital. For over 100 years, we've been making breakthroughs, pushing the limits of what's possible, targeting cancer at the molecular level, pioneering treatments used worldwide. At City of Hope, your entire cancer-fighting team is bound together by a single mission: to cure your cancer. And now City of Hope is closer than ever, providing patients in Metro Atlanta the cancer care they deserve. Learn more at cityofhope.org.
Wesley is a truck driver.
I drive a truck, and I love what I do.
A truck driver with IRS troubles.
They told me I owed them $43,000.
It got really bad.
Quite a few letters in the mail. They were talking about wage garnishment, coming after my house, my car. Yeah, they don't play around. I seriously thought that I was going to lose everything.
One sleepless night, Wesley finally made a call to Optima Tax Relief at 2 a.m.
Kind of figured I'd get a machine, but I didn't. I actually got to talk to an actual person in the middle of the night.
He found just what he was looking for.
Oh, they were great people. You need a team of people that know what they're doing. Optima Tax, they know what they're doing.
Optima Tax Relief came through with flying colors.
I saved an incredible amount of money. Happy don't even come close. I was absolutely overjoyed.
Take Wesley's advice.
If you're in any kind of trouble with the IRS, call Optima Tax Relief. Don't trust anybody else.
Call Optima for a free consultation. Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. Optima Tax Relief. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Just because a lot of news outlets won't cover this, just wanted to let you know that something called Stratofortress bombers from the UK, which are ours, but from a UK base, buzz Russia in show of force. Check this out. As NATO chief warns Europe to brace for total war with Putin. Did anybody ask you? Shut up. Nobody cares if you want total war with Russia.
Why are they buzzing Russia?
Because they're insane, Greg.
Do you need to show force at this point? Russia knows what the force is.
Where were the jets?
Huh?
Where were the jets? Were they over Russian airspace or our airspace?
It says they buzzed Russia. I don't know. I'd have to dig in deep. They buzzed them, which means they probably got real near to their line, but not quite.
Is this what we did during the Cold War all the time?
No. You know what we did in the Cold War that people forget about? We were constantly talking to Russian leaders.
Oh, okay.
That's what people seem to forget about that whole thing is you didn't lose your job in government because you talked to a Russian. As a matter of fact, it was expected because they had nuclear weapons and we had nuclear weapons, and we thought maybe talking to each other. But now you can't talk because if you talk to Putin, then you're giving him what he wants.
Yeah.
So, look, that's an important thing that we have to stand by. If it gets us all annihilated in a nuclear storm, so be it. These are the protocols of state.
He wants that recognition from the West. That's all he wants. He doesn't already have everything he wants. He wants that recognition just to be part of the gang. So if we give him that, if we talk to him, you give him that.
Oh, yeah, that's the whole thing. If you talk to them, they should all be talking to each other. The more dangerous the adversary is, more talking. That's the way that I see it. Doesn't
Keep
show
your enemies
weakness.
Closer.
We know how many nuclear weapons he has. He knows how many we have. It doesn't show weakness. I don't know.
Buzzing his airspace with that plane. He's quaking in his boots now.
Yeah.
Before he wasn't
No,
sure.
the danger there is they shoot it down.
Yes.
You know, and then there's playing all these games. I just, with all of this ramping up, I think My only hope is that both sides are doing it because they know Trump's going to come in and strike a deal, and they're just trying to get all they can before that happens. That's my hope. Because if this is really, these people think this is a war strategy, we're all screwed. Hey, Greg Russ, thank you for your help. I hope you have a very happy Thanksgiving in Ireland.
Thank you.
All
You
right.
too. Not in Ireland, just in general.
Oh, no, I won't be in Ireland. Although, wouldn't that be funny if I walked in the pub and they're up?
I'd like that.
You never know. Ashley Frasca says there are brake lights in Sewanee.
As we were over the scene of the stall tractor 25 northbound at Old Peachtree, police held clear the right lanes. Now all lanes are open there, but yes, the brake lights begin back at Highway 316. And don't forget the south side travels, the woes there with the holiday 75 northbound. There's been trouble in the center lane just before Bill Gardner Parkway, exit 212. Once you break loose of that, it's almost a 40-minute ride to get up the Hudson Bridge, Eagles Landing, southbound sluggish, coming down from 675. With eyes on the Cobb County ride in the Coolray Carrier Traffic Center, Veronica Rowell.
And it's a stop-and-go ride, 75 northbound, leaving the South 120 loop, getting you over into Kennesaw around Chastain Road. And not bad at all, 575 northbound between Kennesaw and Woodstock. Traffic brought to you by Publix. Let Publix make the holiday stress-free with the Publix holiday meals. Just heat and serve for a traditional feast. Advance ordering required. Publix, where shopping is a pleasure. Triple Team Traffic 95.5 WSB.
Welcome to Tire Discounters. Oh, hiya, Phantom.
Mike, what's all this I hear about seasons free things?
Yeah, we're giving away even more than usual this season.
Free alignment with any Ford tire purchase isn't seasonal, Mike. It's free every day at Tire Discounters.
Sure, but right now, guess what else happens every day?
I know that customers can save up to $529 on Goodyear and Cooper tires.
Absolutely. Now guess what else?
Mike, I'm a phantom tire buyer with a secret identity. Please don't toy with me.
Okay, here's the deal.
Yes?
We're doing these drawings.
Like a game show.
And one lucky customer per day wins all their money back for 4 tires.
Spectacular! But why call it seasons free things?
You know, season's greetings. It's like a play on words.
Yes, of course it is. I knew that.
It's seasons free things at Tire Discounters. One lucky customer per day wins their money back on tires. Everyone saves big on major brands. And a free alignment and oil change comes with every Ford tire purchase.
Hey, it's Mark Aram here with an amazing way to make this a stress-free holiday season. Heat and serve traditional feasts from my friends at Publix. Order now and make your holiday gathering one to remember. Check out the turkey dinner. It includes a fully cooked turkey, old-fashioned cornbread dressing, delicious home-style Yukon Gold mashed potatoes, cranberry orange relish, marshmallow delight, and no Thanksgiving is complete without delicious home-style gravy. Just make sure you order these items in advance. Publix, where shopping is a pleasure.
Are the effects of diabetes, prostate cancer, hypertension, or high cholesterol robbing you of your ability to perform in the bedroom? Choice Men's Health can help you eliminate ED and get your bedroom performance back in just one visit. Choice Men's Health offers breakthrough treatments for ED and performance issues in the bedroom to help you regain your confidence and give you back the intimacy with your partner. Call Choice Men's Health right now to make an appointment and find out how you can eliminate ED on the first visit. Popular name brand pills like Viagra and Cialis don't work for everyone and can have serious side effects. Choice Men's Health custom medications work immediately, even if you have a medical history or think you're too old to perform like you used to. Choice Men's Health can help you have a fulfilling sex life again. Call Choice Men's Health today at 404-400-1170. That's 404-400-1170. Once again, that's 404-400-1170.
Windows are supposed to frame the outside.
Instead, you see wood rot, fog, moisture between the paints. Maybe they're drafty or leaky. Upgrade now to beautiful Infinity from Marvin fiberglass windows to improve energy efficiency, comfort, and curb appeal.
It's Jonathan and Ted from North Georgia Replacement Windows. Experience the Infinity fiberglass difference at your home or in our new Alpharetta showroom.
0% interest available.
Infinity from Marvin Replacement Windows, yeah!
News, weather,
traffic. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 6 o'clock, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News is sponsored by the Lloyd Advisory Group. Our top local story, it's happening now. Holiday travel kicks into high gear. WSB Steve Summers reports live from Hartsfield-Jackson Airport talking to Thanksgiving travelers.
Yeah, Bill, ticket counters and TSA lines starting to get a little bit busier as we get into the evening. Folks getting off work, and now they're able to leave for Thanksgiving. Most people we talk to report on-time flights and courteous fellow passengers. One man says that his travel day did start kind of questionably, but in the end, it turned out just fine.
From Philadelphia to Atlanta, had some technical difficulties, so we're all on board ready to go. And then they said, if there's a delay, but maybe we can get you on an earlier flight. So we all got off and got onto another one.
TSA wait times at this hour here at the Atlanta airport up to about 14 minutes. You can see the lines palpably longer as well as at the counters. Reporting live from Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport, Steve Summers, 95.5 WSB.
57 degrees in Atlanta. Will it be rainy for Thanksgiving? And how cold does it get this weekend? Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast coming up. President Biden says there's a deal for a ceasefire between Israel and Hezbollah.
Today, I have some good news to report from the Middle East.
The president says the United States helped broker the deal.
We're determined this conflict will not be just another cycle of violence. And so the United States, with the full support of France and our other allies, has pledged to work with Israel and Lebanon to ensure that this arrangement is fully implemented.
The ceasefire goes into effect at 4 a.m. local time, ending the fighting in Lebanon. It remains to be seen what impact this will have on the separate war between Israel and Hamas in Gaza. Atlanta police hope new reward money will help them catch a bank robber.
A $25,000 reward is now being offered in a stabbing and attempted robbery at the United Community Bank on Caroline Street in Northeast Atlanta last Wednesday. The suspect went behind the counter demanding cash. When he was told there was no money, he stabbed the employee in the stomach. Sergeant Travis Williams with Crime Stoppers has a description of the suspect.
Described as a black male, probably between 5'9" to 5'11", looks to be in his late to early 30s.
If you see the suspect, don't approach him. Call police. Sabrina Cupid, 95.5 WSB.
And we have posted a picture of the suspect at WSBRadio.com. The man accused of shooting at SWAT officers from a balcony at the Four Seasons Hotel in Midtown Atlanta last month is granted bond by a Fulton County judge. 70-year-old retired ophthalmologist Jay Berger has been held at the Fulton County Jail since the October 29th shooting. Bond set today at $101,000. Berger's lawyer says his client was suffering a mental health crisis during the hours-long standoff with Atlanta police. One officer was injured when he was struck in the face by a bullet fragment. A federal judge scolds Rudy Giuliani today after an angry outburst during a court hearing as he tries to comply with an order to turn over most of his assets to two former Fulton County election workers. Outside the court, Giuliani claims he has nothing.
I don't have a credit card. I don't have a checking account.
The judge questions why Giuliani hasn't yet relinquished items to Ruby Freeman and Shay Moss to satisfy a $148 million defamation judgment for spreading lies about them after the 2020 election. Two single moms in Clayton County have a lot to be thankful for this Thanksgiving as they get the keys to their brand new homes.
It's real. It's real.
Through happy tears, mother of three Tawanda jingles the keys to the Habitat for Humanity home she helped build from the ground up. She was stunned to walk in and find every room kitted out by Warwick Dunn's Home for the Holidays.
It's 100% a blessing from someone else. We had no idea.
My mom's dream was to own her own home, and she never had that opportunity.
This is Dunn's 234th such house.
It never gets old.
In Hampton, Veronica Waters, 95.5 WSB.
It is 6:04. The Von Hessler Doctrine continues in less than 2 minutes. Right now, triple team traffic, and here is Ashley Frasca.
Flying over some fire department activity, possibly a crash in the right lane. It's tough to tell from up here. 85 northbound before Claremont Road. Keep it on the brakes as you leave Georgia 400 and Lenox Cheshire Bridge. And then 85 north is just really slow from 285 getting past Jimmy Carter Boulevard. The earlier stalled truck up at Old Peachtree has been moved off to the side. And we're getting ready to see the crowd on 85 south into downtown Atlanta, bumper to bumper from Georgia 400. Follow that all the way along the connector south to I-20. And even slower still below I-20 as you head south towards Hartsfield-Jackson. Updating I-20 in the Coolray Carrier Traffic Center, Sydney Darden.
Well, the worst of the delays are going to be on the east side. The brake lights start pretty much as soon as you get off to 85 onto 20 eastbound past Wesley Chapel all the way through DeKalb County. It does break apart once you get to Turner Hill, but if you go with me over to the west side now, you are seeing brake lights I-20 eastbound, mostly around the Thornton Road area, and it's going to stay that way until the majority of Douglas County. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Now Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast, sponsored by Shoemate, the official heating of winter. Here's meteorologist Christina Edwards.
Fair skies this evening as cool air continues to move into the metro region. Lows tonight in the low 40s. Tomorrow, partly cloudy, high 65. Mild on Thursday morning with temperatures in the upper 50s, low 60s as rain showers move in. An isolated rain shower possible for Thursday afternoon, then turning chilly by Friday morning. Lows in the mid 30s. Cold despite the sunshine on Friday. Highs in the upper 40s to low 50s, dropping down to the upper 20s, low 30s on Saturday morning. Saturday afternoon, high 49. Sunday, even colder with lows in the mid-30s.
56 in Sandy Springs, 57 in Winder, and 59 in McDonough. More news at 6:30. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Hour 4 of the Von Haessler Doctrine begins when? I'm glad you asked. The answer is now. It begins right now.
No.
No. Is hot-blooded or? Which sounds like foreigner.
Excuse me.
What is it?
I Was Made for Loving You.
Oh,
I was made for
I pretend that the Disco Kiss never
That's
happened.
a good album. This is a great Kiss song.
Paul
here.
Stanley.
Get Dynasty. It's a great record.
Oh, that's what everybody says. I'm a Creatures of the Night man.
Yeah.
Give me a little. I can't get enough Vinnie Vincent, but that's me.
He looked terrible in the makeup.
Well, he's been a bit of an oddball.
Yeah.
Let's not get into that. Matter of fact, you're not even on the show yet.
Yeah, I know.
Entertainment News International Stanley.
First you bumped me from 5 o'clock
to 6 o'clock.
And I've been out here talking to Shelley Winter. He's some Trumper.
Oh yeah, he loves
He's a
Trump.
nice guy, but man,
yeah, he's
eating cake, talking about Trump. He's been doing doing victory laps for about 3 weeks there. I know.
He's the only one who called the election properly. You know,
Well,
he said it was going to be over that night. Everybody else said it was going to go on through the week. Oh, did you think?
Yeah, but I don't say things because it's not my position. That's his job. He's
That's
a
right.
pundit.
No, you're a rock and roll star.
Right.
Your job is to tell
To
us
rock
the music
and roll you.
and give us the music news.
But you're going to bump me again?
I'm not going to bump you. You're here till 7. We're just going to, we're going to
I
work
have
together.
dinner plans tonight.
Pasta
at Olive Garden. Oh, nice. It's the
Is that-
best. Look, it's
is that
low key the best Italian restaurant.
Is this your go-to Italian restaurant?
When you don't know a city, like I don't know all the good Italian places here, there's some, I guess.
Yeah, of course there are many.
Maggiano's.
Well, that's kind of a known thing.
You should strike me as a
George
Carrabba's
Clark
kind of guy.
likes Amalfi's.
Yeah, I
Big
know.
fan. They like us. They
Olive
listen to
Garden.
the show.
Non-stop, all-you-can-eat breadsticks.
Little Caesars.
No, that's not Italian. That's garbage pizza.
Oh, hold on, that's Italian.
Nah.
Oh, you tell me that Caesar wasn't Italian?
Listen, all I know is when I go to Olive Garden, you feel like family. And they have the breadsticks. You can load up on them and get on stage. It's fantastic. Hey, Paul,
Wow. Paul, when you've got a bread full of breadsticks.
Oh, my
I mean,
God,
a
a belly?
belly. Sorry, a bread full of
breadsticks.
He's got a bread full of breadsticks. A belly full of bread sticks.
Yeah.
To go on stage. What's that?
It's like, you wanted the best. I'll be right back.
You're just going to rock the hell out of him with a belly
I'm going to
full of
rock the
breadsticks.
hell out of you. I'm going to rock your face off, but first I'm going to go to the bathroom.
You know what I want to do for Tim Andrews and for the audience? Tim and the AIs have been cranking out these songs so quick. It's very difficult in the way that we do our show to really feature them. And we're going away for a Thanksgiving break, and I want to make sure that 2 of these songs get heard. We played the early one, Sack Full of Oranges. I'm not so sure about that one, Thanksgiving song.
That one's about giving everybody an orange.
Yeah, that's what
exactly,
Tim
Paul.
Andrews. That's what Tim Andrews says. I think it
I agree
has
with
some
Tim and
kind
Paul.
of darker meaning going on there, but I didn't write the song, so I just got to take Tim Andrews' word for it. And but earlier, this song was becoming a hit, and we kind of knocked it off the charts with the Sack Full of Oranges. So for the last time during the regular show, let's just go ahead and play this one, which came up when I wasn't here. Where does this show emanate from? It's not Buckhead. It's not Midtown. Jared came up with Midhead, and Tim and the AIs have a fantastic song repping Midhead.
Yeah. We ain't Buckhead,
we ain't midtown, we ain't downtown, and yo, we ain't uptown.
We West P Street, Sherwood Forest to be exact. Cross from Spring Street, a little off the track. We need a new name for where we're coming from. Call it Midhead, gonna beat it like a drum. Midhead, where there's nothing good to eat. Midhead, electric scooters line the street. Midhead, where you gonna get the scoop. Midhead, where Tim Andrews took a poop. We ordered DoorDash, we stuck in traffic. Midhead is rough, man, think you can hack it? Our bosses see us, don't wanna be us. Robot Cafe is how they feed us. People walk by, don't wanna scare them. Don't be afraid, yo, that's Mark Aram. Gas station dinner, that's Shelley Winter. We ain't generics, we got 2 Erics. Midhead, where the dogs are chopping wood. Midhead, it's the bumpin' neighborhood. Midhead, come on by and take a photo. Midhead, say hi to Jared Yamamoto. Midhead, where the crawl space is never wet. Midhead, nicest folks you've ever met. Midhead, that's right, you don't need a fact checker. Midhead, we can even fix your p***er.
We ain't Buckhead, we ain't Midtown, we ain't downtown, we ain't rundown. We ain't 5 Points, we ain't the Highlands. Come down to Midhead, we'll keep you smiling. Midhead,
where every girlie is a snack.
Midhead,
where Dr. Joe can fix your back.
Midhead,
our studios will make you shiver.
Midhead,
come kiss a bee next to a river.
Midhead,
where everybody loves to dance.
Midhead,
Ashley Frasca helps your plants.
An odd ending. It's sort of ends very.
It just means there's going to be a part 2.
I gotta say, Dr. Joe gets a shout out. Autumn Fisher and George Clark do not.
Hey,
I'm not saying it's the most.
George Clark should get a shout out for the video he put
Yes.
together. The video is amazing that he put together up on our Instagram and our Facebook
what did
page.
Autumn do for it?
I didn't even know it was being made.
Boy, the tension between Paul Stanley and Autumn Fisher is legendary.
Look, I
Paul,
invited
if
her
someone had
backstage
told-
once, and she said no. I don't like that.
If someone had told me it was being made and needed some help, I would love to help.
All right, now you guys are talking to me through each other, and I'm not going to
You
have
want to be
it.
the mediator here.
I'm not going to have it. These proxy wars. They're all against me in the end. I know.
In
I'm
reality,
not dumb.
Paul buzzed Autumn. That's what happened. Paul
What?
buzzed Autumn. We talked about the Russian stuff
I
earlier.
know. He's buzzing her airspace.
If only I had been the lead singer of Everclear.
Then she would have been all over it.
You got it.
You know what? It was a different generation.
Yeah.
She's a little bit of a skater girl.
I was.
Yeah, it was. How long did you go around town with a skateboard acting like that was what you did?
Oh, for a couple years.
Yeah?
I could ollie.
I don't even know what that is.
Oh, you could ollie? Really?
Yeah, it's just the first thing you do. You just it's that thing where you kick it up in front of you and you
Yeah.
bring it back down on the ground. You land on it.
Did you
She
wear the
thought-
sock?
And the thing is, I know Autumn all whole times. Oh, these boys, they're my friends. Every one of them. Which is like, oh, I wish I could hold her hand. I wish I could make out with her. And Autumn, I know Autumn. She's like, it's so cool. These guys are cool. They all like me. Yeah, okay.
In reality.
The reality is they all had their own little fantasies going. Because and it's not your fault.
I
It's
was
because
friends with you.
It's because, not in that period of time. We weren't skateboarding together.
No, but I'm saying we
I
weren't friends when I was 12.
I don't think I was your friend when you were 12. I have always been somewhat, now I know you'll push back on this, but I've always been somewhat of an authority figure. You came in, you were an intern for the show where I was one of the hosts.
Yeah.
It's always been that way.
I wouldn't call it authority figure.
Authority. I could have you fired at any time.
Yeah.
During our entire association,
Yeah.
I could have walked into a
Even
room
when
and
I
said,
worked as a teacher.
Yeah.
You're like, you know what? I'm
Yeah.
gonna let her keep going.
yeah, I could have picked up the phone and gotten you fired. I didn't.
Okay.
Hey, before we get to Paul Stanley.
What?
Before we get to you.
All right.
I just want to say what a bad idea. Some headlines seem like a good idea. I'm going to tell you this is terrible. So not only is Joe Biden ratcheting up, escalating the war in Ukraine on his way out, now he wants to give Medicare and Medicaid, he wants to cover costly weight loss drugs for millions of obese Americans. This is a terrible idea.
It's like those Ozempics, right?
Oh, yeah, that kind of stuff. All right, here's the thing about all those drugs. You have to stay on them forever for them to work.
So it's good for the pharmaceutical companies.
This is one last gift to the pharmaceutical companies. Every once in a while, I have to remind my fellow Americans that this country is $35 trillion in debt. So, Joe Biden, what are the 4 things you're cutting? Oh, nothing, Eric. Money grows on trees. And they're going to go for younger children. 12, 13, 14 years old who are obese, you get them on these drugs through the government subsidization, and they live to be 75 years old. You've paid for the whole lot.
We beat Farmer this year.
I mean, just come on, people. Just start thinking for yourselves. Stop falling for everything that sounds good. Wouldn't you love to have a Maserati? Here's the thing. You recognize that you cannot afford it. It doesn't mean that you don't want it. It doesn't mean that you don't think it would be awesome to drive around in a Maserati. But here's the thing that you and I know about you and me. We can't afford it. So we watch others. Or maybe we do a renting thing and drive a Maserati.
Yeah, when you go on vacation, you can go rent a Maserati
We're
somewhere.
$35 trillion in debt. We are in no position to pay for obesity drugs from the time you're 13 to the time you're 85 years old. None whatsoever. This is what Trump needs to do. This is what RFK Jr. needs to work on. You want to help this country?
What?
Go back to 1983. Drug companies are no longer allowed to advertise. Right now, 50% of the of advertising revenue for all news programs on television comes from drug companies. You think it's a coincidence? When's the last time you saw the news take on a drug company? Wait, when's the last time? Guess what? They don't have to be told. They know. That's 50% of their revenue. And this is nothing but a huge gift to pharma lobbyists. And after all the vaccine stuff in the last few years, it's the last thing they need. It's just insane to me. What are you going to cut? People, we can't afford to send $100 billion to countries over God knows where, pay for obesity drugs from birth to death. Ask the question, what are you cutting? Everything else that we're paying for in government is so efficient that it can't be cut.
Paying off student loans, too.
You want to help people out, go back to 1983 and tell drug companies they can no longer advertise on television. Or radio, for that matter. Ashley Frasca says there's downtown trouble.
We were over it as police arrived. The center lane blocked on 75-85 southbound between University Avenue and 166 Langford Parkway, keeping you on the brakes hard all the way back at Georgia 485 south as they merge together. 85 northbound trouble has cleared before Claremont Road. That's better news for the ride into Brookhaven. The worst part left of 285, that is 285 east leaving Dunwoody, especially crowded headed through Doraville, 285 east and south until you get past Highway 78. Monitoring the south side of the Coolray Carrier Traffic Center, Veronica Rell.
Well, right now you're dealing with brake light 75 southbound between Hapeville and 285 Clayton County. Get past all of that. Just a few brake lights 75 southbound now between 138 getting you over to Jodico Road, Holiday Volume, and 75 northbound. That earlier stalled motorist is cleared right around Bill Gardner Parkway, but still it is a struggle as you leave Locust Grove and get over to Jodico Road. This report brought to you by Whole Foods Market. Shop Thanksgiving deals at Whole Foods Market with savings on no antibiotics ever, turkey, and more festive finds through November 28th. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Georgia is headed to the SEC Championship game next week in Atlanta.
It's a great honor to be able to play in the SEC Championship game.
But first, the Bulldogs face rival Georgia Tech Friday night on Dooley Field.
That's what they call it, man. It's clean old-fashioned hate.
Pre-game coverage starts Friday at 3:30, only on your home of the Dogs, 95.5 WSB. Brought to you in part by Hoffman Financial Group, official partner of the Georgia Bulldogs.
The holidays are a magical time to get engaged. At Shane Company, we're here to help you create your dream engagement ring in just 3 easy steps. Choose a setting that speaks to your style. Compare diamonds and colorful gemstones in all shapes and sizes. Then personalize it with a decorative crown and special engraving. Or choose a perfectly preset ring that's ready to go. At Shane Company, you'll find everyday competitive prices, a no-pressure environment, and an unmatched free lifetime warranty. Shane Company, your friend and jeweler.
WSB Atlanta, WSB BFM, and HD1 Doraville. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
Men, if you're suffering from ED or PE, Priority Men's Medical Center will get your love life back in just one visit. Their painless, breakthrough medical treatments eliminate ED and PE. Here's a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Have Viagra or Cialis let you down? Priority Men's Medical Center offers the most effective treatments that eliminate ED and PE, with men lasting longer than ever. 98% of patients see instant results on their first visit.
Priority Men's Medical Center's breakthrough treatments will restore your love life regardless of age or medical history. Your consultation and first treatment are free. Plus, you'll see instant results in the office. Plus, qualified patients will have their testosterone checked free. Call 404-885-8885. 404-885-8885. To regain your love life in just one visit, call now. 404-885-8885.
What's your car worth? Find out now at JimEllisBuysCars.com, the safe and easy way to sell your car. Plus, Jim Ellis will beat any CarMax purchase offer by $500. Sell your car today, fast, easy, fair. For complete details, visit JimEllisBuysCars.com.
When you're trying to find quality candidates, all the searching, screening, and interviewing can become a job itself. You need Indeed, the all-in-one platform that makes it easy to interview, screen, and hire quality people. Visit Indeed.com/credit.
All right, have we opened it up for Paul Entertainment News International, Stanley? Let's do that.
Hi, this is Paul Stanley, and this is Paul Stanley's Music News on the Von Hessler Doctrine.
Do have to point out that this is actually Paul Entertainment News International, Stanley.
Good. The lawyers are trying to bang down the door.
Well, go take a Thanksgiving break. I done the disclaimer.
Justice never stops, Eric.
Well, you'd be surprised. You haven't been in some neighborhoods I've been in. Justice didn't even stop by for a cup of coffee. Paul Entertainment News International, Stanley.
Yeah.
It's nice to see you.
Nice to see you
Happy
guys.
Thanksgiving week.
Happy Thanksgiving.
And you got any music news for us?
I've got all sorts of music news.
All right. Is the first one going to have anything to do with Paul Stanley or Kiss?
You know, I was talking to Tim Andrews the other day, and I asked him to do a cover version. Given my age, I think he should do a version of Lick It Up, but call it Lift It Up, where you have a guy come over and lift things for you because you're old.
Uh-huh. Oh.
Yeah.
Is he going to do that? That seems apropos to nothing. That's not what I asked you. I asked you if the first...
In a new interview with Loaded Radio, former Kiss guitarist Bruce Kulick was asked if he thinks the upcoming Kiss Avatar show is going to do well. He responded, "I hate to ever count out the capabilities of creative minds with a lot of money and means."
Meaning it's going to suck, but it'll probably still do well.
Yeah, exactly.
That's kind of what it is.
Yeah, the Kiss fans are going to spend their money.
I mean, this is the world we live in. It's Tyson, Jake Paul is everything.
Did
a lot
you
of
see
hype,
that?
a lot of hype,
Wow.
and then being let down.
That was garbage.
Ultimately,
that was garbage.
I know, but the
I
Avatar
put
experience.
so much money on Mike Tyson to knock him out in the first
well,
round.
then you deserve it. You deserve to
Ugh.
lose your money. But everything is like this now. Everything is just hype, and then you get there and it's kind of, hey, go embed yourself in Van Gogh's paintings. Okay, it was all right. Everything's gonna be great.
Oh, we're gonna do the Kiss immersive.
I liked the
Kiss
Van Gogh
experience where you walk
well,
through.
that says more about you than Van Gogh.
I'm a fan of Van Gogh.
Wear a raincoat when you come to the Kiss experience because the gene thing will spit blood on you. You're gonna love it.
This is like newfangled Gallagherism.
Yeah.
Except there's blood being sprayed out.
No, let me give you a real headline.
Okay, that'd be nice.
All right. Now, this is like a foreign language because I don't understand it, but here we go. Drake accuses Universal Music Group and Spotify of illegally boosting Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us streams in new legal filing.
It turns out they're under what a surprise, folks, with the beef. They're both with the same label. What a surprise. Boy, if you're listening to me right now and you fell for that Drake, Kendrick Lamar thing, you're a real dummy. Don't be that dumb. You don't have to be that dumb. You can like whatever music you want. But if I read this article and I was just thinking more about this whole diss culture beef thing in music. It's an objective rather than old man saying music used to be better. It's an objective sign that music stinks now because it's like WWE. Like you have to have this rolling soap opera-like, somewhat violent kind of storyline that goes on. And somebody tell me how that makes this song great? No, Eric, no, you got to get it. It's an answer song to the other song, and then those people and other artists, and then yeah, but what about the song itself? Is it great? It's more of that transactional crap. We're becoming a soulless society. Who cares who your favorite pop star likes and dislikes? If you care, you are not the quality of music listener from the past. It's that simple. If storyline between artists matter to you, then you don't have much of an ear for music. The whole world is a video game, and all music is background.
You know what the icing on the cake would be is, since they're under the same label when this happened, would be to squash the so-called beef.
Yeah.
Would be for Kendrick Lamar to bring out Drake during the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
they hold hands together.
I know I told you he was a pedophile, but
everything's cool now.
I was just having fun. It's just crap. It's just all crap. Who cares what stars like each other?
This is an era where hip hop and rap is just bad too.
Idiocracy.
It's bad.
Idiocracy. Yeah, that's
Ace
right.
used to fight Donna Summer all the time.
Did he? Ace?
Ace.
That's because Gene was he was cheating with Donna Summer while he was dating Cher. Look at that man's face.
I never did that.
Anybody can do it. Ashley Frasca says the South Side is thick along 75.
That's added holiday volume for travelers coming in and out of Florida. So now 75 north, the latest trouble is a crash before exit 205, Highway 16. Once you get north and there from Locust Grove up to 675 in Stockbridge, that's taken at least 45 minutes. Southbound just a little slow before and after Hudson Bridge, Eagles Landing. Looks like they're cleared trouble out of a center lane on 75-85 southbound between University Avenue and Langford Parkway. Slow before the Brookwood merge, though. And connector northbound, you're riding the brakes from University Avenue up from exit 244. Take us home into the northwest, Sydney Dart.
Yeah, just got word of a stalled vehicle, I-75 northbound at West Paces Ferry, that's knocking out one center lane, adding to the delays through Cobb County. This report is sponsored by 'Twas the Night Before at the Fox Theater. Cirque du Soleil's new holiday show, 'Twas the Night Before, plays at the Fox Theater November 29th to December 15th. Get those tickets now at BroadwayInAtlanta.com. I'm Sydney Dart, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Welcome to the Financial Symphony High Note of the Week. Here's your host and founder of the Lloyd Advisory Group, Mark Lloyd.
A good retirement plan, a good financial plan is not getting a plan and be done. It's not done at the conception of the plan. It's actually always being tweaked and modified and reviewed. And as things are happening that we can't control, we have to adjust the plan.
Yeah.
That's why working with a holistic advisor who is doing that for you, and more importantly, keeping that lines of communication open by having those regular reviews. Those reviews where they're not only reviewing performance of the investment portfolio, but actually seeing if you're still on track with your plan is critical. And that's covering not outliving your money. It's covering market volatility. It's covering inflation. It's covering taxes. It's covering healthcare costs. It's covering the legacy plan. What happens to your money when you die? What's left over? Making it as simple as you can for your estate. And all of that is you can learn about where you stand with your specific, unique situation by picking up the phone.
The phone number is 770-766-5611. That's 770-766-5611. Call today to get your retirement started on a high note. 770-766-5611.
Lloyd Advisory Services, LLC, Lloyd Advisory Group, a federally registered investment advisor under the Investment Advisors Act of 1940. Registration as an investment advisor does not imply a certain level of skill or training. Insurance products and services are offered through the Lloyd Advisory Group. Lloyd Advisory Services, LLC, and the Lloyd Advisory Group are affiliated but separate entities. The oral and written communications of an advisor provide you with information about which you determine to hire or retain an advisor. Lloyd Advisory Group, Form ADV Part 2A and 2B, can be obtained by visiting advisorinfo.sec.gov and search for our firm name. Neither the information nor any opinion expressed is to be construed as solicitation to buy or sell a security of personalized investment, tax, or legal advice.
Hey, it's Mark Aram here with an amazing way to make this a stress-free holiday season. Heat and serve traditional feasts from my friends at Publix. Order now and make your holiday gathering one to remember. Check out the turkey dinner. It includes a fully cooked turkey, old-fashioned cornbread dressing, delicious home-style Yukon Gold mashed potatoes, cranberry orange relish, marshmallow delight, and no Thanksgiving is complete without delicious home-style gravy. Just make sure you order these items in advance. Publix, where shopping is a pleasure.
WSB Atlanta, WSB FM, and HD1 Doraville. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios.
News, weather,
Traffic. 95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 6:30, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News sponsored by Mark Spain Real Estate. Our top story, a ceasefire deal to end fighting between Israel and Hezbollah. President Biden makes the announcement from the White House today.
Under the deal reached today, effective at 4 a.m. tomorrow local time, the fighting across the Lebanese-Israeli border will end. This is designed to be a permanent cessation of hostilities.
The president says the United States helped broker the deal along with France and other allies. CBS's Charlie D'Agata at the Pentagon reports the Israeli military will gradually withdraw troops from Lebanon over the next 60 days.
Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu warned that any violation of that deal would be met with, his words, a forceful response. So it's now just up to the Lebanese army, the UN force, UNIFIL, to control that territory. There will be a component of international monitors, including the U.S. monitors.
It remains to be seen what impact this deal will have on the ongoing war between Israel and Hamas in Gaza. 57 degrees in Atlanta. When does the rain return, and will it spoil Thanksgiving plans? Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast with meteorologist Christina Edwards is coming up. A $25,000 reward is offered by Crime Stoppers to help catch a bank robber in Atlanta. We posted his photo at WSBRadio.com.
First and foremost, if you see the suspect, call 911. Don't approach. Give us a call if you have information of the whereabouts of the suspect.
Sergeant Travis Williams with the Atlanta Police Crime Stoppers Unit says the robber stabbed a bank employee during an attempted robbery last week at the United Community Bank on Caroline Street in northeast Atlanta. Cobb Police need your help as they investigate a deadly pedestrian accident.
25-year-old Comfort Nakingani was struck and killed early Tuesday morning near Anderson Mill Road and Austell Road. Shanice Barner, Public Information Officer, Cobb County Police, says the woman was walking against the light and struck by a driver in a Toyota Highlander.
Tragically, 2 additional vehicles subsequently struck the pedestrian. They left the scene without stopping.
Barner says police are searching for those 2 additional drivers. Anyone with information is asked to call Cobb County Police. Daphne Young, 95.5 WSB.
Atlanta police are investigating after a man is shot and killed under a bridge on Glen Street in southwest Atlanta. The victim is believed to be homeless. He was confronted by another man who shot him multiple times before leaving the scene. Homicide detectives are working to learn more about what led up to the shooting. It is a big getaway day at the world's busiest airport with 2 days until Thanksgiving. WSB Steve Summers is talking to travelers at Hartsfield-Jackson.
We didn't have any bad experiences. We had great people sitting around us. We had great flight attendants, and we had 140-mile-an-hour tailwind.
So far, there are a limited number of flight delays and cancellations across the country, with most in the West. A massive federal loan to help Rivian restart construction on its Georgia facility is welcome news to state leaders.
U.S. Senator John Ossoff says the infusion of nearly $6 billion in federal money was critical for the project.
To ensure that not just we avoid wasting potentially billions of dollars of Georgia taxpayer dollars, but also that we're in position to get this plant up and running and to create and support thousands of jobs here in the state of Georgia.
In a statement, Governor Kemp's office says they will continue to support the company to help them achieve their goals and fulfill their commitment of creating, quote, good-paying jobs for hardworking Georgians. Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
Blame it on the hurricanes. New home sales take a tumble last month.
October saw the fewest newly constructed homes sold in 1 month in nearly 2 years. The main reason, those 2 devastating storms, Hurricanes Helene and Milton, which impacted a wide swath of the South, from Florida through Georgia and into the Carolinas, where most new homes are now built. Also, the cost. Mortgage rates back near 7%, and the median sales price of a new home rose to the highest in 14 months, just over $437,000. I'm Bloomberg's Tom Busby for 95.5 WSB.
It's now 6:34 and time for live team coverage of traffic and weather, and triple team traffic begins with Ashley Frasca.
Looks like the earlier trouble is cleared. 75 north at West Pace Ferry. Not a bad ride into Marietta. You see a few brake lights beginning between the south and north 120 loops. Heaviest, though, getting up past 575 in Barrett Parkway. Traffic Trooper Brian spots a crash. There are delays in both directions on Roswell Road, just west of Robinson. That's in East Cobb County. And when we flew over a crash on 400 South, it was on the shoulder about a mile past the Glen Ridge connector, now causing a tap of the brakes there as you try to make your way down to Lenox Road. Covering the northeast in the Coolray Carrier Traffic Center, Veronica Rouse.
Well, right now is a rough go of it, 285 eastbound as you make your way out of Doraville. So leaving Buford Highway, getting over to Spaghetti Junction, I-85. Once you get on 85 northbound, just on and off the brakes a bit, leaving 285, getting over to around Indian Trail, and a few brake lights again, 85 northbound as you approach 985. Triple team traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Now Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast with meteorologist Christina Edwards.
Fair skies this evening as cool air continues to move into the metro region. Lows tonight in the low 40s. Tomorrow, partly cloudy, high 65. Mild on Thursday morning with temperatures in the upper 50s, low 60s as rain showers move in. An isolated rain shower possible for Thursday afternoon, then turning chilly by Friday morning. Lows in the mid 30s. Cold despite the sunshine on Friday. Highs in the upper 40s to low 50s, dropping down to the upper 20s, low 30s on Saturday morning. Saturday afternoon, high 49. Sunday, even colder with lows in the mid 30s.
Right now, 57 in Midtown Atlanta, 52 in Dunwoody, 55 in Noonan. More news at 7 o'clock. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
For many of you, it's happening. Your hair's thinning, your crown's disappearing, and maybe hair loss has you feeling your identity is lost altogether. Well, I got good news. It's Advanced Hair's incredible yet simple one-day treatment that starts regrowing your own natural hair the very next day, and it's guaranteed to grow for life. It's Mark Aaron back with you. We've all seen the pills and lotions that come with monthly subscriptions. They help retain what you have, but what about regrowing your hair permanently in specific areas? From Advanced Hair's state-of-the-art facilities to their world-class physicians, it's not maybe your hair will regrow. It's guaranteed that your new hair will grow. You decide how much, how thick, and where. Advanced Hair has changed tens of thousands of lives, and I've seen their results, friends. For your free consultation, $250 off and 250 free hair grafts, call 470-660-HAIR. That's 470-660-HAIR or advancedhair.com.
If I said to focus your energy, where would you start? Let's say you run a business, a school campus, a hospital, or a government facility. Finding ways to save can be overwhelming, but Georgia Power has energy efficiency tips and rebates to help. Things like improving lighting with LEDs, making HVAC upgrades, adding building controls, and more. Look, you've got a business to run and numbers to hit. Georgia Power can help you focus your energy where it matters most. Learn more at georgiapower.com/biz.
Lady beetles, stink bugs, and wasps are overwintering pests that don't hibernate, so they're anxious to get inside your home. This is Scott Slade. No matter the season, Breda's got your back, protecting the inside and outside of your home. Inside pest control is crucial this time of the year. Better call Breda Pest Management. They handle bugs, even the overwintering ones, and critters. BREDApest.com.
Breda, no need to be afraid of bugs.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate today at carsforkids.org. Your car, running or not, could be picked up as soon as the next day. No title, no problem. Go to carsforkids.org today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate.
Oh, Beth, I hear you calling. I have to...
Great song.
I know. Sung by somebody who's no longer in KISS. We don't have to go there.
That's okay. I still get the checks.
Written, apparently, by some guy in the band he was in before he got into KISS. There's a whole thing about that.
Yeah, that guy didn't get nothing.
Yeah, you don't get nothing. I spread some myths or disinformation a moment ago. So it was, as soon as I got done saying that Gene Simmons was cheating on Cher with Donna Summer, then we went to break and I was, oh no, it was Diana Ross. Got that wrong, but I want to correct the record. when I can. Also, I brought up earlier about the typical 1920s dinner and all the things that came up, chicken a la king, all of this. And to me, it seems like it's kind of the same, except not alliaceous enough for me. I mean, I'm looking at these things, and I'm not seeing onions anywhere. And you know what? The thing
garlic?
Or garlic. Well, but that's not the word of the day.
Alliaceous. No, but alliaceous, that's an alliaceous.
Oh.
That's an allium.
Okay, I'm not an expert. I'm not an expert.
I'm teaching you
I
so
know.
that you can actually know the word.
I'm doing this. That's good.
She's an English teacher.
I know. I don't really like onions on sandwiches, but I like when onions are cooking, and I can smell that alliaceous odor.
Alliaceous.
Alliaceous. That's what I meant to say. Alliaceous.
You don't like them on a burger?
No.
What? Really?
No, they're too powerful.
onions.
Everything you put an onion on a burger, you're eating an onion sandwich. It overwhelms everything. But I like cooked onions. I love French onion soup. I just don't like a hunk of onion in the middle of a sandwich.
It's delicious. I love it.
You look like you're about to drop your pants.
Yeah, get over here.
Come here,
Give me that
onion.
crock.
I love how wet that bread gets.
I'm a big fan of au jus. What does that do for you? Au jus, a little French dip, if you know what I mean.
God bless you.
Alliaceous.
God bless you, too. All right, you got another story from music news, Paul Entertainment News, International Stanley?
I do, and you guys send me all these stories. I love them because I learn about people I've never heard of.
You don't come up with all these stories yourself?
Well, Jared does it.
Okay.
Or you send me stories that I might know who the people are.
Yeah.
Jared, I get like Flip Flop and Jim Jam are going to be at the park this weekend, eating all sorts of oysters and crap.
Flip Flop and Jim Jam are great.
Well, I know. The thing about Jared is he gets so excited when any festival announces their lineup. He just gets so excited.
Especially if they're local. I'm going. I'm in. I love the Atlanta festival scene.
Oh, it's fantastic. I'm a Dogwood man.
Yeah, you like the Dogwood Festival?
like that one.
Yeah, it's usually it's a little too hot right there in the dead of
You
summer.
had a booth out there, right?
I did, my paintings.
Mm-hmm. Your paintings.
I just had a show in New Jersey. I think a lot of people enjoyed it.
What are your paintings going for these days, Paul Stanley?
Let's see. The last one I sold went for $280,000.
Not bad.
Yeah,
Not
bad.
bad
For money laundering.
Well, not bad. I've seen the art.
Hey, my art's good. Let's see your art, crayon.
I don't try. I don't
made him
try.
grumpy.
I don't mean to make you grumpy. It's Thanksgiving.
How could I be
thankful
grumpy?
for
I'm
you.
going to Olive Garden in 15 minutes.
That's right. You can't be. You got a belly waiting for some breadsticks.
You got a breadstick waiting for belly.
You got a breadstick waiting for bread.
Oh, I'm going to eat the hell out of those.
Can we join you, Paul? Is that cool if we come?
I'm meeting a friend.
Oh, okay. Is it cool if we just tag
You
along?
don't mind if we tag along with you, huh?
Well, I don't know. We'll have to change the reservation. All right.
How you really? Is it like if you go to Olive Garden? Is it like nonstop breadsticks? You can just keep.
Yeah,
on
even
going?
if you don't want them, they dump them on you.
Are they? They got to worry. They got to worry. Red Lobster made that mistake with having all that free stuff.
The shrimp.
The shrimp.
Yeah, that was the thing that really did it.
You
It
don't
was
have-
just the shrimp.
It was the shrimp.
We don't have to catch
that was it.
breadsticks.
Well, now what they did
You
with
don't have to catch breadsticks.
No, you can
just bake them right
There's
there.
a lot of flour.
Okay.
now Red Lobster's doing endless hush puppies instead of
See,
instead of
flour.
shrimp. So
Fatten up on that crap.
And
Red Lobster got screwed by some kind of
they were-
Taiwanese shipping, some sort of seafood.
It was the
magnate.
same thing that's happening to every business.
Yes.
Is that they wanted to make more money. They didn't care how they made more money or if it was even real.
Tell them, sister. I agree.
I get so mad. Don't
do too.
get me started.
I don't.
Chops was giving away all you could eat Wagyu steak, and they went out of business in 10 minutes.
Of course, yeah. It's only $600 a steak.
Less.
don't forget the other endless thing at Olive Garden is the Parmesan cheese. I mean, you don't that waiter can keep going and going and going.
Yeah, I don't
and
let
going.
him leave the table.
He just keeps pouring the Parmesan cheese.
Yeah, you just open your mouth.
Yeah, just pour it in.
Autumn, you
love
are
it.
right.
To the
You are
source.
right. What happened to Red Lobster is happening to it. It's happening. It's so no one will stop it. And Trump, for all of his I'm with the people stuff, he loves the private equity groups. He's putting these people in his cabinet. He loves them. He admires private equity groups because they do this and what?
Get rid of a bunch of employees that are necessary to run the establishment, and lower the food costs by lowering the quality of food that you receive. And hey, the business is making money.
Now
And
that's
I am a successful
RFK
CEO.
will fix it
And
all.
yeah, now we can sell it off, and who gives a damn about the customers?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And
so-
guess what? That person that ruined that business and put, thousands, hundreds of thousands of people out of jobs, they get a bonus.
Of course.
And they retire with like
Of
$39
course.
million.
Well,
Bye, cool.
They were able to create efficiencies. Of course
Look
they
at that. Wow.
moved up.
Wow.
So brave.
That's the way the world should
it
be.
is. Listen, it's the way the world is going to be. It doesn't matter what we think about it.
So cool.
All that Trump, I'm for the people. I guarantee you, he admires these private equities. I
they do a
guarantee
great
you,
job.
he admires
successful.
BlackRock and Blackstone.
Look at all that money.
Oh, boy.
So much money.
Oh boy, who cares? They're
I mean,
eviscerating
they
the
have
middle
so much
class.
money. There's no way that they're not successful.
Of
Look,
course.
that's what's success.
Of course,
They
It's
said
happening.
a nice thing about me.
Yeah.
Keep your eye on Jersey Mike's. Just came under ownership from BlackRock.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Or
BlackRock
Blackstone.
just bought
Blackstone.
Jersey Mike's, the company that has ruined the idea of the middle class, right, is now just like, hey, Jersey Mike's. And God
Yeah.
bless Jersey Mike's. They got like $1 billion to sell
Yeah,
their
but they're
company.
I do it.
quality. They're
Here's the
good
thing.
food, and now it's going to suck.
Here's the thing.
I know, and now it's going to suck.
Here's
That's
the thing.
exactly right.
What you just said is congratulations, because if a private equity group came in, the Von Hessler Doctrine was some kind of brand, and they're like,
Yes.
hey, we'll give you $14 million to walk away.
Yeah,
I'm
what
like,
am I going to be the savior of the
No,
world? No, I'm going
no.
to take the $1 billion.
Exactly. And they're like, hey, I think you're going to ruin it, but what the hell? It's a
Yeah.
good parachute for me. I'll take it. There's only one of these, either private, I can't remember if it's private equity, a hedge fund, one of them. Liberty Media seems to do a good job with their properties. Now, I don't know. They own the Braves. The Braves won a World Series. They own F1, which never could get arrested in America. Now they have 3 races. It's huge.
Sounds
They're
like they bought you.
bigger than NASCAR. And yes, I think everybody should go to the website, Liberty Media. and
Use my code.
Use my code, Eric. If you.
Yeah, I'd say the Liberty Media, the only problem with their Braves ownership is when the Braves were floundering this year, they kind of had a tight pocketbook.
Yeah,
with
they're
going
probably like, well, we won a World Series a few years ago.
Yeah, now
We've got these fans for a decade. After a World Series, you got the fans for a decade.
Yeah, and that was kind of that bothered me as a fan. I'm like, go out there and get it. You don't know how long this window is going to last.
Yeah, because baseball's not like football. You can just spend as much money as you want.
That's right.
There's no cap.
There is a luxury tax, but you can still pay it. If you have a rich owner, they'll just pay it.
Effectively, if you're rich, you can just buy anything you want. Right.
Exactly.
Ashley Frasca says there's a new rash.
A new crash.
Okay, sorry. I apologize. A new
Rash.
It looks like rash.
We're talking about
I
cars.
apologize.
There's no way that it
There's-
could be crash.
There's a new. Well, look at this thing. It
Call
says
Dr. Joe.
Oh,
a
please,
new,
I know.
a new crash on 285 on the east side.
Well, half the people in the vehicles are at least okay, but yeah, they're blocking the right lane on 285 northbound and Covington Highway, already quickly causing brake lights as you approach Flat Shoals there on the southeast perimeter. And it looks like that crash was in and out of the right lane, enough to cause a tap of the brakes up 400 south, about a mile past the Glenridge connector, and slow up through Henry County, but not before you see a crash in a couple of left lanes, 75 north before Highway 16. That's down at exit 205. The East Freeway update comes from Sydney Darden.
Yeah, and it's looking a little voluminous, if I do say so myself. Once you get off I-20 eastbound, you're going to stay on those brake lights starting at Wesley Chapel and then through Stonecrest. On the opposite side, though, it's looking a little more full. Brake lights starting at Turner Hill all the way until you get up to the 285 merger. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Turkey, stuffing, and $100?
Now that's a happy Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving Day is Turkey Day payday.
Listen every hour between 9 a.m. and 7 p.m. for the keyword.
You could win a $100 gift card to Publix, where shopping is a pleasure.
And you'll have the entire hour to enter the keyword
On the WSB app.
or WSBRadio.com.
From the station that's thankful for you.
95.5 WSB. Details at WSBRadio.com.
November 29th is Blue Box Friday at D. Geller & Son Jewelers. It's our best sale of the year. Every beautiful piece of jewelry in a blue box is 20% off. Buy 2 pieces and get 40% off both. Buy 3 or more, get 60% off everything. You'll find everything from classic diamond hoops to unique gemstone necklaces to diamond wedding bands. D. Geller & Son has been Atlanta's holiday tradition since 1939. This Blue Box Friday, let us show you why with incredible jewelry at unbeatable prices in Atlanta, Kennesaw, and Sandy Springs. Learn more at dgeller.com. SteelHorseLaw.com.
Motorcycle riders like you are a different breed. You don't just ride your bike, you're obsessed. So if someone causes you to lay your bike down, you need a different kind of attorney, one that understands bikers and their rights. Eric Von Hessler here for my friends at Steel Horse Law, the Stein and Karen Law Group, motorcycle injury lawyers who ride. You can trust them on the road and in the courtroom. Steel Horse Law can help you get back on your feet, medical bills paid, and your case resolved. Trust is everything, and results matter. Free case evaluation at steelhorselaw.com.
Men, if you're suffering from ED or PE, Priority Men's Medical Center will get your love life back in just one visit. Their painless, breakthrough medical treatments eliminate ED and PE. Here's a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Have Viagra or Cialis let you down? Priority Men's Medical Center offers the most effective treatments that eliminate ED and PE, with men lasting longer than ever. 98% of patients see instant results on their first visit.
Priority Men's Medical Center's breakthrough treatments will restore your love life regardless of age or medical history. Your consultation and first treatment are free. Plus, you'll see instant results in the office. Plus, qualified patients will have their testosterone checked free. Call 404-885-8885. 404-885-8885. To regain your love life in just one visit, call now. 404-885-8885.
So your septic system needs repairs. That stinks. First, they want to charge you to pump out the tank and charge you again for the repair. That's just wrong. Hi, I'm Shannon, owner of Scorpion Septic, and we don't do that. With us, there's never a pump out charge with your repair. You'll save hundreds.
Take the sting out of septic service with Scorpion Septic, where there is never a pump out charge with your repair. Call for more information.
ScorpionSepticServices.com. MSC Cruises Black Friday sale is here. For a limited time, book now with up to 40% off cruises, drinks and Wi-Fi included, plus up to $500 onboard credit. Sail to the turquoise waters of the Bahamas with stops at our private island, Ocean Key MSC Marine Reserve, or experience the beauty of the Caribbean and more destinations. MSC Cruises, for a greater beauty. To book, visit msccruises.com or contact your travel advisor. Restrictions apply. Ships registered in Panama and Malta.
Hey, it's Eric Erickson. I've got with me Mark Spain from Mark Spain Real Estate. Mark, as you know, many people want a simple home selling experience. Can you explain why the guaranteed offer takes away all the stress and makes the process as easy as y'all make it?
Mark Spain Real Estate Guaranteed Offer eliminates the hassle of a traditional home sale by no showings, no open houses, no lock boxes. It's really a very simple process. We bring you a strong cash offer. You close in as little as 21 days, and you don't have all those crazy contingencies and crazy hurdles to overcome with a traditional home sale.
Thanks, Mark. Don't let the home sale process overwhelm you guys. As you heard Mark say, Mark Spain Real Estate's guaranteed offer allows you to bypass the market. You skip the hassle. You receive the strongest cash offer in the industry. Selling your home's a big decision. That's why who you work with matters. Go to markspain.com. Find out what your guaranteed offer will be. There's no obligation. markspain.com and start packing.
All right, got to shove some stuff in here. Number one, we do have a podcast of this show. You can get the Von Hessler Doctrine as a podcast on WSBRadio.com, the WSB Radio app, or any of your favorite pod catchers. And also, I think that Southside Steve has put up the latest Yeah, Come On podcast, in which I am a guest.
Yep.
So find that on.
Two-parter.
Is it? Yeah, that's right. It was a two-parter. We'll be wearing the same clothes, though, because it all happened.
Two-parter.
There you go. And my understanding, at least, is that we are in frame, and you can hear what I'm saying.
Yes.
On this one. So I had a good time. I think you'll enjoy it. It's available, all the podcasts. But
get your pods.
You can find it on YouTube, because it's a visual thing, if it's allowed to be. The first one, I told him, just turn it into an audio podcast, because the video just did not look good. Anyway, that's out there. I do worry with our podcast, because I want to play this song again, because it's a Thanksgiving song. And I recognize that if you have the podcast, it's not like the radio show where we get a different audience later. And if you're just listening to the podcast, you're like, why did they play the song two times in one? So forgive us that, but it's a Thanksgiving song. Tim Andrews says it's just a nice, wholesome song about giving oranges to family members. I don't know. I think I'm sensing a darker underbelly.
When you finish with the turkey and your kids are acting jerky and your nagging wife just won't get off your back, and when your hair begins to bristle, you can give a little whistle while you pour a bunch of oranges in a sack. Just give the open end a twist and wrap it around your wrist, then clench it in your fist. Everyone will get the gist. A sack of oranges keeps the family in line.
For more oranges.
Trust
Is that what
me,
you're saying?
I have
Yeah.
done it 86 times. Throw away the carrot and use the stick. Cause a
See, right
sack
there.
of oranges
Well, the stick
always
is
does the
stronger than a
trick.
carrot. Can hold the
When
oranges.
you're watching the bears and lions and your sister-in-law is crying and your daughter won't shut up about Donald Trump, and when your teeth they start a-grinding, you can finish your unwinding after that sack of oranges hits someone in the rump.
Violence.
Just give
No.
the open end a twist and wrap it around your wrist. Then clench it in your fist. Everyone will get the gist.
Yeah, what's the
a
gist?
Sack of oranges keeps the family in line.
Come on.
Trust
Oh,
me,
it's happy
I
sounding.
have done it 99 times.
How many times?
13 in between the
Throw away
verses.
the carrot and use the stick. Cause a sack of oranges always does the trick. A holiday tip that you can use when to be quiet they refuse, and it doesn't leave a bruise.
Yeah.
A sack
Wait a
of
minute.
oranges always does the trick.
On your heartstrings.
There it is, the heartwarming Thanksgiving song, Sack Full of Oranges. That music, and by the way,
I love it.
we will have a version of that available for people.
Yes, we'll
without
put it in-
us joking around
Yeah,
over
we'll
it.
put it on Facebook and in the feed.
There you go. All right, that music is telling us two things. Shut the hell up, get the hell out. You know us. We are good patriots. We always comply. You know what that means? We never question authority. We do what we're told. Shelley Winter is next. He's got a great radio show for you. We're going to take a Thanksgiving break, although we have a show on Thanksgiving Day. The first hour, very interesting.
It's such a cool, it's a relic.
You took 4 hours of Thanksgiving shows from the teens, 2016 or so,
Yes.
and turned it into 1 hour for the first
It's
hour.
amazing.
The rest is best of. Some other stuff like that. I will not be here on Monday. The crew will be here on Monday. I'll be back on Tuesday. Have a happy Thanksgiving.